Yo, what's up? My name is Iron Petrowski, and welcome back to another literal and figurative episode of me climbing the Shiny War Mountain within PokeMMO. The third ever official PokeMMO Shiny War is approaching. It will most likely be announced in the next 2 weeks or so, which will most likely happen within this episode. And then I will have about 1 month on average to prepare for the event until it begins. The official Shiny War is the Super Bowl of PokeMMO. It is the place for every player to show their stuff. It is the place for every player to prove themselves as one of the best or worst if they don't perform during the official war. Your teammates are relying on you, and they are going to be relying on me, even though I'm an Iron Man account. I have to make up for that and bridge that gap. We will be at a disadvantage. We will not have access to shiny charms and maybe not even have access to Donator status if I don't get my butt in line and win a catch event. I still need 1200 more RP to get myself a Donator status ticket, and I'm currently only at 300 reward points. I need to ideally win a catch event and then still place 4th place or 3rd place in a catch event on top of that within the next month and a half. It is very unlikely, but I will be trying to do everything I can within my power to make it a reality. And I think that sentiment perfectly sums up Shiny War. There is only so much within your control, and when that is the case, it's even more important that every decision you make has more impact. My main and core Iron Man goals heading into Shiny War are as follows. I want to make sure that I get around 3,000 fossils. And to be honest, this is the one that I am least positive about at this point, and I might be lacking on. I would really like to get around 30,000 Leppas, and even that might not be possible anymore, but I'm going to try to get as many as possible. Currently, I am sitting at around 421 fossils, and for Leppas, I'm at around 6,400. I would also like a 30-day donor status like I mentioned earlier. I also need as much box space as possible, which we will be returning to in this episode and doing a lot of breeds to make sure we have our space for all of our Dittos and fossils that we will be popping, and even mysterious ball Pokemon. Box space is going to be a nightmare during war, and any time spent fiddling around in my boxes is time spent not shiny hunting. There is going to be some of that time. It's inevitable. It has to happen. But I want to make sure I can cut down on it as much as humanly possible to not drag down my team once again. Wow, you guys timed that really well. That's actually really fucking impressive, Lionetta. Shout out Team BWO. And then finally, the last thing that I want is an extra 5 million Pokeyen to have around just in case. There's just tons of things that cost Pokeyen and PokeMMO, and Pokeyen can mean flexibility and compromises. Instead of having to spend time doing something, you can just solve your problems with Pokeyen. Well, to some extent, there is no Pokeyen that can help you get around the time spent during Shiny War. I will have to be hunting for hundreds and hundreds of hours and giving it my all at the ripe age of 28. This will probably be the last official Shiny War within PokeMMO that I take as seriously as I do when it comes to video game competitions. This will most likely be, in many ways, my final hurrah as a competitive MMO grinder. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be playing plenty of PokeMMO and grinding games as per usual, but I won't be doing those for 120 hours a week. As I've aged, I've gotten married, I've moved into places, I have other people relying on me. I just don't have the time and energy left in my body to be sleep depriving myself that much for those amazing, beautiful accomplishments. So let's take this time to really appreciate this Shiny War, because it's going to be one of the final beautiful memories that I have like this. Shiny hunting alongside of you all on stream and live and even offline during the event is going to be beautiful. It's going to be crazy to learn so many of your guys' names and remember people who get those crazy moments, those crazy shinies at the last second or at the start of the event, or a mysterious ball or a fossil or whatever it may be, a live safari shiny. It's going to be a fucking blast. And anything that happens, whether good or bad, in this upcoming PokeMMO Shiny War will be marked down and logged for all of PokeMMO history. So let's go ahead and get started so that we can make some history. First things first, I have some Pokeyen to make. I'm going to go do a gym rerun and potentially even a trainer rerun off camera, since that is just grunt work and grinding. I will see you guys with my new refreshed Pokeyen stack hopefully very soon. Well, I did it, and that 2 hours of money making turned into something like 2 hours and 45 minutes because I ended up logging out and pausing to do IRL stuff, but that's okay. I went from 2.1 million Pokeyen almost on the dot to now 2.662. That is a raise of 562,000 Pokeyen. That is really crazy from one Jimmy run and a trainer run. I had the best Jimmy run I've done so far on the account with the new 7 health strategy that I've been utilizing, and it's a game changer. It has been really nice. Like before, one Jimmy run wouldn't even pay for all the berry harvesters that I needed for about a day. Like it just wasn't enough, which is insane. Maybe I don't know, it's close. The berry farming is just really fucking expensive, right? That's the TLDR. And there's also an alpha spawn really quick over at Shoal Cave. I don't know how far exactly that is. I'm gonna go try to do it since it's water A and field A group. It's a really good A group breeder with an alpha Sealeo. Okay, thankfully this alpha was actually really easy to find, which I needed on a late Saturday night. So let's go ahead and catch this Sealeo. Hoping for a male gender here, but I'll take either. Yep, female is totally fine. Male is preferred, obviously, for breeders generally, but it does depend on the ratio that I have in my boxes already. All right, there's the Sealeo catch around turn 13 or so, so not too bad. 2 times 31 in 31 SPDEF and speed. Very happy to see that. After quite a long day on PokeMMO for a Saturday for me, I usually play less on the weekends, but this has been a long one. I put about 8 to 10 hours into the game today, now at 1954 hours of game time, and I just watered my berries, and then I have a bunch of breeds to show you really quick. It's just past midnight, so it's too late to actually commit to these breeds and kind of go through them and clean up our boxes, but I'm going to show you guys all the progress I've been working towards. We have more alpha breeds set up. Both of these alpha boxes were absolutely full. Like a few hours ago, they were absolutely full to the brim. Absolutely both of them. I'm actually going to clean up where I can, but I'm trying to move alphas over. I also moved every event alpha that was over here in this first breed box finally over to these alphas, so they were full, and then I cleared out a ton of space, and then I also threw the other event alphas over here. So I have cleared out like a ton of alpha space. I have not committed to breeds yet. I do have breeds starting over here, though. You can see a lot of these alpha breeds more complicated than just these other breeds because a lot of them are already preparing to be set up for another one. So for example, after I breed this Parasect in Sunflora, which I will make sure to make male, it will immediately pair up with this Tangrowth that I really want a good regenerator Tangrowth for very badly. It's one of those like really rare event Pokemon with a very good hidden ability access. Obviously, this box is almost entirely full. I set up a ton more breeds over here, and I kind of rearranged some of my boxes in ways. I went from around 2.6, a little bit more than that, 2.6 million Pokeyen, back down to 2.3. So about over 300k spent on breeds. Over here, I do want to actually go ahead and quickly release these 2 Rattatas. I've kept them for a while now. They are both timid and then have really good stats. This one is timid and like 20 plus in everything, just missing speed. I don't have room for these days. It's really sad. They're really good IV Pokemon, even have the nature. I just don't have the need for that, especially in the field A group is kind of my main commitment there. I don't need any more special attacking field A group breeders. I have plenty of those. And then I've also organized my baby Pokemon correctly. All of these, I need to start taking them to Gary Oak's sister and slowly getting happiness on them so it's easier to evolve them so that I can actually utilize them and utilize the resources like these 2 Pikachus here, which I finally, can use as breeders. I might just go ahead and move these, over here because now I can actually use them. These still need to be worked on. Unfortunately, it'll take a while to get the happiness up, but it will be slow and steady and worth it. And as a reminder, a lot of these alpha breeds, I'm going to try to prepare and keep as many alpha breeds for Shiny War as possible. Since Shalfas are worth so many extra points, I do think it is actually worth to go ahead and just prepare those and keep them and not actually commit to these breeds quite yet. I might have them as eggs at a certain point, but that'll probably be once we get closer to like the 2-week mark or so away from Shiny War is where I really start prepping as many eggs as possible. But hopefully I'm done all my other shenanigans by then. But knowing me, I probably won't have enough fossils or Pokeyen and stuff by then, but we'll do the best we can. It is nice that with our new upgraded Jimmy Run team, in a state of Pokeyen emergency, I can earn like 500 to 600k within one day, or it'll take 2 hours or so, right? Like that's a lot of Pokeyen in an emergency, which is super nice with the new team, which I've, separated carefully over here. This has become my kind of extra de facto utility Pokemon box. That is my box 2. I've got my breeds set up here. I've got more breeds, which is mostly hosting my baby mons and then my alpha breeds. It's all kind of chaotically organized. I swear it looks like insane, but it is organized. It just looks crazier than what it is in my opinion. And then of course I have my breeder boxes. I only have half. This is half a box, right? 1, 2, 3. It's like 3.5 boxes of normal breeders. It's not that, it's actually like really condensed. It's just that 2 boxes are alphas right now. So that's really cranked things up a notch, but I really have come down, I think, more than I realize on breeders. I probably should give myself a little bit more credit there on that. And then a lot of these Dittos can be consumed or even never released, but consumed very soon for just rare shiny chance. Like even though this is a really good Ditto, This one's like probably worth keeping, right? Timid nature, you would think so, but I just really want I'm on that 5x31 train these days. But this took hours and hours and hours to set up, and I'm happy to finally have it done and consume a bunch of stuff tomorrow. I might do a handful more breeds before bed, and they'll end up over here if I do, but I am getting very, very tuckered, okay? So I will see you guys most likely tomorrow for the catch event. I've done catch events this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Another day, another berry harvest, fellas. The Pokeyen stash has been dwindling from all the money I've been spending on setting up all those breeds, as well as obviously berry farming. Very expensive. I'll have to do some more money making today. Maybe I'll put it off until tomorrow, but I mean, it's kind of a good thing in one way. Like, my money's been draining because I have been so consistently doing berry runs. I think I missed maybe one day of berries over the past week or so, like maybe I think I missed one day, but I've been really on top of it, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I gotta give myself a little bit of a pat on the back for how consistently I've been doing these berry runs. All right, fellow farmers, the harvest has been complete. Very few cherries today. I mostly wanted to focus on Rost and Petchas. As you can see, about 300 or so of each. Let's go ahead and crush them. And from about 1,500 harvesters, we go down to about let's see, like 900-ish. Damn, that's like 601 big harvest. You know, it's a lot of Pokeyen, man, but it has to happen. It is absolutely needed. It's crazy how much Pokeyen we're spending on all these Leppas to actually make them, but it makes sense. We're now at 581 plain bitter, 446. No, sorry, that doesn't matter actually. Excuse me. 581 plain bitter, 548 plain sweet, and then 675 very spicy. We're definitely doing a Leppa batch today. We'll harvest these tomorrow on Monday's stream. But back to planting we go, fellow farmers.
I'm a simple berry farmer trying to make an honest living.
That's right.
In PokeMMO.
Yeehaw!
If you want to learn how to make Leppas, I'll let you know.
Oh, he will. Oh, he will.
And yes, it has been scientifically proven that your berry yields are higher if you listen to Jimmy Run's music albums about PokeMMO on YouTube. If you aren't doing that while you plant your berries, what are you doing? Another day on the Ironman account, another catch event to do and cover. This is going to be a weird one. I'm going to be doing this. I'm not going to be recording any clips unless I get some crazy catch because I just don't want my stream to crash. I've had those technical difficulties recently, but this is going to happen in about 20 minutes. I have to go prepare myself. It's a weird one. It's in Cerulean Cave. All of these Pokemon are going to be super high level. Snorlax, Wobbuffet, Ditto, Machoke, and Magneton with these nature bonuses, which, I mean, the nature bonuses don't really matter because no one can synchronize this. It's going to be bringing multiple and leading with tons and tons of high-level Pokemon. These are like level 60 and 50 Pokemon. They're going to be trying to status my catching Breloom. It's a pain in the butt to get back to Cerulean Cave to actually get back to the part of the event where I'll be doing it. This is going to be a pain in the butt of an event. And I'm hoping because this event will be so difficult for the average player to do, myself included, and the fact that it's a non-shiny prize, I'm hoping that an Iron Man or potentially myself could sneak away with a victory. I'm here's crossing my fingers, and I hope to see you guys with a good catch or the catch event results. Okay, someone in chat got third already, boys. We're back with catch event results. Let's go ahead and jump into it. If I can click properly. Fourth place went to a 26 pointer from Pung Banger IGN, man. Congratulations. Third place, 157. I submitted a 147. I knew there was no chance, but that is still very low for a third place score. Fuck you, Yas. Oh my god, I hate that. Second place, 159 over to Lucius DX. Congratulations. 157 was the old Sing for third. First place, do we have first place announced? Iguana was in chat. He won the whole event with the 164. He literally came in chat. Wait, what the fuck? Thanks, Pat. I didn't even know there was a catch event until I saw your stream. I went to the event 20 minutes late. I'm happy for you, dude. That's the best news I've heard. That's fucking insane. Congratulations. This is, dude, I knew this event would be wacky and weird. That's insane. Thank you for the jewels. I don't know what the fuck that means. Thank you. Dude, congrats. That's awesome. I'm getting distracted. This is supposed to be just an Iron Man clip, but that is a really fucking cool thing to have happen. An accomplishment. Iguana, congratulations on winning a catch event, dude. What a wacky event, man. 164 first place. That's the lowest first place I've seen in years. In years in PokeMMO, man. Congratulations. Alrighty, fellas, we are post that very difficult catch event, and my best catch was a 147, which usually would be like pretty useless, but I did actually submit it, and it turns out a 157 placed in 3rd place. This was a very crazy, difficult event. You guys have probably already seen that clip, obviously, by this point, but that was just insane. I ended up with, I think, 4 Shittos, and then I did get 1 Ditto with an IV that I moved over, 31 defense IV Ditto over here, so really happy to, like, just accidentally get some Shittos during this kind of catch event. That's a 2 birds, 1 stone situation. I did it with a pretty good IV Magnetone, but these are generalist breeders that can only breed with themselves, you know, other Magnetones. So it's going to be tough to figure out what I want to do with these. I do want to try to utilize them if possible, but there's only going to be so much I can do. I already have a quiet Magnezone with analytic and then a timid one. Like, that might be, this one's not very good though, to be fair. I'd like to upgrade this, but it's really good for what it needs to be. Yeah, I'm going to keep them for now, I guess, but they are box slots, unfortunately. We're going to see what I can do with that. Maybe I'll end up breeding, if this one can pair, I don't think it can. Defense ends attack. I don't think it pairs with that, unfortunately. Yeah, it does not, but we'll keep them, whatever. And then 131 speed Snorlax, which is also, I believe, monster egg group, which is a really good, yeah, good egg group to get a male breeder for, honestly. That's it. Nothing crazy. Pretty quick loots from that catch event. All right, got ourselves a quick Sunday night alpha Rhyperior spawn, interrupted by a rude Geodude. Now, Reckless Rhyperior is pretty interesting. I probably don't have one of those in my PC, but I don't know how useful it is, to be honest with you. I might check the PvP stats on it, but Rhyperior being a monster egg group breeder is really what I'm looking for. So I think even any sort of female or male would be fine here. I just need way more monster breeders for all of the monster alphas that I have, especially like that Gibble. I have like that alpha Gibble that I'm working on forever, and a ton of other breeds that I want to finish, and it is male. So that is good as a breeder. A nice little turn 10 alpha Rhyperior. Pretty easy catches recently, consistently. Let's see the stats. 31 attack, not ideal, but at least we're going 6 times 31 on our alpha Garchomp. So long term, we can get some use out of this, but definitely a lesser good, you know, a below average alpha, but that's okay. Still an alpha. Good morning. It is Monday morning on the Ironman account, and if Shiny War starts at around the same time as it did in the previous years, we are now down to about 5 weeks before the event is here. I did stay up late last night doing a bunch of work in progress. As you can see, I've started leaking over breeds into this section of my PC, and I'm actually going to go ahead and go through and I think do all of these breeds today, or at least most of them. And I'm really torn of whether I should start these alpha breeds or not. Once again, it's not that scary of it. Like, I have to be careful with my eggs. The main thing, I have to be very, very careful. I don't want to throw any of these alpha Pokemon into my incubators. I want to keep all of them for Shiny War, and also keep all of them organized properly. If an egg goes into the incubator, I can't pull it out of the incubator, which is a big pain. I really hope they actually update that and change that in the future. But I do also have a few Pokemon over here really quick that I can just go ahead and delete forever. And it's sad because these are Mons that I've been holding on to forever. If you've watched the series in detail, you probably remember a lot of these. This one is obviously from the Christmas event, a 162 overall IV, 31 attack, Voltorb. I just already have this Electrode and this Voltorb, both alpha over here, that are going to be my defensive bulky screens. It's why I called Cringe Trode, because that strategy is very cringe, but it's also very important to have one. A reflect and light screen setting Electrode, and then a timid, you know, fast pace offensive Electrode if I'll ever need that. I doubt that I'll need that, but just in case, we will have it. I don't need this random one with 31 attack. It's a genderless Pokemon. It can't breed with other things. It's going to get released. This female jolly, you know, 20 plus in every physical stat plant egg group breeder. It's really solid. I don't need 20 plus Pokemon anymore, and a lot of these breeds, a lot of these Mons are 20 plus in so many stats. This Lapras, I think, almost got us into a catch event. It's a 152. I think it might have been like a 162. Yeah, Safari caught Lapras as well, dude. Holy, this Slackoth, 137. Adamant Nature, really good stats across the board. This Rattata, I just don't need another, even though it's got good nature, I don't need more field egg group 31 Spatak breeders. This Shuppet's a really tough one. It's 26 plus in every single physical stat, male in the Chaos egg group. There's not that many Chaos egg group physical attackers, and once again, I just don't I can't justify it. And this Magneton that I caught yesterday in the event, I'm going to go ahead and release as well. I would love to breed a 6x31 Magnemite at some point, but I'd rather just recatch new ones at that point and save myself a little bit of inventory space heading into Shiny War. It's how important every single inventory space is going to represent a rare encounter, but not even that, like multiple of them. The fact that I'm going to have so much space to pop all my Mysterious Balls and all of my fossils, it's going to be a pain in the butt, man. So as much space, I know that I'm going to end up spending some time during war fiddling with my boxes and trying to get things clean, but as much as I can do ahead of time, once again, saves us that time during the war itself. But that is a bunch of spring cleaning done with. We have all these briefs to probably go ahead and talk about today. I'm probably going to keep saving the alphas, I think, for the time being. Oh, that's such a tough... I really want the box space. Like, this whole box now is dedicated to alpha breeds. This whole, like, this area down here, there is so much space. This being new breeds over here, there's so much space right now in alpha breeds. I only have 1, 2, 3. These are 3 boxes of non-alpha Pokemon, non-breeders, and then this, like, this probably will be full after I do all this, though, to be fair. But so I probably have less than 4 boxes now of non-alpha breeders, and then a box and a half of alphas. I've drastically cut down on space recently. It's actually crazy. And you also might notice this Magmar and Togetic are now over here because I spent last night right before bed. I was like, you know what, I have some extra time to kill. If I get a shiny, that would be unfortunate because it wouldn't be on camera. I pretty rarely do encounters like that, you know, late night, but I was like, you know what, let's just do it. I want to get something done. I want to get some work done. I XP trained a bunch of my baby Pokemon. These have been a thorn in my side for quite a while now, but now I have XP trained my Tyrode, I had an Idly buff, my Pichu, another Idly buff, Alpha Magby baby, and then the Togepi, and now I can go ahead and rebreed these and actually use these as the resources. I still have to evolve these baby mons, but those will get done in the future. All right, let's step away from our boxes. I need to stop looking at that for a few hours at the very least. Let's go farm our berries. We do have a Leppa batch this morning. It's physically impossible to have a bad day when you have a Leppa berry batch to pick on your Ironman account. It is scientifically proven, fellas. Oh, there it is. They're beautiful. We're starting at around 6,400 Leppas. I will see you guys at like 7,500, 7,300-ish. I can't wait, dude. Also, feel free to ignore my Pokeyen stack. It has been absolutely obliterated with all the breeds that I've been setting up recently. Pokeyen solving is back on the menu, sadly. It's nice that I can at least solve it much faster in less days these days with the new strategies, but dude, it is... I'm starting to get sick, and it's because I upgraded Jimmy Run strategies. I'm starting to get sick of it. I do dread with the new strategy with more brain power, just a little bit more. I do dread my Jimmy Runs a bit more. I didn't mind my Jimmy Runs before because the double Typhlosion strat is so brain dead. But you know what? It's a few weeks of dread never really hurt anybody, right, guys? Shiny War is just too important, and it's just around the corner, and we'll make sure we are nice and refreshed beforehand. But for now, we got to get through that dread and make our Pokeyen. All right, here's the final berry to be harvested. We ended up with around 7,300, right in that middle mark between 73 and 74. 7,341 Leppas is the new count. And the cool thing is, I probably can just go ahead and do another batch of Leppas tomorrow. I'm still at 519 very spicy, 392 plain sweet, getting a little bit lower on plain sweet to be fair. And then 425 plain bitter. I'm probably going to go ahead and do a Leppa batch today. I'll plant today, I guess. I'll probably plant in a few hours. Maybe I should just plant actually now before stream. Not a bad idea because then it's a 20-hour growth cycle. If I plant at 11 a.m., they'll be done at what? 7 a.m.? They'll be done at 7 a.m. They'll wilt. Yeah, we can do that. Let's just go ahead and plant these suckers now. This is going to get me pretty low on the plain sweet seeds, but that's okay. We should be fine. We can definitely go ahead and regrow from a certain point. I need to actually change this back. I do change this. It's really cool. I'm still not really used to it fully, but this was one of the most underrated updates PokeMMO did in the past, like 2 or 3 years, or I guess 1 to 2 years. They added your ability to like switch through multiple hotkey bars, and I feel like nobody talked about it. It's a really fucking cool quality of life change, and it's really nice to see my berry count right there. All right, here is the final Leppa being planted. Let's go take a crack at those breeds. What do you fellas say? Now, there's an important reason I'm doing these breeds off stream today because I just had a huge lag spike. No, but the real reason is I need to take them very slowly and carefully. These breeds are very complicated. There's a lot of Pokemon that need to pair with other Pokemons after. This is the most time I've spent on the entire account setting up like this amount of breeds at one time. Usually I'll just have one box done, let alone one, like basically two boxes. I think I have basically two full boxes of breeds here if you include this and this and this. Now, I don't think I'm gonna do the alphas today. I just don't trust myself. I'm not locked in enough. I'm a little too drowsy today. I don't trust myself to not mess up the alpha breeds and not hatch some of the eggs, and I just don't want to deal with that today. So we'll deal with that in the future once we're closer to war. Once we still have like 5 weeks, so once we're closer to war, we can deal with that, and we're going to catch a bunch of Dittos here coming up to hopefully give us some egg chances like that as well. So let's just go ahead and focus on what we have to do today. Number one, we have this Snorlax breed. This set was, again, each breed is going to say like this needs to be made female, so I'm going to go ahead and do it very carefully. This is, I believe, just a monster egg group breeder that is both 2x31. I think that's all that is, but it is set up to go with that male Tyranitar. I'm actually going to be using one of my Tyranitars that I caught from my alpha, you know, static Tyranitar spawn. So that's gonna be a pretty cool breeder, like, going away, sadly, but I just don't need that many of those around. And then next up we have this make male, another monster egg group breeder, attack and defense, and that is also set up to go with another breeder right there, that Lickitung breeder you might have seen. It is set up to go with that. I'm hoping that 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Petrowski didn't make these breeds incorrectly, but if we did, we'll just have to fix them. Next up, a simple 2x31 plant egg group breeder in both attack and defense. Attack not as desired in the plant egg group, but you do need it sometimes. And then Petalil, a female-only species of Pokemon, but I do want at least one 5x31 Lilligant. It is a pretty good Pokemon. Quiverdance Lilligant can have a place in PvP, and sometimes I think Lilligant could pop up in PVM in the right raid or right setting. We haven't really seen it yet, but I kind of believe it could. Next up, a mineral egg group Pokemon. Pretty rare. I am extremely low on mineral egg group breeders, and Snorunt is in both the fairy and mineral egg group, so I can use this Pikachu to go ahead and breed with it. Dude, it is insane how much Pokeyen, I'm not doing everything today obviously, but how much Pokeyen worth of Pokemon we have in these boxes. Like these, like just the braces alone, keep in mind, is 600k per box. It's about 1.2 million Pokeyen in braces. Just the items to get this box, what was over here, and this all ready to go was about 1.2 million, maybe 1.1 if we're, you know, under assuming, right? Let alone the actual Pokemon themselves, all these alphas. It wouldn't surprise me if this is somewhere between 5 to 10 million Pokeyen worth of resources being utilized here, consumed and then upgraded, hopefully. If this was a main account, this would be so, I mean, it's even more insane on an Ironman account, but this would be so much Pokeyen. I mean, there's literally a 5x31 EV breed in here, you know, like there's some crazy stuff. But let's go ahead and get back to just our non-alpha breeds for today. Next up, we have this flying egg group. It says make male. I'm just gonna listen to Petrowski 2 a.m. past Petrowski. This is a 5x31 though. 5x31 flying egg group breeder. That is a big deal, man. You don't see that every day. That'll be a really cool breeder potentially for something, and the nature roll could matter. Next up, we have another 5x31 breed, a 5x31 water bee egg group breeder. You don't see a whole lot of that, but there are some relevant Pokemon in water bee that I might want to, you know, breed up, or even like putting this back onto a carp in the future. I'm going to make this male just in case. We're going to end up spending a fair bit of Pokeyen here on choosing genders, which is, I mean, it's important obviously in the Pokemon breeding game. Next up are some Starlies. We have a bunch of flying egg group breeders here. I don't think these need any genders, so these might be pretty easy for a little bit. Let's see, another Starly, 2x31 in HP and speed. Another Starly breed flying egg group Pokemon, 31 defense and 31 speed. Next up, a 3x31 field and water A. It's really nice that Bidoof is in the water A egg group, acting as that dual egg group breeder, where the Shinx is just field egg group. So it's always good to transfer IVs like this onto a Pokemon that is in multiple, can be used in multiple ways, versus Shinx is just that field egg group. Next up, we have a humanoid egg group breeder, 2x31 on this Abra in HP and defense. Potentially could roll 30 there, but not gonna hope for it. Now we're downgrading the Bidoof into a Shinx, but it's a good 2x31 breeder in the field egg groups, Patak and Spadef. A lot of these Pokemon come from catch events. I remember these Starlies and Natus. 2x31 flying egg group breeder in HP and speed. 2x31 flying egg group breeder in defense and speed. Another 2x31 flying egg group breeder in Spatak and Spadef. Reminder that it takes about 3 hours to set up one box of these, and they're flying Edgar Breeder, Insp Attack, and Speed. It took me so long. I remember I always like associate the TV shows and movies I was watching while setting these up generally with my wife, and the dreariness and the weight of my eyes as it reaches like 2 a.m. and I'm still setting up breeds, and I reach a point where I have to stop because my brain is mush. 2x31 Field and I believe Monster Edgar Breeder in Defense and Insp Attack here. Haven't seen any breeding mistakes so far, so that is a green flag. 2x31 Humanoid Age Group Breeder in Def and Speed. 2x31 Bug Age Group Breeder in 31 Attack and Defense. 2x31 Spatak and Spadef Field Age Group Breeder. And then here I start working up a Spirit Tomb. I really want to have a 6x31 like really good Spirit Tomb. Very powerful, good utility Pokemon, good in PvP, good in certain PVM situations. Like Spirit Tomb's shockingly versatile. It's just so disgustingly tanky in a way that most Pokemon are not. Now, this does not say to make this female. I didn't label this. I think I do want to make this female because I want to get myself a good Spirit Tomb. I'm going to do that. I'm pretty sure that's what I want it for. But there are a few different ways I want to get a good Spirit Tomb, so maybe that's just one of them for now. 2x31 Bug, I believe, just Bug, Age Group Breeder, HP, and Attack. And then a beautiful 4x31 Humanoid Age Group Breeder. I do want to make this male. HP, Defense, Spadef, and Speed. These are your favorite kinds of breeders because every Pokemon needs these stats, and then figuring out whether you want to go Attack or Spatak is the cherry on top. So that is peak versatility, peak flexibility. Like that is the perfect breed you want on an Iron Man breeder. And then the ultimate question, do I want to go ahead and start making some of these alpha breeds? Do I need to clear up the space? Can I successfully keep them separate from my other eggs? That is the question. It's a really hard call to make. Thankfully, like I'm not in a rush. As long as I have these 8 eggs in my batch and I don't remove them, like I can just go ahead and make these whenever I want to. Maybe I do it on the final batch or something. Maybe that's the play. It's really tough. It's actually like a really hard decision. I just don't want to accidentally hatch alphas, if you know what I mean. Oh, I think, but I mean, I've never done this before, so I'm just a little scared, a little nervous. What if I do some of them and I just try to be really careful with it? I just know that knowing me, I'll see my incubator, like, you know, I'll see my incubator empty and know that I can put some eggs into it and just like kind of auto do it in my brain and then make that mistake. It gives me more time. It gives me more time to make that mistake, which I don't like, you know. With 5 weeks left potentially until Shiny War, I'm gonna hold off. I know I'm debating this in live time, so sorry to waste your guys' time like that, but it's good to show that kind of tug and pull and that turmoil and what do you do on an Iron Man account. You know, this is a unique decision that most main accounts don't have to worry about. I'm gonna hold off for now and just play it patient. I might go ahead and just move all of these though over to my alpha boxes. I've cleared out so much space. See, I do like that because that's going to empty up a full box to allow me to create more breeds. Okay, that is nice because I've cleared so much space in my alpha boxes that my alpha boxes are just this was like 2.5 boxes before. This was so much and now I've cleared out so much space. I have a little free area down here. That is okay. That feels a lot nicer to me. And now I can pretty much hatch these eggs willy-nilly as I see fit, and we should be good. The Iron Man luck continues, dude. I'm catching an Alpha Foretress. This thing has despawned. So I either need to catch it now or it's just I'm never going to get it. It had despawned, but I encountered it with enough time. It was indignant. It was +4 stats after it had despawned. It was a very scary catch. We timer balled it with no... it wasn't even asleep. With no spore, we timer balled it and caught it on turn like 21. Not too shabby. We'll take it. 2x31 Bug. Is it Bug and anything else? Bug Age Group Breeder on an alpha. Always. I'm happy we got that, boys. We have to get into some money making today because I am broke as a goat. Broke as a snake. There's some saying there. At 1.8 million Pokeyen. I'm gonna grab my Jimmy Run team and get to work today, fellas. Wait. I've been hustled this whole time on... No wonder my Jimmy runs have been so bad. My accuracy has been lowered this whole time and I didn't even know. That's fucked up. I need to change this ability as soon as... Like, not even before this trainer rerun is done, but immediately. That's insane. I think it's time, fellas. The Iron Man team is getting a little bit full again. There are plenty of Iron Men who are inactive. I think it's time to clear out the team a little bit, fellas. So salutes and shout outs to all of these Iron Men, whether you've ended your journey, you just came to a natural conclusion, whatever it may be. This is not an attack or to shame you. I do just want to make space for new, future, fresh Iron Men. So Iron Dudux, salutes to you. Goodbye, gamer. It was an honor to have you. Iron Chaz. Iron's is a great name. Iron Sauce. They just been. I've even held it. It's supposed to be like inactive for like 3 months. Could be a kick. But we don't want to kick people if we don't have to. It's more, I want to give leeway. And if you ever come back to the game and return to being active, feel free to go ahead and hit me up on stream and I'll reinvite you. But these are all players who have not been online for like 8 months now. Great name. Go ahead and promote him for the name. Last online. Iron Konkitsu. Love Konkitsu. Rest in peace, gamer. We're gonna take it down to Iron. I love Brewski. Iron Brewski. No. Iron England. No. There's a lot of my regulars. Oh no. They haven't lost their Iron Man journeys. For a lot of people just like to, similar to other PokeMMO accounts, complete. We'll go up until Christmas. If you were online for the Christmas event, there you go. You're good for now. That should give us a lot more space. 125, a lot more space. Okay. A lot of people just wanted to play the Iron Man for a little bit, have fun, get the experience, or like beat all the storylines and move on, which is so fair. Nothing wrong with that, I just want to make space for the new gamers. Alright, fellas, another day on the Iron Man account. I did just finish harvesting my Leppas. I did fuck up a little bit, and my Leppas were all blinking red last night. Now, thankfully, I think I watered them in time before I actually lost any yield somehow. Very, very closely. Yeah, I definitely did, because I ended up with almost plus 1,000 Leppas, now at 82, 8,300-ish, and I started at 7,300-ish. So almost plus that 950. I usually get about 950 Leppas per harvest, so I'm very happy with that. I think I can go ahead and plant my berries now. So I'm gonna go ahead and replant today. We are planting sustainability berries today. I super need more Petchas, so we're gonna start with those. Dude, if I could beat this gym in the next 18 seconds, this is my fastest run by far. It's going to be so fucking... I think I'm going to barely miss it. No! This is gym number 26 in my run. Oh, I'm not going to... I just barely missed it. Oh! Wait, was that might count. Wait. If I get 13,500 or so yen, that counted. If I get 9,000, I got 8. No! Dude, I was off by seconds. That was still 25 gyms in 1 hour. My best run so far, I think. On stream, at least. Dude, I was so close to 26. I can't believe that didn't count. That was so close there. Man, that's okay. Still a very good run. Believers win the pot on the Gamba for the day. 25 gyms in an hour on the Iron Man account. Insane progress comparatively to what I was doing with the double Typhlosion strategy, man. I'm glad I upgraded before Johnny War. And I still have a month to do this run beforehand. All right, on the Iron Man after stream, of course, as always, had some good like passive fossil farming done today. We're now up to like I can't do math. What is that? 440-ish? No, more than that, right? Like 460? Almost 460 fossils. And we also have a really nice alpha spawn, Alpha Lickilicky, a monster egg group breeder. I need monster alpha egg group breeders more than anything. Would love to see like a male here. Yo, that's so good. It's been a second since we've seen a male monster egg group breeder. That's actually a really big deal. That could help us get into a chain of breeds. All right, just snagged the catch. Jolly Nature could be a green flag, but I haven't checked the IVs yet. 31 HP, 31 SPDF, very solid. Very happy with that. Nothing crazy, but like, I mean, it's pretty crazy to just get a monster male egg group breeder as an alpha. That's just really nice. It's been a while, man. Alrighty, good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I'm harvesting some sustaining berries. Just wanted to get that on camera and show you guys. There is the harvest. All my Petchas. A lot of Petchas today. 382 Petchas, 112 cherries, and 216 rosts. Those are the 3 important berries. I'm going to go ahead and use most of my harvesting tools now. It is crazy, once again, how fast we zoom through these. Even if I spend 700k, and get like 2 massive stacks, it only lasts like 3 days, I think, max, which is kind of nuts. Definitely one of the biggest costs on the Iron Man account, but so freaking crucial. We'll go ahead and get all these crunched. We're gonna have actually some extra, a little bit. That's honestly more than I expected left over. Not too shabby, kind of happy with that. And then our seed count, what's that looking like? Only 365, very spicy. 443 plain sweet, and then 372 plain bitter. So yeah, our seed count is honestly a little low across the board even after that harvest. Definitely need to do a few more days of sustainability berries. I like being at that like 500 600 mark when I do my Leppa planting. And worst case scenario, like if I end up with too many sustainability seeds heading into shiny war, I can still plant Leppas during war. That's fine. It would feel kind of bad, but I honestly might berry farm during war. We'll have to see if I can do it fast enough and stuff. I think it might be worth it, but we'll have to see. It's really going to come down to, I'd really rather not be planting sustainability berries during war. I don't mind planting batches of Leppas, you know, just harvesting, getting the haul, yada, yada, yada. But doing the sustainability berry stuff, that's going to be a pain in the butt. But I'm going to go ahead and replant sustainability berries. It's a bit early today to do this, but it's honestly the best timing for me. So even if this batch is a little bit scuffed tomorrow morning, that's okay. Good morning, Iron Man gamers. It is Thursday morning. We have a berry harvest ahead of us. It feels like Monday for some reason. Got a lot of progress to make and a lot of grinding to do. Let's go ahead and harvest these berries and see where we stand. I did just spend the past like 2 days trying to export Iron Man episode 33. It was a pain in the butt. I ran into so many problems. I had to download an entirely new video editing software. Everything broke, corrupted, destroyed, but I think I got it figured out. I think I'm still gonna get that big 3-hour episode out to you guys, thankfully. But if you're watching this, hopefully you've already seen it. And while we're passing by this little fella anyway, I need a ton of harvesting tools, so let's just go ahead and drop 700 grand. It's gonna hurt, but we got to do it. You also might notice my like giant text boxes, like this stuff, or like when I pick the berry, it's all like a white empty text box. I don't know if I've mentioned that on this series yet. I did update my strings, my custom strings. They have been updated and everything's a little bit faster now because of that. I think I got a better Jimmy run. I don't know if it's just placebo effect. I know custom strings have been nerfed in certain ways, but my Jimmy run definitely felt a lot better after updating them. I had them already installed, but I hadn't updated them in like 6 to 12 months. So we do have our updated custom strings now. All right, there's the final berry pick. Let's go ahead and harvest these suckers and destroy them. 2,100 harvesters to start. 256 berry berries. See you later. What we got next? Petches. 108 petches. See you later. Give me those seeds. Thank you. Thank you. And then finally, Ross. 163 Ross. Try to focus a bit more on Ross this harvest. Let's go check our seed count. We're sitting at 437 plain bitter, 488 plain sweet, and 433 very spicy. Still gonna do... I could farm Leppas. Still gonna do some sustainability batches. I might just do sustainability batches all weekend since today is Thursday. I could do them like, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then come back next Monday, you know, and start the week with a ton of nice big Leppa batches. I do have to wait to plant these for like an hour or two, or else they're definitely gonna die. Alrighty, fellas, what the anyways, Alpha Banette caught just now on the Iron Man account. A beautiful way to start the morning. Can't redo that clip. Who cares? We're gonna go plant our berries and equip. That's pretty good. Always need more Chaos egg group breeders. 31 HP, 31 defense, 25 plus in like the stats that it has. Low speed that can be bred up. That's a pretty damn good alpha catch. I'm quite happy with that. We're gonna go plant berry. Should I pick this ball up? I usually keep it a rage bait, but you know what? Since we're right here, we'll pick it up. The rare picking up an item to not rage baits. We're gonna go plant our berries over in Unova, and then we have a lot of Pokeyen to make today. Pokeyen has been the thing, you know. It is what it is. We are going to be doing our Jimmy run and trainer run today. So hopefully in the next clip, you'll see me at like 2.5 most likely million Pokeyen in one day, which is pretty like 2 hours or so. Maybe 2.5 because I'm slow in the head, but we'll get there soon. Alrighty, fellas, the catch event is beginning. I should have brought a synchronized Pokemon because I'm pretty sure you can nest ball this event. I'm going to go calculate. I have plenty of nest balls. I don't want to use too many quick balls, but nest balls I have a fair bit of already. There's no point in keeping the stock heading into Shiny War. This should actually be a synchronizable nest ballable event. I'm going to release that, go grab a synchronized Pokemon, and wish me luck, guys, on the Iron Man Whismur catch event. Good luck to everybody participating. It should be a really competitive event. There's a fair bit of people here. There's a shiny prize, and you can catch these extremely, extremely quickly and rapidly. Ooh, we love a little 2x31 breeder catch, dude. Whismur is one of the best breeders, honestly. Being in the monster Enfield egg group, this is just a Pokemon that you would want to catch a ton even outside of a catch event for breeders. This is genuinely one of the best Pokemon you can catch as an Iron Man or even just as a main account in PokeMMO for breeders. Very, very, very good. Easy catches, fast catches. This is a really good event for breeding progress. All right, another 2 times 31 breeder, 31 HP, 31 speed on amazing age groups. Male, hell yeah, pog, perfect. That's not bad. I don't think it's only a 34. It's not, you know, there's no minuses. I'm gonna keep it. Like, that is probably gonna be my lowest catch of the event. The odds of that winning 4th place, like, it's like almost 0%. I'm not gonna lie. This event is gonna have so many catches, but it might be what I submit if I don't get anything above like a 155. This is a gorgeous catch. Obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and catch a 180 really quick, guys. I've done that in the past. Let's go ahead and do it, boys. But this is a 179. It makes sense in an event like this with this many catches. Look at those IVs. Like, that is just insane. The lowest IV is 27. The lowest IV is 27. That is disgusting. That's a beautiful Pokemon, dude. Congrats to them. Hung. Also a sick OT. He will probably win the event. But don't stop. Don't give up. Good luck to you, Pung. It's a crazy catch, man. Tom just asked me, Pat, does your Kadabra even have Synchronize? No, it doesn't. I've been using an Inner Focus Kadabra for the entire event. It's been 38 minutes. Well, it is what it is. Alrighty, fellas, I started this event with 195 nest balls, and I'm now ending with 85. That means I caught 110 Whismurs in this event. Now, I released most of them for the sake of box space, but I kept anything that was breeders, and there's a lot. There's some extra we can release, but like, there's a lot of Pokemon we kept. The event is over. I'm not submitting anything. My best catch, highest, my lowest was a 34. My lowest was a 34, and my highest was like a 144. Nothing really worth submitting. For really good breeders, two times 31s, really good breeders for the event. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my boxes a little bit, try to get these moved over to these breeder boxes as well, and see you guys with catch event results here in a quick second. Dude, that is like straight up the most breeders you'll see like in one catch event. Like almost 20 breeders, I think. All these Whismurs, 19. Woof. And then 2 of them are 2 times 31s. That was really good progress for our breeds. It hurts a little bit because I don't want breeders right now. You know, heading into Shiny War, I want to cut down on my breeders. But, you know, it is good progress, dude. Alrighty, fellas, we are back with catch event results for the Whismur catch event. Should be a really competitive one. A ton of Pokemon were caught. Great name, Coyote Dank with 4th place. The didgeridoo sounds okay. Shout out Magic the Gathering. Was that Homelands? I had the didgeridoo card. Coyote Dank with a score of 15 for 4th place. Congratulations, gamer. 3rd place, 170. Very high 3rd place scoring. 170 over to Rukose. Sorry if I butchered that. Congrats on your 3rd place, gamer. 2nd place, ooh, tighter than I expected for 3rd and 2nd. 2nd place with a 171 is Bastion XY, and that does mean that 1st place is going to be that 179. 179 over to Pung. Wins himself a shiny Whismur with really good IVs and 1,000 RP on top of it, dude. Congratulations. Yeah, a humble 179, someone said. Really good event, man. Really competitive event. I really like the nest ball, quick ball spamming events. They're a lot of fun. You get a lot of good breeders. Pretty expensive for main accounts, but as an Ironman account, I like them. I don't mind it, you know. Expensive for me too, but you know what I mean. Good luck to everybody on your next event. Congrats to everybody who placed, all that jazz. It was a banger event in my opinion. I had a ton of fun. Good luck next time, guys. Thanks for participating, and yeah. All right, and just as that Whismur catch event and stream ended, there became an alpha Ditto spawn. The best alpha spawn that main accounts love, Ironmen love. I can't wait for this. I always need way more of these. We're going to be consuming a lot of these really soon during our alpha breeds heading into war. So it's really good to stock up on some before war actually begins. All right, just nabbed the Alpha Ditto Timid Nature. 31 Spatak, 31 Defense will take it. I do have a fair bit of 31 Spatak, I believe, Alpha Dittos, so I'd love some more, you know, neutral ones with just stats and defenses, HPs, speeds, or like even physical attack, but beggars can't be choosers, man. I'm just happy to have an Alpha Ditto. That is a huge catch. All right, earlier in the day, a few hours ago, I went ahead and picked my sustainability berries of the day. We ended up with 322 cherries, 168 Ross, and 220 Petches. I'm going to go ahead and break those down as per usual. I know it must be getting a little old me showing you guys every single clip like this, and I do try to keep them short, so I hope it's, that's okay, but I think it's good to also show the progress, and every single time you see me harvest, like, keep in mind, every single time you see me do a harvest like this, there is about 24 hours, or at least 16 hours of work behind it. Obviously not too much actual work, but a lot of keeping track of the time. Dude, I have alarms on my phone going off constantly. I'm starting to get a little jump scared. I'm starting to actually just ignore it, or I hear like an alarm in a movie, or I hear an alarm, at a out in public or some shit. I'm like, oh, is that my berries? I get like jump scared. So it's definitely taking a toll on my brain, the constant keeping track of berries. There's a reason I don't do this activity on my main account, but you know what? It is good to get done on the Iron. Of course, we ends up with, let's see how many seeds. 527 very spicy, 593 plain sweet. Oh, that's a really good stat, man. And it's Friday. I want to keep farming up on sustainability berries, and once again, hopefully do Leppas like throughout the weekdays and next week. So I'm just going to keep doing chill sustainability berries. Well, I was hanging out for the evening, and I just so happened to peek at Discord, and thank Arceus I did, because there's another Alpha Ditto spawn, dude. That is like 2 Alpha Dittos in the past 2 days. That's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and catch this fella, get some more liquid diamond resources on the account. Dude, hell yeah. Cottony. Ooh, it's going to be a little annoying. I will have to actually soak that, turn it not into a grass type so I can spore it. If you don't know, the way the Alpha Ditto works is that it randomly transforms into any other alpha. This thing might also have like Sunspore or Giga Drain. Yeah, this is going to be kind of annoying, but we'll get it done. All right, there it is, caught on turn 20 with a Dream Ball. It was asleep for the max turns, which is why I used a Dream Ball. I could have used Timer Ball there, but I have other uses for those where Dream Balls are a little bit more niche. The IV reveal, like I said earlier, I keep getting Alpha Dittos with 31 Spatat. Like, I'm not mad. Like, Alpha Dittos are amazing, and I have plenty of special attacking Pokemon to breed with them, okay? But it'd be nice to maybe have a little more flexibility, or, be able to potentially breed a physical attacker with an Alpha Ditto. But you know what? Once again, I don't mean to complain. This is liquid diamonds for the account, dude. It is an insanely good resource. Really glad I saw this one, and it happened at like 6 p.m. Really good time for an Alpha Ditto. Also, I just realized an Alpha Ditto on Friday at 6 p.m., PokeMMO players are going to eat good on this one. That is perfectly timed, dude. What a good little break into the weekend. All right, a little late night clip on a Friday night, 11:30 p.m. to be exact, but it's kind of an important one. You see, I think I just did 29 gyms in an hour of gym rerunning. If that's true, that is insane. This gym is actually number 30. I mean, it's insane for me. Not insane for good PokeMMO players, but insane for me, okay? I think I started this run with 2477. You probably can see a previous clip where I was probably at that amount of Pokeyen. So if I take 2852, I'm just going to go ahead and, sum it up to around there, and then subtract by 2477, 1, 2, 3. That will leave me with 375,000 Pokeyen. If I'm earning about 13.5 a gym, if I could only type correctly, it's 375k divided by 13.5 like this. That would be, yeah, about I think I did 28 gyms. Oh, did I say 29? Did I do 28? That makes more sense. Okay, I'm glad I calced this. I wonder if I skipped the gym at some point. I added an extra gym, and then I also went to Blackthorn after. I had about 1 minute left on my Amulet coin, and I went to Blackthorn City after. That makes sense. I think I'm gonna assume it was 28. That's the only thing that makes sense. I think I ended up doing about 28 gyms within this hour, which is what you're supposed to get. And I'm also gonna get a little bit more. I'm gonna get a little bit more Pokeyen than just 28, so that's cool. But 28 and a half gyms, let's call it 28 and a half gyms with the quote unquote new to me 7 hell strategy. That is a massive upgrade. Once again, earning 375,000 Pokeyen within 1 hour. That is almost 400k, 400 grand Pokeyen, dude, almost within an hour. Insane amounts higher than what I was able to earn previously. And while we're at it, since I've been making a bunch of Pokeyen off camera recently, I'm going to go ahead and do my trainer rerun here in a quick sec as well. But first things first, we actually have an alpha catch to go do. So let's take a quick break between our Amulet coin popping to go catch that. I believe it's a Alpha Arbok. Well, actually, in typical Iron Man fashion, my alarm is going off. Before we do our trainer rerun, we have to catch the alpha. But before we catch the alpha, we got to go water our berries. So let's water our berries so that then we can catch the alpha, so that then we can trainer rerun. Classic Iron Man strategy. My berries might actually be blinking red here. Let's see if we can get that on camera. It's pretty close. We just barely. Probably in like 15 minutes or so, they'll be blinking. I've been watching a movie and kind of delaying where I'm going to go water my berries. So thankfully, we didn't get it, push it back too much. Even if they do blink red for a little bit, it's totally okay. They just can't blink red for like multiple hours. All right, the crops have been watered. It is Alpha Arbok time. This is a Dragon Egg Group breeder, of course. I always say that. It's really easy to forget that Arbok is in the Dragon Egg Group, and that's a male Arbok. That's a really, really good start. Let's see some solid IVs. Hopefully no Spatak EVs. I have too much of that right now. I would love physical attack, or ideally 31 defense, Spadef, HP speed. Any 4 of those stats would be beautiful. Not even going to ask for a 3x31 or anything fancy. Just 2x31 in good neutral stats would be beautiful today on a male Dragon Egg Group breeder. All right, it took me quite a while, but I finally caught the Arbok. Turned 24. Honestly, not as bad as I thought. It felt a lot worse. And there's the physical stat, man. I'll take it. 31 attack, 31 speed. I'll happily take that. That is a fantastic breeder, dude. All right, and honestly, it is midnight. I think it might be too late to do that trainer rerun I was talking about. I might just call it for the night, boys, and I'll probably see you guys maybe tomorrow with some berry harvesting, or maybe just Monday. Or surely not Monday. I'll see you Sunday for a catch event, most definitely. A morning would just not be complete without a little berry farming existentialism. Let's get to our harvest, fellas. All right, I gotta be quick because Big Leppa is staring me down over in the corner. Here is the berry harvest haul. 280. I keep getting 287 cherries exactly. 287 cherries, 170, not 162 patches, 227 raws. Let's crush these down into seeds. I'm really getting my seed numbers up this weekend, which has been nice. My harvesting tool count is going down very quickly, though, dude. I did do my Jimmy run last night, of course. I didn't end up doing the trainer rerun. I did set up a few breeds, though, instead before bed. Let's now look at our seed count. Or how's our harvesting tool count, actually? I didn't double check that. 250. I'm gonna have to buy more. Probably in 1 second, to be honest with you. Seed count, though. 617 berry spicy, 688 plain sweets, and 627 plain bitter. We are nearing our all-time highs for seed counts. One more sustainability harvest and we should be there. But of course, to even do that harvest, we're gonna have to go buy some more harvesting tools. So let's go do that really quickly. Bite, stalling, so it can just be one clip. All right, let's go ahead and spend 350k. Boom, destroyed, eaten up, money gone again. 350k again. Another one. Okay, 2256 harvesting tools. Back down. I fought so hard to get almost near 3 mil. Back down to 2 mil, fellas. At least our Jimmy runs are making more Pokeyen than ever. Being able to make that 375k or whatever that I did the other day, oh, that felt insane. But funnily enough, I have a Minecraft stream to go do today, so I'll see you guys later. All right, it's that same little sunny Saturday. I'm currently headed to an Alpha Ninetales encounter. I also did just plant my berries. So I planted a new batch of sustainability berries. Still, we do have like a new record high. Not quite yet, but I think after this batch, we'll have record highs for seed counts. If I can reach 700s, I don't think I've ever touched that yet. So that would be a new record high on the account. That's pretty cool. We got an Alpha Ninetales right here as well. Let's go ahead and start the encounter. No shiny, unbelievable. I think it's a 25% chance to be male. So it is a, much more higher chance to be female. If that makes sense, it's okay. Still always happy to see field alpha egg group breeders. All right, this is actually the second battle because I accidentally killed it on the first fight, but that's okay. We did catch it. Get some HP candies. As I kind of underrate, I always get passive HP candies from these, which is nice. Really good stats. Wow. Good placement as well. 31 in both Spadef and speed. Those are neutral stats. 25 plus in the physicals if I want those. That is a really good breeder. Probably the best alpha we've caught in a while. Hell yeah. All right, I think it is time for another 7 Hells Jimmy run. This is number 6 on the account. We're almost at 7 Hells runs. All right, I swear I did actually do my Jimmy run, even though my Pokeyen stack is not really reflecting that right now. And that's because I've set up a billion breeds. I think this is the most breeds I've actually ever set up on the Iron Man account at once. I have almost an entire box here, almost an entire box here, and then half a box over here, and all of these eggs, not just the alphas, I think all of them, I think all of these eggs are going to be stored until Shiny War. Since we are probably, I don't know for sure, probably about 1 month away until War starts, I think it is finally time to start truly stocking up on as many eggs as humanly possible. And as you can see, I'm putting in that work. Look at this. This entire breeder's box has basically been cleared, except for the little bit of baby Pokemon down here that I still have to XP train and evolve so I can utilize them as resources. But that is an insane haul. I only have three boxes right now dedicated to breeders, and then I have obviously alpha box 1 and 2, which this used to be 2 boxes full of alphas. Now it's 1 full box and then less than 2 rows. Now, I'm hopefully going to go through a lot of these breeds on video tomorrow. I'm obviously not going to do these breeds until I go through them in great detail, but this is a lot to do, and I just can't really do it right now, unfortunately. So this will have to wait until tomorrow. All right, it is not time for me to break down those breeds yet, but I do have an alpha Kingler spawn, of course, over on the Iron Man account. Water Sea egg group. Not an egg group you see a whole lot, but sometimes it does. Haha, Water Sea, not an egg group you see so much. It wasn't intentional, just cringe. But we're going to go ahead and catch this Kingler. I'm sure I have breeders that I need for this. Now, I think if I recall correctly, I might need male breeders here, but I got a female. We'll see if I have any pairs. If this can result in 1 extra alpha breed for Shiny War, that would be amazing. All right, the first timer ball I was able to throw caught the Kingler, so not too shabby. Let's see, 20 plus in everything, 31 attack, 31 speed def. I like those stat placements. Let's go see if it has any pairings. If we can just go ahead and create another alpha breed, why not? I think I have my current boxes like pretty darn paired up. I don't know if there are any more like random pairings just throughout my boxes. I think not everything, but almost everything. It'd be very, very difficult and very, very niche. Almost everything is fully paired up. I mean, to be fair, that might be a pair. No, that's bug and plant. Okay, that might be a pairing right there. That'd be really embarrassing if live on camera I immediately found a pairing. But thankfully, nope, I actually am correct there. Rarely. Let's see if I have any Water Sea. This is female Water Sea. Let me just show you like how few Water Sea Pokemon, how few Water Sea alphas. Like I have another Kingler over here, another Crawdont, and then Dittos. It's tracking the Dittos. You know, if I go over here, yeah, I've got 3. Like I've got 3 other female Water Sea egg group breeders, but that's it. Literally 0 males aside from this one Kingler, which I'm already using as a breed. So, yep. I do have this empty box for that catch event tomorrow, worst case scenario, but I'd like to have my breed cleaned up by then. I mean, this is just so many Pokemon, dude. And it should be easy mode, since I think my plan is just going to be keeping these 8 Pokemon over in my incubators until, like, I don't think these will move until War starts. I think I'm keeping these Pokemon in here until Shiny War begins. I think that is the current goal. So every single egg from this point forward will be saved. That's also going to cut down on the amount of shittos that I need to catch beforehand, so I don't have to worry about, you know, farming a ton with that and just getting like random little rare egg spawns. I'd also have to go, if I was going to go like that route with a typical main account egg shunting route, which is usually getting a bunch of rares. Like you can see these 8 Pokemon in my boxes right now. These are just for random little egg shunts, and I'd have to get so many of these. I'd have to like go over to like the route for Squirtle and just run back and forth until I got Squirtles. It would be such a pain in the butt. I'm probably just going to rebreed these and release them after I'm done during War anyway. I think that is going to be the best strategy, just releasing any rares that I can't, you know, store. When I have as many Mysterious Balls as I have to be able to pop, dude, all the Mysterious Balls, this is hundreds of Pokemon that rely on me having box space, right? All the Mysterious Balls, all of the fossils, I have to have the right amount of box space. That's 400 something fossils. Each box is only 60. That's honestly my main concern right now, is literally just being able to manage all of those resources. And I'm gonna have to try to be really careful and cut down on my time during War just staring at boxes. Shunning rares is really important, and if I can do it on the Iron Man, it will be crucial, don't get me wrong, but there is an element of like, should I just ignore a lot of that, and should I just go to time swipe hordes and crank out, you know, as many encounters as possible? I think honestly for the mental, I think it's really up in the air. I don't know what the math is, but I think for the mental aspect, it'll be nice to take a break from all the time swipe hordes and just stick to kind of pairing up my random Cratidoses. Like ideally I pop a bunch of these fossils and I get a bunch of like males and female Cratidoses that I can just pair together and consume. I think I'll get a bunch of extra males since I think Cranidos is like a 75, either a 75% or an 87% male dominated species. So I'm definitely gonna get a lot of those that I'm gonna have to just release. I will be deleting a lot of Cranidoses, sadly, during war. But thankfully, I don't have to delete any Cranidoses just quite yet. Let's go ahead and go through some of these breeds. Some of these breeds are really simple, so let's also just go through the simple ones. A lot of these Whismurs I just got recently from the catch event. Almost all of these Whismur breeds are just 2x31 monster age group, to be fair, which is a very, very good age group, but 2x31 monster age group breeds that don't need to come out any specific gender. I'm just going to breed all of these. I'm going to show you guys every single breed so you know the resources being consumed, you know like what exact catch event they came from, you know that obviously each of these breeds represents 20,000 Pokeyen worth of Pokemon, or Pokeyen worth of Pokeyen, duh. And then you can see like this, I think this Slacktoth is from like a catch event, I assume as well. It's a nest ball, so it must be from a catch event, exactly. So 2x31 little field, or monster and field age group breeder here, of course, 31 and speed. Defense and speed. You can tell my brain has turned to mush throughout the many, many hours of setting up these breeds. Next up, a Whismur again, 31 Spadef and HP. And I'm just going to start rapid firing these. Bidoof is nice because it's a field and water A age group breeder, which is a pretty good age group. So it's two pretty good age groups. That is special attack and speed. Next up, Whismur, once again, field and monster, defense and speed. I am trying to actively do different pairings. I often do attack and speed or Spatak and speed. Speaking of attack and speed, and I want to start doing like Spadef and speed, or Spadef and HP, or attack and Spadef. You don't intuitively, there's certain stat lines that you just kind of like don't intuitively gravitate towards. So I'm trying to do a few more unintuitive breeds to make sure I can properly pair Pokemon. I'm running into a thing where, you know, here's another 31 defense, 31 speed. I'm running into a thing where a lot of my Pokemon are 31 attack and 31 speed, and they just can't breed together. If every single Pokemon is 31 attack, 31 speed, and none of them have different, you know, IVs, I can't breed those. So here's HP and Spadef to match with all those. I had a lot of like defense and speed ones there, because it's kind of an unintuitive one, but now I did a lot. Now I like over reverse engineered. Here we see attack and speed. That was actually a 3x31. That was attack and speed and HP. So hell yeah, 3x31 monster age group breeder. Next up, field age group breeder. I think I actually knew using a field age group breeder. This is the benefit of Whismur being dual types. Using a field age group breeder to put it onto a monster field. Hell yeah, 31 Spatak and speed. Another 31 Spatak and speed Whismur. Now it's starting to concern me a little bit. Maybe I did too many of the same stats, but that's okay. We'll figure that out in the future. 3x31 flying age group Pokemon. There's a switch up. I didn't label this anything. I do have a bunch of Pokemon labeled to be made male or made female. Any breed where you see these spaces, right? It means that it's pairing with something. So for example, this Lickitung and this Mareep, right? I need to make that male so that then I can pair that male Mareep with this female Mareep. So if you see, there's a bunch of breeds like that. If you see any breeds like that, that is what that means. Next up is a 3x31 in the flying age group, also with a ton of extra like 20 pluses scattered around. More flying age group breeds. I think that Starly catch event just got me a ton of flying age group Pokemon. 3x31 in HP, defense, and speed, neutral stats. It's crazy how I'm still cleaning up from certain catch events like that. Here's a weird one. 4x31 bug age group Pokemon, but it's double attacks, but you got to use those somehow. You know, I release some and I don't keep all of them and yada, 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 but I do want to utilize it. I want to have at least like one 6x31 breeder, you know, in each age group. I think that's probably ideal. 1 to 2 6x31 breeders in each age group. Here's a 3x31 fairy age group Pokemon with Minun. 3x31 in plant and fairy. Once again, sorry, not double attacks. HP, attack, and defense here. 3x31 in those first 3 zones. I like these, so they're really easy to track, honestly. A lot of Pokeyen and hours of catch events being consumed here. Now, this one is very important to make female, and I want to make sure that I actually go ahead and move this egg next to the Gibble. I'm going to try really hard to do this where, let's see, this Whismur egg should be right on top of, or even below, yeah, like this, below this Gibble. I'm going to try to pair up these breeds like this. So here we're getting into the more specific breeds. A lot of these need to be made into a specific gender. So here is make male Ghastly, 5x31 modest. This is actually a big breed. 5x31 chaos age group, modest nature. I'm everstoning. This is going to allow me to have a perfect breeder for whatever 4x31 chaos age group Pokemon that I want. And I think I already might know what I want to use it for. I actually have a Drift Blim, but it depends, to be fair, if I want that Drift Blim to be timid or modest, and that I haven't decided quite yet, but that is going to be a banger breeder, dude. Next up, it's just harder to get fairy age group males, so this is just kind of a general breed, but a 3x31 fairy age group turning into an Iggly buff is going to be annoying. That is going to suck to have to deal with. Here's a male 4x31 male in the field age group that will end up coming out and matching up with this Eevee, giving me a 5x31 Eevee. How's that for a good breed? You know, like a lot, like that's, whew, a lot of things are coming together, man. That I want to pair these up properly. That is very cool. And this says pair with Minccino. All right, next up, make female. I'm going to be very slow and careful with all of these breeds from this point forward. Make sure to make this female 3x31 in the flying age group, and that's going to pair with this Chatot. I'm trying to get better, and I've gotten a lot better as I've developed into the account. I've gotten a ton better at taking my time with these 3x31 and 4x31 breeders because I know that I can immediately pair them with something else generally. Here's another good example. Make this male, this Snorlax, defense, attack, and speed. I can then pair this, I believe, with that Larvitar is another, or I guess both of my T-Tars. I'm utilizing a lot of my my hidden ability access, which is kind of sad to see them go, but I just don't need that many of these. You know, I really don't. I have that perfect, I have my one perfect 6x31 T-Tar alpha, right? And I think that's all I'll ever need. I mean, that Pokemon is just, let me second, I should want to flex it because it's one of the best Pokemon on my account. This Pokemon is just so perfect. Naughty nature. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfection. I love it so much. All right, next up, Lickitung, make male. I'm going to listen to previous Petrowski. 3x31 in HP, attack, and defense. Boom. And that's going to pair with the Mareep, I believe it was, the Pokemon that was next to it. Yep, so here we go. I'm going to move these. We've got 20 eggs now. I actually have one over here. Let's go grab it. Beautiful. 21 eggs are stored for Shiny War. I guess a little bit more. 26 total eggs have been stored for Shiny War. That's exciting, man. That is oh, that's a cool, oh, I'm getting a little, it's becoming real. Shiny War is becoming real. I've been doing all of this prep work, all of this grinding, and I haven't even been able to shiny hunt yet. You know, like all of the, oh, dude, months and months and months. I can't wait for these shinies to start fucking flowing. This shit is becoming real. That feels good. That's actually so sick. All right, let's continue back over. We got a few more of those simple breeds, but I ran out of space, so I put them over here. 4x31 physical attacking Chaos Edgar Pokemon need to make that male, and that does need to pair with something. So I'm going to be very careful here. Very careful, very intentional, very slow. Move this Shuppet over here. And pair that, yup, move that Ghastly Egg down and pair that just like that. Beautiful. And I will have to buy braces for these at some point. I try to preemptively buy some of the braces, as you can see, but I have forgotten for some of them, and that is okay. We'll do that when they finally hatch. Next up, we've got this Duskull. I think this is just whatever. This is just what I think. I guess so. Do I need? Should I double check? I might double check this. Yeah, I mean, since this is already coming out as to pair with this 4x, this can come out whatever. This is another 4x31 physical Chaos Egg Group breeder. I have nothing to pair it with. So, yep, that can come out as anything, and it has no pairings. That can just go in the clump of eggs up there, no problem. And then I think it's just down to alphas. I think from there, it is just down to alphas. Oh, that's, I mean, that's just a different, it's a whole nother level, man. It's a whole nother level. The whole other level. Do I want to start with, I probably want to start with these breeds. And then do I want to separate? I think I do. I think I like the idea of separating the alpha eggs from the normal eggs. I think they're just so different. It's good to know. It's good to know which one I'm hatching, right? And which one when I'm hatching. I think that'll be good. So let's go ahead and should we do some of these? Should we? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just dive in. First things first. This, I'm just gonna say, do whatever it says. This says to make male 4x31 Water A group, I believe. It's Water A and Flying, or just Water A. Mantine's a weird Pokemon. Water A group, 4x31. Double attacks here, but just gonna trust it. That'll be a 4x31 Water A group Alpha Pokemon. We're gonna have that go there. Yep, beautiful. There, perfect. These need to be paired. I'm gonna avoid the pairing stuff for now. So let's just jump into this. Dude, this is a cool one. We're consuming some alpha dittos. Are you kidding me? Some alpha dittos are finally being consumed. I have held on to these. I've been very patient. 3x31 Delibird. This is an Xmas reward raid. Not a raid Pokemon, but it came from the Xmas event as a reward for completing, I forget, it was some part of the event. It was like the final reward. Maybe like the Star Me type, one of those types of things. 3 times 31, event specific Pokemon. Boom. Bread. Okay. Oh, pretty sure I remembered to make it female. Look at my Pokeyen stack is being drained from all the... This is maybe the single biggest breeding thing. And then the only... To be fair, let me pause for a sec. The only concern, or the only thing that maybe... I've only bred 2 alpha eggs, so it's not that big of a deal. Should I wait for donator status? Should I wait to see if I get donator status on these alpha breeds? That might be worth it. But then I have to wait, essentially, until... War... Basically, until the last catch event prior to War. That might be worth it, though. Weirdly. Very, very weirdly. I might hold off until then. I just thought about that in live time. I'm using this, like, I got this, you know, alpha. I love this alpha Golem. This will be a big deal. This will be a good Pokemon to lead, to no guard lead with and search for shiny single. It's the, for those that don't know, hidden ability access Golurk is actually the best single encounter shutting Pokemon in PokeMMO, because you can use it with no guard to get increased 10% increased encounters, but then also use its ghost type to be able to run away from things like Wobbuffet. No other Pokemon prior to Golurk could do that within PokeMMO. Get the 10% boost and also run away from things like Wobbuffet. Okay. This is intense, man. I know I'm a very emotional person, but this is just intense. This is a lot. I mean, doing these eggs is so much consumed. Preparing for War. It's finally happening. I'm going to pause here. I think I'm going to save these alphas just in case I have a chance of getting donor status. If I can get that 10% boost on alpha eggs, on not just on alpha eggs. I don't mind missing the 10% boost on these eggs. I'm gonna have to make so many eggs, like normal eggs, you know, before War. I don't care about this, right? I'm not worried about missing the boost on that. What I might mind is missing the boost on my alphas. That I might mind on a lot more. So I'm just gonna move. This box is actually going to become alpha breeds. Yep, we're gonna straight commit to this. This is gonna become alpha breeds. We're going to put it here, I think, beyond, maybe before. We'll put it before. And we're going to save all of this juiciness until I know whether or not will I get a donor status or not. I might just never get one. I might never win enough catch events. I want to give myself the best odds possible because that's what Iron Men do. I will see you guys tomorrow for a catch event. All right, there is a big, important Kangaskhan catch event in about 20 minutes. I'm preparing now. I'm over in Johto, and as you can see here, the only Pokemon you can catch here is Kangaskhan in the Safari Zone. I bet you that I'm gonna maybe catch 2 to 6 Kangaskhan's, like something very, very minimal. I'm gonna get like an Illuminate Pokemon or some sort of Pokemon to increase my amount of encounters. That'll help a little bit, but this is going to be a very, very difficult catch event. But it should be a fun one. It should be big glory for whoever gets the shiny Kangaskhan, a rare shiny prize, a rare shiny prize. This is like normally an egg shunt, which is insane. So getting that for free from a catch event plus the 1000 RP would be insane. Could the Iron Man win this? That might even be too lucky for me. I'm going to be so honest, but I will try my best. I'm going to go do the catch event live on stream, and I will see you guys after the stream is over, and I'll go through the Kangaskhan's that I caught, and if I happen to get one worthy of submitting, don't worry. You guys will see that clip. Oh, it's my second Kangaskhan caught. I mean, okay. In any normal catch event, that is not nearly enough for 4th place. I don't get too excited. There's a chance in this kind of event. Is it really low enough for 4th place? Probably not, but there's a chance in an event like this. We have a chance, boys. Someone linked at 32. There is no chance. It is over. We catch this 20 Kangaskhan overall. Watch this. Watch this. 20. Okay, next time. Alrighty, fellas, we have Kangaskhan catch event results. 4th place. Congratulations to Clay is Pro. I'm so sorry to Fourthium. I was really excited. 4th caught a 30 overall King. We were all rooting for them. A 40 overall Kangaskhan with 30 seconds left. Not to take this win away from Pro, so my apologies, but Fourthium's a gamer I've known for a long time. I'm so sorry you did not win 4th place, dude. What are you doing to me, Kyles? Anyways, 3rd place, Gabe X Games. Oh, someone in chat said I lost by 13 minutes. I'm sorry, man. 3rd place with 154 over to Gabe X Games. Congratulations. 156 X TAS. First place of an event is 160. That is how insane this Kangaskhan catch event was. First place is a 160. I saw 49 Kangaskhan's. All of these were from the event. I encountered 49 Kangaskhan's. Way more Kangaskhan encounters than I thought, to be fair. It actually turns out that the Kangaskhan encounter rate is bugged according to Hypers, and it's way more common than I expected. It was like 15% or so. The catch rate is still very difficult. I encountered 49, almost 50 Kangaskhan's, and I caught 3 of them. That is how the Kangaskhan crumbles, fellas. Whew. That is an intense catch event. Congrats to all the winners, man. Really fun catch event, really exciting one, really cool one, and good luck to you guys on the next catch events. That is it for me today. I will see you guys tomorrow on Monday to kick off another week of Iron Man progress, and hopefully we hear something about Shiny Wars very, very soon, hopefully. All right, it's currently 8 p.m. and I have realized that I kind of just forgot and didn't plant any berries today, but thankfully, due to the 16-hour grow time, this actually works out fine. I usually plant my berries at 2 p.m., okay? But if I plant my berries now at 8 p.m., I can water them all now, go to sleep eventually, wake up tomorrow, water them at like 8 a.m. It might be a little late for the water. They might lose a little bit of, they might be like, lose a little bit of yield. But it's still worth it. A stuffed berry run is still better than no berry run. And then I can pick them at like, what, 4 p.m. or something like that. It'll actually work out weirdly well is what I'm trying to say. Actually, I probably might be able to pick these at like noon, right? 8 p.m. to midnight is obviously 4 hours. And then midnight to... Yeah, wow. Okay, that's kind of nuts. Like if I plan at 8 p.m., I can pick at noon. Hell yeah. That's amazing. The only weird thing is going to be waking up early enough-ish tomorrow to hopefully water them as soon as possible. But even if I can't, like I think it's still worth it. Ooh, or if I wanted to do a stuffed batch that I know is going to be a stuffed batch, I could actually just use plain spicy seeds, since I literally can't use these for anything, right? You only use very spices in the Leppas. These have no other purpose. So I don't really mind, aside from growing more cherries, right? And growing more very spicy seeds, but I don't really mind losing some of those in that regard. So you know what? I might do it a full batch, an entire batch of cherry berries here. And I don't think I've said it, but I am at all-time highs. I think I harvested actually today's batch of berries off camera. Just harvested them and crushed them. We are at an all-time high, though, in terms of seeds. Over 700 per main stack. How do you plan to take a break before Shiny War? People have asked about after, but not before. Generally, for big events like this, I actually do a mandatory... PokeMMO fast is the word that I would use, where I don't, even if I want to log in, I don't allow myself to log in, usually for at least 3 days before a big event where I'll be playing for like a ton of time, right? For an event like this, I might even do like 3 to 5 days. But we'll have to see. I don't know if I'll have the time, the luxury for that, unfortunately, but I will force myself to at least do a 3-day fast. And usually when I do that, I start like, I want to play again really bad. So when I come back, I'm like excited and I'm locked in and I actually have good clicks. So we'll see if that's what happens this time. But usually, yeah, taking an important break beforehand, a fast beforehand, in my opinion, is really, we're going to play that much PokeMMO is important. All right, we just harvested our stuffed cherry run. It was still 537 cherries. It was blinking red aggressively this morning, but I still watered it all and got it all taken care of. I wanted to do a stuffed run rather than no run, okay? So I do have all of these cherries to go ahead and harvest. A few of them gave 2, you know, per bush, but that's okay. Still a good harvest. 164 very spicy. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. That is absolutely huge. And now we get to go on a generational Leppa berry farming run. We have 877 very spicy, 761 plain sweet, and then 725 plain bitters. I think that I can plant Leppas for like 3 days in a row right now, which is the most I've ever done. I think that is what we're about to do, fellas. So let's get some fat Leppa harvests. And watch out for Big Leppa, some fat Leppa harvests on our horizon. Okay, I'm already doing my trainer rerun, so it's a little bit too late. But to be fair, I was just thinking, with my new gym rerun strat, it might be time to move on from trainer reruns. It's still a nice way to get some elemental orbs, to be fair, passively, but like... Think about it like, it says I still have to pop an amulet coin, right? Think about it like this. If I have to pop 1 amulet coin to do a trainer rerun, and I make about 200, I think I make about 220k in a trainer rerun, right? But nowadays I'm making like 350 from my trainer reruns. So it's just when it was like I think before I was making like 260k, 250, 260 for my Typhlosion runs. I'm making so much more, you know? That was when it was 220 with a trainery run, 250, 260 with a Jimmy run. Oh, Rich Trowski, too good for trainery runs now. True, true, true. Arrogant streamer. But it's more, it might genuinely like not be worth it. I might be able to just save the Amulet coin and just try to do my Jimmy run the next day. It's a really, like, it's an interesting, because now it's like 100, now it's 130k less Pokeyen, right? Like, that's nuts. That's a big difference versus like 30k. That's really crazy. I'll have to think about it more, but that's a really important consideration, man. And that would allow me to Amulet coin farm less, which is really nice. And I can put more time into, but I still just need so much Pokeyen right now, which is the hard part. Like, if I need money for breeds, plus the berry farming, but thankfully, like, because I'm doing Leppas for the next few days, it should help me get ahead on. I don't need to actually spend any money. Leppa farming costs 0 money. It's all the crushing of using the harvesting tools, all the crushing for the cherry berries, the Ross, the Petchas. That's where the Pokeyen goes. So I'll have to think on it, but trainer reruns might be a thing of the past, boys. I'll have to think on it more. What's the plan if Shiny War doesn't happen? Great question. If Shiny War does not happen for me personally, the plan is to take all my preparations that I've done for Shiny War and push them to next year and do one big hurrah, one big, hopefully, Iron Man Shiny War next year. And then I have so many projects, so many, like, big, like, I don't want to say too much, but I have a lot of PokeMMO stuff that I've been putting off and delaying so I can focus on Shiny War. So, realistically, you'll get a bunch of like really cool original guide content and like even like more creative stuff that I've been working on for years that I can really, it shows Shiny War doesn't happen. There'll be a lot of cool content still, don't worry. And then I'll just push everything next year. It's honestly like not that big of a deal, but I'll be sad. Like I really want to do Shiny War. Emotionally, I'm like ready. I've been preparing. Like, it'd be a huge pivot emotionally, but it's mostly fine, honestly. You know, it can just happen now. I'm a patient guy. I'd understand though if players are frustrated. Hopefully the frustration doesn't turn into like name calling and harassing, but absolutely players should be able to voice their opinions and voice their frustrations in a mostly somewhat controlled way. If Shiny War doesn't happen, that would fucking suck, you know. All right, we've done our gym rerun, we've berry farmed, we've done our trainer rerun alongside Cynthia and Morimoto. We've taken our cash stack from 1.8 million Pokeyen up to 3.2. I've been gaining about 500k plus a day doing my money maker, which is really, really nice. Now, since I'm kind of skill gapping trainer reruns a little bit, okay, I want to now look into potentially doing the red refight. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the Pokemon. I have to build a bunch of stuff. I don't know if it's worth building this stuff. I don't know, but I want to check. I've never checked. This is the red refight team on the right hand side of your screen. Okay, I know it's kind of small. I'm just gonna check through some of this stuff. I know that, for example, I need a I can see here that I need a an Infernape. Now, what stats is that Infernape? It needs 252 attack, 252 speed, jolly nature, 31 attack, 31 speed. I have an Infernape that is naughty, so it's plus damage. That already won't. I'd have to make a new Infernape. That won't work. That's a mixed attacking Infernape. That will not work, okay? So I would at least need... Let's just go ahead and actually bump the notepad document down for a quick sec. Pokemon needed for red refight. We're going to do one full new Infernape. Some of these are going to be like, oh, I already have it, or I need to breed it up or whatever. So we're going to go through and just double check. So next up, Jolteon. I don't think I have a Jolteon. Not a very strong Pokemon generally. Used to be, not anymore these days. I do have an Eevee. I do have plenty of Eevees. I actually have a potential 5x31 Eevee breed here. I have this other Eevee that's calmed, so I want to keep it like an Umbreon or a Vaporeon. I have this Alpha Eevee that's also getting bred soon, but I don't have a... so what I'll type here is close to done Jolteon. I'm kind of close there. Okay, I almost have a Jolteon, but I need a timid breeder for that, and that's going to be, yeah, I think you need timid for that. Yep, timid is the correct nature. Next up, Gliscor. Do I have a Gliscor? I know I have a few Gliscors and Glidars, but do I have one with the right stats? So this Gliscor needs to be, I don't think I have like any of this, which is what's so tough. I have a careful Gliscor, a defensive Gliscor. Do I have a Glidar? I have a few Glidars, but not what I need. Nope. Yeah, still defensive. So, okay, Gligar. Full new Gligar. Like, I just don't have any. This would be a lot to do. I don't know if I don't know with 1 month left. I don't think that this is going to be worth building. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to cost me so much time in catching Pokemon. Bisharp and learning the strategy. I think it's just two. Maybe if I did it like 2 months ago would have been smart. And I'll do this at one post Shiny War. I'll probably build this team, but this is looking rough right now. But let's check the last few months. Next up, Bisharp. Bisharp needs a plus attack. I have a hasty Bisharp, so that will not work. I could rebreed this like it's close-ish. I would put this at like close-ish Bisharp. Next up, Weavile. Let's check for Weavile and Sneasel. I'm not even close on these, I don't think. I can't rebreed those ones. I need those ones. Actually, I might be good on here. Wait. I have a naughty... Wait, that might actually be fine. Wait, this might actually be naughty, 31 attack, 31 speed. It does say you want 31 HP as well. And I've already EV trained this, so I'd have to like breed it up. I would put this at close. Do I even need the ish? Close-ish. Close? We'll say close to done for this one. Close to done. Weavile. We don't have any of these. Next up is Breloom. Let's see what Breloom I have. I doubt I have a good Breloom. I have now... Does Breloom need HA? Breloom needs hidden ability access is the other weird thing here. Which we do have... Well, we happen to have this very good Breloom breeder. Ooh. We happen to have this very good Breloom breeder. With really good... It needs 31 speed and attack, though. But this is adamant. This one's brave. I also have a Shroomish that I know is like 4 times 31 as an alpha. I have a 5 times 31 alpha Shroomish, but it needs nature. Okay. We'll put that at close-ish. Close-ish. So that's okay. This is my reason why... I've had this question a lot. This is my reason why I'm not working on a Red Refight team. Because I'm just not very close at all to having this done. I think that's my... So I'm glad I double checked this. I'm glad I went through, and it's good. It's good to have that knowledge and the stuff written down, the planning done. Ironman accounts are so much about planning, so much about. So I'm glad I checked it, but that's why I cannot do the Red Refight before Shiny War Boys. That's probably going to be my plan moving forward. Okay, a rare swarm that might actually be worth going to. I would love to have some Porygons heading into Shiny War. Porygons are the only way to get them on the Ironman account is either from the Celadon City Casino or catch them from a swarm. Those are the only 2 ways. So I might actually go for this. They're in the mansion, probably on the Ditto floor, so it'll be like slightly annoying to get there, but I think it's still weirdly worth it. Getting Porygons is just very tough, and I'd love to have some extra rare species like Porygons heading into war. Do these things really fucking have self-destruct? Are you kidding me? I came all this... This is gonna suck. I came all this way and they have self-destruct. I'm gonna try to get as many of catch as many of these as I can. It has double edge and self-destruct. What's the quick ball chance on this? What? That is a nightmare catch. What the hell? I came all... It's a pretty far run as well to get here. Quick ball is probably very, very low. It is 30% chance to catch them with quick ball. Not worth it. I'm gonna spore and then fall swipe and like hope for the best. Dust ball, I guess. Can I even dust ball down here? 1 HP asleep dust ball is potentially... Is it 100%? Is this a cave? Can I dust ball down here? I'm not even sure. This is gonna be close. If I can't dust ball, I hit dream ball. Dream ball is probably 2.5 here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna dream ball. That's the safe play. Yeah, let's hope for the best. Remember my first port. Rutro. Please stay asleep so I can dream. Okay. This should for sure catch. Dream ball, 4 times catch rate. It's not 1% HP. Come on. It's crazy how rare these are on the... Even like, I'm almost 2,000 hours... Getting really close to 2,000 hours played on the Ironman account. and these are still like this rare. I also just need more Porygon's for breeders, honestly. Like I'm Porygon's are very valuable on the account. I'm glad I get these, man. Alrighty, we are after stream now. Got some good amulet coin farming, a little bit done today. 6 amulet coins. It went from 6 amulet coins up to 12. So we gained 6. We doubled our amulet coins effectively. And now there is an alpha Tentacruel spawn over in Kanto. We're going to work our way over to catch. Alright, caught myself the alpha Tentacruel. Pretty good stat placement. 31 attack, 31 speed def, and it's a male Tentacruel, so we take those. That is a water sea breeder, and I think we've had a bunch of like female only water sea alphas, so that potentially could open us up to a new alpha breed to save up for Shiny War once again. Or it could hysterically only line up with this alpha Kingler, which is mixed in attack and attack, and yeah, I just don't really need to use these stats for that right now. Hilariously, this Kingler is also exactly attack and def, just like this Tentacruel, so no breeds yet. A new day on the Ironman account has begun. We got our encounters up just a little bit. It's still been pretty slow goings since that Shiny Dawn fan. We don't get a whole lot of encounters on the account during the preparation phase leading into Shiny War. But more importantly here, I have a bunch of Leppas to go ahead and harvest. We are starting today at 8,200 Leppas, hoping to end around 9,000 or so, 9,300 or so, a little bit over 9,000. Let's see. I'm also going to go ahead and do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to try to, at least. I'm going to try to plant or replant as I go. So I'm going to pick the berries, replant just like this, and get it all done in one little loop around. All right, every berry has been picked and replanted. Let's go see our new count, a little under 9,200. Okay, so 9,191 berries clean. That is almost 100 hours, almost one more batch. After this harvest, it'll be 100 hours, a little bit over 100 hours, probably maybe around 100 hours or so of Leppa shiny hunting. It's really nice that I don't have to pay to harvest the Leppas like I do with the other berries. It's actually been a really nice little reprieve and allowing me to stack up some Pokeyen. Hopefully I can at least get up to 3 mil pretty soon while doing these Leppas, and I think I should be able to, but my seed count is dwindling decently fast, honestly. Like I think I will do one more batch of Leppas after this one. Maybe not even a full batch. It's going to be really close. That honestly drained me quite a bit, down to like 400 or so, as you can see on some of these stacks. All right, I am right here before a live stream. What's up, fellas, on the Ironman account today, and there's 3 things I'm doing today. I'm mostly just gonna be making some Pokeyen, your typical things, your average day, gym rerun. You can see the schedule right here, actually. Gym rerun, trainer rerun. I think I'm still doing my trainer run today. I need the Pokeyen. We're gonna do that, even though it's less worth these days. We're gonna do our money making, and then we're gonna do a Smeargle catch event that is coming up in a few hours from now, so I will see you guys then. There is a non-shiny Smeargle up for grabs, which I'm hoping pushes main accounts into not doing the event, which will give more Iron Man a chance to win that 1,000 RP. So I will see you guys with any relevant catches. I'm really hoping, man. I'm really hoping and banking on some RP before Shiny Wars. We're running into our last 30 or so. Last, really like 50. If there's a catch event every other day, which is, there shouldn't be that. That's too many, honestly. But every other day for the next 30 days until around, hopefully, when War begins, we have like, what, 15? We have like 10 to 15 catch events left. 10 to 15 chances left. Let's do our best. It might be worth the quick ball, honestly. All these events are running low on chances. I'm also going to go ahead and use my last PP Max on my Ironman account to PP Max Rock Slide on my Aerodactyl, because I've been running out of PP on that consistently through my 7 Hells Jimmy run, but I'm definitely going to have to get more PP Maxes very soon. I'm not going to do that on stream today, probably. Maybe I will if I remember, but that's something that I need to remember to do, and hopefully not leave myself with no PP Maxes when I desperately need one at a moment's notice. Wow, that was a lucky alpha catch. I just caught an alpha Granbull on the Ironman account on turn 8 with a Dream Ball. My first Pokeball I threw. 31 attack, 31 speed, male. I think Fairy age group breeder, Fairy Field, pretty good age group breeder. That Smeargle catch event begins in 15 minutes, so I'm going to head over to Hoenn and get prepped for that. Strategies should be pretty darn simple. It should just be False Swipe, Spore, Dust Ball, and then once you get to 15 Smeargles caught, you can switch over to Repeat Balls and save a little bit of Pokeyen. And alrighty, fellas, with this Dust Ball, the catch event is underway. Good luck to anybody doing this event. There's a lot more people here than I expected. I think a lot of main accounts would love a 6x31 utility Smeargle, more so than I expected. A lot of people getting Smeargle breeders as well. 109, very average first catch, but look at the amount of people here on channel 1, dude. And the other channels will be full, obviously, as to be expected. Good luck to everybody here today, man. I will take a 2x31 breeder, man, any day of the week. Male, field A group, and good neutral stats. I haven't been close to Bogo's Binted. I haven't been close to placing in a catch event in a very, very long time, but I've gotten like multiple 2x31 breeders every event. So I really can't complain. That's very, very lucky. All right, the catch event did just end. I ended up about 22 or so Smeargles. I caught a lot more than this during the event, but I released a lot of them as we went. I think my best catch that is worth submitting is a 35. I'm going to go ahead and submit it. It's very, very unlikely to place or really do anything, but hey, man, it's a 35. I'm going to go ahead and take my time and do my due diligence. All right, still waiting on catch event results, but I was able to get 12 different Smeargles with at least 1x31 and that one with a 2x31. So we have a fair bit of breeders to add to our boxes over here, which is going to be a little bit of a problem because I'm going to have to start refilling up a new breeders box essentially, but it's still a good thing because we were able to clear out that whole box in the first place. So we're going back to a little bit of where we were before with our breeds, but once again, you know, I think we can also breed some of these Smeargles together or use these field egg group breeders in a positive way where we can kind of clean down decently quickly. All right, we are back with the Smeargle catch event results, and congratulations to Iron Kuzmi, who took 4th place, getting an Iron Man some reward points heading into Shiny War Man for whatever you want to use them on. Congratulations. Always happy to see a fellow Iron Man winning, dude. Big congrats. And then in 3rd place with a score of 163, Prof. Fangorn. That also sounds familiar. I don't know if I know that name, but it sounds vaguely familiar to me. Congratulations, dude. 3rd place with 163, a pretty low score, shockingly low scoring 3rd place. Like I expected, I don't know if this event actually ended up being as popular as I thought it looked visually, but it might have been kind of a chill event, which makes sense. I don't know. I think it's mostly just going for like the, mostly just going for the 6x31 utility one. I think mostly Iron Man would really shell out for this kind of event. I think they're actually trying to resolve a dispute right now. It turns out someone else might have won 4th place, and that happens sometimes. Usually if a mistake happens with the scoring like that, they'll give prizes to both players, but I'm curious to see how that plays out. But good luck to dealing with that. That is just a tough situation that's going to happen with any... With hosting catch events. When you host enough, a mistake is going to happen, right? It's one of those numbers things. But anyways, 2nd place to Bucky's. Congratulations with a score of 168. This is a really low scoring event overall. Once again, congratulations, Bucky's. And then in 1st place with a score of 173 points is S-Strike was taken. Congratulations to you on the 6x31 Smeargle and 1,000 reward points. As always, thanks to everybody for participating and doing catch events like this. I feel like it's a really fun way to be involved in the community, and good luck on all future catch events. Alrighty, fellas, another beautiful day on the Iron Man account begins. We first get to harvest another big Leppa batch. This batch should put us over 10,000. I actually have 2 major milestones. This batch is going to put us over 10,000 Leppas on the account. That will represent over 100 hours of Leppa Berry shiny hunting. And on top of that, we also hit over 2,000 hours played. I wish I got it on the dot. I apologize for missing it, but hey, it is what it is. 2,005 hours on the Iron Man account, 10,000 Leppas, very similar time frame. There's also an alpha golem spawn right now. We're gonna go catch that after we pluck our berries. I'm gonna pluck and replant today at the same time. I think I'm doing one more Leppa batch. I think I can afford to do one more Leppa patch before doing sustainability berries, so that'll be nice as well. Let's get to berry farming, boys. All right, there is our alpha golem catch. It was female. I really need more male mineral egg group breeders, but that is okay. And it's okay. This is a pretty bad alpha. I'll be honest. It's pretty rare an alpha is bad, but another female mineral egg group Pokemon and its 2x31 attack and speed, which is like the least needed in the mineral egg group. It's nice for like vanillish, but that was karma for, okay. I got karma'd, boys. That was a bad alpha, but that's okay. On the bright side, I've never seen that. That's so clean. We've started our 2nd. That's really clean. We've started our 2nd Leppa stack. I forgot it even did that. That actually is tough. That's actually fucking tough, dude. I'm actually very proud of that. Thank you, Spidget. That's fucking tough, dude. TUFF. Let's go do our dreaming run for the day, make some Pokeyen, and we have ourselves a catch event in about an hour and a half or so. Alrighty, fellas, I believe the Poliwag catch event has officially begun. I'm going to go ahead and throw my first Pokeball. Wish me luck. Timid is +5. We did synchronize lead for the first catch. Hoping for some good luck in this event, man. Once again, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of events to potentially get some reward points before Shiny War and get that donor status. 90 overall, that's going to get us released. This is a rage bait event because, yup, that's why. Look how small of an area you have to run back and forth on. People and players, myself included, are going to be constantly running out of the water, and it's going to be super annoying. This is an evil catch event location, and I fucking respect it. It's very funny, but this is insane levels of rage bait, dude. All right, the Poliwag catch event is over, and as you can tell, I didn't exactly get a whole lot that was worth catching. I kept 3 Pokemon. That's it. Wow. I got a few lagging tails. I think I got an extra King's Rock. I got a 31 Spatak Poliwag, 31 Spadef Slowpoke, and a 31 HP Slowpoke. That's it. That's absolutely everything that I got, which is very funny. Nothing worth submitting. Good luck to everybody who's entering. I'm excited to see catch event results in about 15 or so minutes. Alrighty, fellas, we have catch event results for the Poliwag one, and it's a bit of a doozy. In 4th place was SR EdV with 19. We had someone in chat who had a 20. I think Owner 905 had the 20. Lost by 1 point. I'm sorry to hear it, man, but don't want to take away from the congratulations over to EdV. Congrats on 4th place with 19 points. 3rd place is a 175. That is an incredibly high score for 3rd place. To Kalios, also with only like plus 10 species, plus 5 species bonus, plus 5 nature bonus. Like that's a really, with only 1 nature bonus, nature possible. 175 is incredibly high. Congratulations, dude. Wow. 2nd place, Mondays, am I right? That's the one from chat, I think, as well. Someone in chat had a 177. Dude, crazy high score. Getting 2nd place with a 177 is fucking criminal. Oh no, someone had a 170 in chat. Someone, you had Semtex had a 170 and didn't even place. What a brutal event, dude. 177 2nd place, a 180 point 1st place. IGN random battles, amazing IGN. Congrats on 1st place. A 180. That was either like a 170 Poliwag with the correct, like adamant or whatever nature it was. Timid. It was timid, I think. Or a 175 Poliwag. That is a crazy catch, man. Congratulations to you. Whew. That was a like really competitive. People wanted that shiny Politoed. That was an extremely competitive catch event, guys. Thanks to everyone, as always, for people who participated, and good luck to everyone in future catch events. They're a great way to be involved in the PokeMMO community and have a chance to win some crazy overarching prizes. Congrats to everybody, and good luck in the future. This is a serious event, yes. Good morning. You can always tell a new day on the Ironman has begun when I am harvesting my berries. Now, this is my first harvest over the new stack of Leppas. I love this 2nd stack. This is like one of the coolest feelings on the account, and being at 2,010 hours played. I'm getting a lot of hours in each day these days, but that's good because I need to be doing that before Shiny War, of course. I'm going to go ahead and harvest all my berries, and we're going to have a little bit of a discussion because I'm pretty busy this weekend. I'm going to be busy IRL this weekend, so my berry farming is going to be very scuffed this weekend. So I'm still going to berry farm, but I'm not going to do Leppas. I'm going to start doing things like cherry berries. You know, the sustainability berries will begin, and then I might even have to skip 1 day, which is going to suck because I've counted everything, assuming I don't miss a day, but that's life. That's going to get in the way sometimes, and life is still more important than PokeMMO, even though I treat this game pretty importantly, and I do love it. All right, the final Leppa has been harvested. Let's go check our new count. A little over 11,000. Beautiful. Let's go check the double stack. I love seeing the double stack, man. Oh, like that. Oh, this just brings me so much dopamine and joy. This is like so special and different than just 1 stack. It's 2 stacks. All right, we got an Alpha Ambipom encounter. That is a field egg group Pokemon. Would love to see a male breeder here, but I'll take anything at this point. Let's see. Yeah, ooh, okay, it is male. Beautiful. Hopefully the catch is not too shabby. I'm actually working on the script of hopefully a big Iron Man video today. I'm finally doing 63 tips for Iron Man within PokeMMO. Hopefully this can be helpful to some people. Currently at 46 out of 63 as I'm writing this, and I've been working on it passively for a few weeks now. All right, I caught the Ambipom. Pretty good stat placements, 31 HP, 31 speed. That probably allows us to set up a breed. That is very neutral, male gender, very good breeder, very good alpha catch. All right, today was the first day where I fully skipped out on berry farming in multiple weeks, but I had a nice little barbecue outside, and now we're back indoors playing some PokeMMO, and I can go ahead and actually still have time to do my berry patch. So it's 8 p.m. I'm going to start my berry patch now. I'm going to have an awkward watering. I'm going to go ahead and water things at around 1 a.m., and then I'll wake up tomorrow, and I think I should be able to get a quick little harvest in. The timing's going to be a little bit off. I'm not going to be able to harvest until about 1 to 2 p.m. tomorrow, but that's kind of ideal since that's when I like replanting anyway. And this is going to be a sustainability batch. There's going to be a lot of cherries, Ross, and Petchas along the way. And oh, can I just say, I love looking at the double stack of Leppas. I could just oogle over this all day. This is so beautiful to me and represents over a month of berry farming consistently on the iron. I also did quickly finagle my microphone settings a little bit, and I'm hoping that this is a bit better. It should be a little bit louder, though, is the only thing. So, fair warning from this point onward, the rest of the video will be at this volume. Go ahead and readjust your volumes if you need to, and sorry to anybody who I might have just woken up who goes to bed watching my videos, which is an absolute honor. But hopefully this will help with some of the clarity issues and some of the volume issues that have arisen over the past few months or so since switching to a nicer microphone. We're still getting the hang of things, but this should hopefully be a positive change. And I do want to quickly say that it's been nice to keep the Pokeyen stat high with all the Leppa farming we've been doing recently, but that might stop very soon. So I'm going to try tonight to go do either a trainer rerun or a gym rerun, ideally a gym rerun since that makes way more Pokeyen these days, but I'm not going to promise it. I might just hang out tonight and play some other video games. I recently got into TCG, trading card game simulator, like the shop simulator. I love simulator games, honestly, on Steam. That's one of my guilty pleasures. I think the like efficiency aspects and like kind of the slow incremental growth is very similar to games like PokeMMO and old school RuneScape. Definitely great games to check out if you're looking for a quick break from PokeMMO or something to even play on the side if you're doing something really chill in PokeMMO, but I feel like it'd be a little bit difficult to multitask those games, to be honest. You also might have noticed I actually have the XP Reamplifier activated. That is for a quick little specific reason. I finally went ahead and evolved all of the baby Pokemon that were in my PC. All of those Pichus and Buidus, these can now be used as breeders, which is going to free up a little bit of PC space and hopefully give us a few new breed options. I have already paired up a bunch of stuff over here. I've also caught like 3 or so alpha Pokemon off camera. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel really guilty about that, but I've been a little bit lazier recently when it's me and my wife hanging out in the living room and we're watching something and an alpha spawns. I just go ahead and I go catch it, to be honest with you guys, but I wanted to show you what you might have missed. I did get myself a 2x31 HP and attack male Exploud, which is a really important monster egg group, you know, breeder, of course, monster and field egg group, and then I did go ahead and stag myself this male Melodic. This was 2 days ago, and the Exploud was like 4 days ago, 5 days ago at this point. Thankfully, that might be it so far. No other surprise alphas. I like to tell you guys, I like to show you guys every single alpha that I catch because every single time we do an alpha breed, it's cool to look back and be like, oh, I remember when Petrowski caught that. Remember, wait, this one too? This is old though. This might be old. 213. This I feel like you guys have seen before, but it's nice to show you guys, you know, oh, I remember when he caught, you know, this Pidgeot, you know, off camera, you know, back in February, or I remember, you know, of course, the event alphas like the Stoutland from the one of the events, Halloween event, Christmas event, I'm not even sure which one, but it's cool to know. It's cool to know where these things come from because alpha Pokemon are so rare. You only get so many of them. It's cool to be able to distinguish each individual one. Anyways, back to berry farming. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, most likely. Alright, it's been a pretty chill day on the Ironman account. I've been trying to have a little bit more of a normal weekend. Gotta have a social life somewhere, even when preparing for Shiny Wars. That is very important. Now, I do have an Alpha Dragonite encounter, and then I did do an Alpha... Oh, look at the background. Wow, because we're in Dragon Spiral Tower. Okay, this looks beautiful. What the... Wow, that's... one of those moments you got to just take a second. We do a lot of grinding Pokemon here. Just appreciate the beauty here. I don't stop and smell the roses like this every single battle, alpha catch, berry farm, whatever it may be. But wow, that's really cool. Got an alpha Dragonite. That's always awesome to see. Very powerful alpha Pokemon. Male breeder. Could keep it a Dragonite if I want to with Dittos. It'll be beautiful however I want to use it. And then I also caught an alpha Luxray earlier. I'll probably show you guys the stats on that as soon as we can catch this Dragonite. I don't like that it has rest. That's going to be a really pain in the butt catch. I'll still actually take this opportunity to switch over to something like my Garchomp, because I can Dragon Claw this and there's no way it kills. It has multi-scale. It's gonna, well, I guess to be fair, I skill swapped off the multi-scale. What are the odds this kills? This thing is Rest Sleep Talk. What a demon. Well, now I really don't want Declaw to kill. I kind of think Declaw won't kill. Yeah, there we go. I just believed. I believed in the heart of the cards. Anyways, I will see you guys with this Alpha Dragonite catch. It might be a nightmare with this moveset, but hopefully we get lucky. Oh my goodness, the Iron Man luck sack continues. That was the very first timer ball that I threw on turn 12. That's also the stat placement, 31 speed depth, 31 speed on a male. I'm pretty happy with that, dude. Hell yeah. Now, I think, fun fact, at the top of Dragon Spiral Tower, you actually can fly away from here. So if you ever come to an alpha up here or are ever up here for whatever reason, don't walk all the way back down the tower. It'll take a very long time and be a huge pain in the butt. Let's go check out that alpha Luxray I caught earlier since I am here. I, once again, had a very chill day. I caught a few alphas, I think 1 or 2. Yeah, 2 alphas today caught. I have it right over here, the Luxray. It's just field, pretty mediocre alpha, but, you know, always solid, always a good alpha to grab an alpha. Male, field, egg group, and then it's 31 Spatak, 31 HP. I really don't need more 31 Spatak field, you know, egg group Pokemon, but what are you gonna do? It rolls how it rolls, right? Let's throw these over here. Our breeds are still stacked up over here nicely. This box is still full. This has tons of breeds. I need to actually go through these breeds super soon, but I've just been, you know, lazy about it. But we got other stuff going on, to be fair. Not really. I don't know if lazy is the right word. Just busy. 3.6 million Pokeyen. I've been not busy on my Jimmy runs and that Jimmy run upgrade, man. Like, just the difference of getting 360k per day, 350 to 375k versus like the 250 it was prior. Like, it's just, it's changing. It's changed so much. It's honestly been so nice. I should have gone for it sooner, but that takes processing. You know, humans got to get used to things. So I'm happy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I upgraded to the 7 Hells Jimmy run strat. It's definitely worth it. I did also do some casual berry farming today, so that's what I've been up to. The typical passive Iron Man stuff. Berry farming, catching alphas, making small little incremental progress where I can. Let's go. I think I have to go water my berries actually very soon. I did harvest berries today as well that I have not shown you guys. 382 cherry berries, 187 petchas, 142 Ross. I thought, you know what, maybe it's finally time to not show you guys the harvest of every single sustainability berry. I'll still show you the harvest of every single Leppa berry. I think that's really important, but let's go ahead and break some of these down actually. I don't think you guys need to see petchas, Ross, cherry berries. It's just getting more resources to break them down to then eventually make what matters, which is the Leppas, which once again, having an 11,000 stack of Leppas, that is pretty sick. That's a really cool, dude. I got a lot of kind comments from chat on Twitch and stuff like that and stream of people being like, dude, that's actually like really impressive. Fellow Iron Men and even non-Iron Men being like, dude, that seems like a real grind getting 11,000 Leppas. So not gonna lie, that was pretty cool to get that external validation. Not that it's why I play the account, but it's just one of those cherry on top type moments. I'm gonna go ahead and water these. I'm gonna wait another hour or so and just, yeah, do my max watering. I don't have to rush into that. Then today is Saturday, for the record, Saturday, June 20th. Tomorrow is Sunday. I'm probably going to have a pretty chill day, you know, not playing the Iron Man too much as well tomorrow. Once again, trying to give myself the first real weekend I've had in quite a while, which is important. You gotta keep some, you know, balance with that stuff. Fun fact, I went to IKEA today for the very first time. Had 20 meatballs. They were pretty good. I also watched USA beat Australia yesterday in the World Cup and saw Masters of the Universe, the new He-Man movie, in theaters today as well. And I absolutely loved it as a theater watch. Very fun theater watch. I would give like an 8.2 out of 10 overall as a movie. It was pretty solid, really entertaining, just a very dumb movie overall. And that's sometimes what you want. So there's the life update alongside the Iron Man update. I think doing a little bit more of that is cute to hopefully encourage people, once again, to play PokeMMO a lot, grind the game, make your progress, but go make progress in other areas as well. You live life, touch grass, do cool things, and play PokeMMO. I'll see you guys Sunday for some clips. For now, peace, Reno. Have a good night. Alrighty, just another morning for a berry farmer. Let's go ahead and get our yield. I am really liking the strategy of planting re-sustainability berries on the weekends and then farming Leppas on stream during the week. I'm going to go ahead and continue that strategy and go ahead and plant, or I guess replant a bunch of berries, obviously, while I pick. So pick and replant at the same time. I don't normally do that, but I'm trying to get a little bit more into the pattern of that if the timing lines up. Whew, that takes a lot longer than you would think. To pick every single berry and to replant all at the same time, it's probably like 10 to 20 minutes. It's Obviously not like a grind, not like shiny hunting, but it's a lot of intensity, honestly, in a short period of time. I'm going to go ahead and spend some of our Pokeyen, grab myself more harvesters, as you have to do, of course. 1,000, that is 350,000 Pokeyen spent. Do I want to spend... I honestly want to keep above 3 mil right now, just arbitrarily. Ooh, maybe I don't. Maybe it's not worth it, even though it's cool to see the big stack, right? Let's go ahead and spend it back down to slightly below 3 mil. Hopefully we'll do some Jimmy runs soon. I am also getting a little bit lower on Amulet coins, down to 7. I have to start getting back to that, but let's go ahead and first things first, harvest, crush down these berries, and then I do want to go do our breeds. I think it's the perfect day. It's a nice little Sunday at noon. Sunday afternoon. I think it's a perfect day to go ahead and figure out our breeds. So let's crush down those cherries, crush down the Petchas, yes please, more seeds for me, and then crush down the Ross. I do have a lot of Chestos. I don't know what seeds those go into, honestly, but it's nice just having those. It's actually a useful berry, of course. Chesto Resto being an old school strategy, but they're nice to have around. Let's go check our seed counts. We're looking at 562 very spicy, 463 plain sweet, and 384 plain bitter. That's the main counts, and I planted a bunch of Petchas and Ross today, so we're a little bit ahead actually right now on cherries, which is kind of rare to see. Let's go talk about some of these breeds that I've been preparing right before bed, 2 a.m. Petrowski. Let's see if I made some good decisions. All right, we have 9 different breeds to talk about today, and honestly, I kind of got to up my game on this, or potentially just get really into catching Dittos. Like, Ditto catching might really start to become a very serious thing. You know what? I could actually go ahead and do some of these, like, scrappy breeds. Like, these are just rare breeds. These have no other purpose, right? I might go ahead and just start throwing some of these together, right? Like, there's kind of no reason to just have the PC space sitting around like this. But I guess if I'm gonna do that, is it worth to try to put some IVs on them? I don't think so. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do these really quick. Really quick, I'm just gonna breed these Porygons. It'd be nice a little bit to save before... in case I can get a donor status right before war, but the odds of that at this point I think are getting lower and lower, and I've got to just make sure my boxes are stocked full of eggs heading into the Chinese war, of course. So let's go ahead, beautiful, let's get like 4, let's just do all Porygon. I think just 4 different Porygon eggs made, and this is just gonna give me a nice little shiny chance. Beautiful, awesome. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start working through these breeds. Some of these need to come out of specific gender. Kangaskhan, though, is a female-only Pokemon. It's a female-only species. I do really want at least one 5x31 Kangaskhan at some point. Very fun NU PvP Pokemon. 31 HP, 31 speed is a good start. I only need one good Kangaskhan. That's the important thing. Any other Kangaskhans, I can just go ahead and release. There's no reason to have multiple Kangaskhans since it's a female-only species. Next up, Delibird. I believe this is a Water A. I always think it's flying, but I think it's field. It's like Water A and... Yep, Water A and Field egg group Pokemon. 2x31 and defense and protect. I have no gender selected here, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it randomly roll. That probably should be fine, but we'll see if I regret that in the future here. Next up, some Smeargle breeds. 2x31 in HP and speed. Now I am utilizing, actually, I believe, yeah, this Quilava I held on to for a very long time. It's timid nature. I caught this back in... Dude, this was the first month of the account. Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow. This was caught back during the first month of the account, and I'm finally consuming it. To like give you an idea of how I'm really clearing out my boxes. Shiny War is encouraging me to clear out my boxes in a way that I never have before. It was 31 speed, timid nature, and I held on to it because what if I wanted a 2x31 field egg group Pokemon, you know, special attacking, timid nature. It's a great breeder for that purpose. However, we're just past the era of 2x31 Pokemon on the Ironman account. It is time to move on. It is time to get into 5x, you know, 5x, 6x31. Like, that's all I really care about. Even 20 pluses, I just don't care about as much these days. Speaking of 3x31 HP, defense, and speed on a humanoid A group breeder. Fantastic humanoid end field, actually. Fantastic Pokemon to go ahead and get some good stats on. Mienshao, very flexible, very powerful if you want to keep it a Mienshao, although you do kind of want a hidden ability access Mienshao. I don't know if I have that slash if that's possible. Actually, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. I thought Regenerator was hidden ability, but it is not. It's just one of its main abilities. Okay, that's really good news for the Iron Man then. Hell yeah, we already have our Regenerator Mienshao. Perfect. But anyways, next up, Plant Egg Group Breeder. I think this is a female Roselia, which is good because it will turn it into plant and fairy as opposed to fungus just being plant. Still utilizing some of those, I believe, Christmas. Yeah, still utilizing some of those Christmas event caught funguses, which is nuts that I'm still getting value out of those. 3 times 31. It is double attack, so it's attack and attack, but it's okay to have some of that sometime. I do need a few of those in my boxes for the occasional 6 times 31 that I want to make, right? They're only valuable for 6 times 31s, which you usually don't do. Usually do 5 times 31s, but occasionally you want 1 or 2 for each egg group. Next up, Abra, 3 times 31 in attack, HP, and defense. Beautiful 3 times 31 in the humanoid egg group. And then finally, we've got about 2 more breeds, I think. Gyarados right here, 2 times 31 Gyarados and Magikarp. But those again, very similarly, sorry, 3 times 31 attack, def, and speed. Very similarly to the Quilava I just consumed. This was a very integral Gyarados to me completing the storylines. This Gyarados probably carried me through a ton of storylines. Shout out Mark Andrews, legendary Baltimore Ravens player. Been a little bit of a slump the past few years, but still absolutely adore him. Man, what I love this Gyarados. I love this Pokemon. It is sad to see it go. It was caught within the first 2 months of the account and used for a lot of the storylines, but I think it was rebred at a certain point. It's fully EV trained. It was an absolute powerhouse for my storylines, but now I just can't dedicate the PC box space to it. It does nothing. It's, storyline Pokemon are not the same past the storyline, so I can't use that really in PvP. I've got to upgrade it. So there we go. And then finally, the last breed, we're going to make this male, a Poliwag, Water A, I believe, egg group, 31 Spatak, 31 Spadef, and I probably have a pairing for that somewhere in my boxes, even though I don't have exactly lined up. I think I have a bunch of female Water A breeds, but no male. So there we go. A bunch of new eggs added to the boxes. I'm going to throw these over here, and that is, dude, it's going to be really cool once we get full boxes of eggs. Like, that's gonna look so clean. It's gonna look so clean and be such a cool little accomplishment milestone on the iron. The alpha catching Sunday continues with an alpha Spinda spawn right at about midnight. All right, I snagged the catch on that Spinda, and 3 times 31 in HP defense and Spadef on a male humanoid and field egg group breeder. It does not get a lot better than that on an alpha catch. I mean, that's beautiful. Male, amazing egg group, 3 times 31, neutral placements. Hopefully that sets up a new breed, because that is just super perfect. That's ideal. I wish every alpha catch was like that. Alrighty, fellas, happy Monday on the Ironman account. The berry farming continues. I'm going to be picking all of my sustainability batches today, and I'm going to be replanting Leppas today. And then I think after this, we'll probably do a lot of sustainability throughout the week. I probably can only do like 1 to maybe 2 Leppa batches this week, but it's cool to start things off with a boring Monday with some nice Leppa berry farming. Once again, it is so nice to see how much the Leppa stack has grown, now being at over 11,000 Leppas. We're getting a little bit, like, I wouldn't say low on seeds, but like in that middle ground mark, as you can see. Only, I mean, I have like 400-ish, 400 or 500-ish of each. I'm a little low on bitter. I might need to crush a lot of these Ross. Hopefully I planted more Ross than Petchas today. And cherry berries and very spicy seeds I'm honestly pretty ahead on. So we're going to focus on Ross berries soon after today's Leppa Harvest. And alrighty, fellas, our microphone fixed just in time. More technical difficulties, but don't worry, we fixed them for this alpha catch on the Ironman account. Alpha Minchino, field A group, 31 HP, 31 Spadef. That might open us up, honestly, to a new breed. That is a pretty damn good catch. The biggest problem right now, honestly, is that my boxes, even for alpha breeds, are like criminally full. I might need to do some alpha breeds. I'm trying to delay alpha breeds because I'd rather do them if I can get donor status prior to Shiny War. I would rather make my alpha eggs, I think, during war and have that 10% chance. I'm not sure. That or more eggs. It's tough to say. I think the 10% increase on alphas might actually be worth it because it's that good, you know? I'm going to head back. So we got our alpha catch done, though. I'm going to head back over to Kanto. I was doing a little bit of amulet coin farming. I think I got 1 amulet coin so far. We just had gotten started. We did do our gym rerun and trainer rerun today. So we're up to 3.3 million Pokeyen, a pretty nice cash stack right now, and we're doing Leppa farming today/tomorrow, so hopefully that will help let us build up a little bit as well, which is nice. Let's get back to amulet coin farming to continue that Pokeyen money making, of course. And I'd love to get back to, I haven't been able to put any attention into fossil farming, is the only sad thing, but also I'm feeling a bit less guilty about not putting time into fossil farming because I'm scared that I'm not going to have the PC space to pop these fossils, especially on top of the mysterious balls. So I don't mind as much, I think, putting my time in other areas, but I would also love a fossil shiny. We'll have to see. All right, little amulet coin checkup post stream. I started at 5 amulet coins. We are now up to 12. So we've got about 7 or so amulet coins. Not bad, but not great. I have calced it out, right? Let's say Shiny War theoretically happens in the next month or so. You'd need 30 amulet coins to do 1 Jimmy run every single day. And then, you know, assuming we miss some days, like weekends, I have a bachelor party trip actually this weekend for a friend. So I'll be not playing much at all this weekend. That's just, you know, an important life activity. Gotta go do, gotta go have some fun. And like 30 amulet coins every single day, plus some extra, plus like some trainer runs. I'm thinking that if I can get up to 50 total amulet coins, I don't know if I'm gonna grind that out. I hate amulet coin farming. It's the one thing I hate the most on the Iron account, to be honest with you. But if I could just find a way to grind that out, kind of just get it done, it would be cool. It'd be cool and nice to just have a giant stack of 50 amulet coins where I'm like, okay, I am good for the rest up until Shiny War, and probably some Jimmy runs if I need to do them during Shiny War, but I really don't want to have to do that type situation. But it would give me plenty, somewhere between like 30 to 50 amulet coins. So we're gonna at least try to get to 30. I think that would also be awesome. I think putting some priority into amulet coins for the next, at least the rest of tonight, a few hours or so, and then whatever I can for the rest of this week, I think would be nice. All right, I did about an hour and a half to 2 more hours of amulet coin farm grinding, and I think I've done about as much as I can. I actually have 2 amulet coins on my Weaviles right now, so that feels pretty good to go ahead and pull those off. And up to 17 amulet coins. I started today at 5. I started this little session at 11, and now we are at 17. That's effectively 17 days of Jimmy runs. Once again, if I can get like 30 to 50, then we'll be in the comfort zone. Alrighty, good morning. I am just waking up. We have ourselves an alpha Politoed encounter on the Ironman account. I'm going to go ahead and take the time to catch this and then go pick up our berries, I think before stream. Okay, wow. I got super lucky and just randomly caught it on turn 7 with a net ball. Sure, and it's this thing's usable. I think do I already have a Politoed? I feel like I've got to have a raid Politoed, right? I'm pretty sure I have to, but 21 Spatak is a little low Spatak. This thing is very close to being like a raid ready usable Politoed if I don't have one, and I don't know if I have a Politoed. I know I have a Pelipper. I might need to actually like really check my boxes and label this like, hey, like keep this a Politoed if it's that important, which it might be. I'll have to go double check. Let's go ahead and see here. Like I think I might not have a dude. What? Do I have like a poly? Wow. This whole time, wow, this whole time I have not had a like good raid Politoed. I know I obviously have Drizzle Pelipper, but I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna throw this over here, I guess, and maybe label this like keep Politoed and try to get a good breed on it at some point. That would be all. I haven't had like a good new raid Pokemon in a long time. I mean, this is already usable, arguably. I would like to get the Spatak a little higher. 21's a little low, but like this is really sick, man. Wow. Talk about a good morning alpha. I mean, you can't ask for, not even only is it a good breeder, it's a good species Pokemon. Like that's the best I could have asked for, man. Hell yeah. Alrighty, fellas, I've already started a little bit because I've been eager, but we do have a Leppa batch today. I'm probably going to end up with around 12,000 or so Leppas, but I will see you guys with the end result once we're done picking. And I am going to go ahead and replant today, probably with the sustainability batch. Let me go double check. Oh, I didn't harvest. Hold up. I didn't harvest yesterday's sustainability patch. So let's just go ahead and do that really quick to get a proper seed count. It's crazy how many harvesting tools it takes, man. All right, there's all of that. We still have rosts, I believe. I need to actually do like plant a fair bit more rosts as well. Down to 900 of these already. That was like what, 700? Gosh, god damn. Okay, 484 very spicy. We're at like very clean numbers actually here. I could maybe do a Leppa batch today, like one more. I'm not going to be able to berry farm like at all this weekend, which is going to suck. There's no harm in just doing another sustainability batch, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead. Today is going to be sustainability, and I'm going to focus a little bit more on rosts. I actually need extra rosts today, so we're going to do that. And I could actually, someone talked about, I think if I grow a guava, maybe I should grow a few of these to test. As long as these break down into bitter seeds, This is actually a very interesting way to, if you have extra very seed, right? Because the very bitters and the very sweets, I can't actually use those for making Leppas. They're only used for planting Petches and Rosts. So if you have extras of those, you can go ahead and consume those in other ways. So I'm gonna plant, how many should I do? 1 row of each or 1 full batch? I'm going to do 1 full batch, I think, of a guave here, and then 1 full batch of whatever the full very spicy or very sweet one is. Let's go check, actually, so I can just show you guys in live time. So we're actually doing some berry farming experimentation today. So here we would do 3 very sweet. And if these break down into, like, more seeds, actually, you only need 2 for that. Hold up. If I can save a seed, I mean, that's ideal. Very sweet, very sweet. Yeah, that's ideal. Do you need 3 very bitter? Let's see. Just sell the extras on the GTL. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, I did the wrong. I can't. Okay, let's see. Very bitter, very bitter. Did I just use 3 very... That's fine. I just wasted a few very bitters. But if we're going to waste any seeds, that's honestly ideal. Okay, so we can use double berry seeds that we don't need to... Okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try the Mago and a Guave strategy. It's actually a good math question. So someone asked, like, are you going to farm berries during Shiny War? And I really, really don't want to if possible. I know it's not a ton of time, but it's probably like 30 minutes a day, okay? To like, maybe a little bit more than that because I'm slow. But if I'm going fastish, like to plant, water, you have to visit them like 3 times every 24 hours, right? 2.5 kind of if you average out or whatever. But you have to like plant them, water them, pick them, right? It's basically 2 a day because you can like plant or pick and replant as well. I love your energy, Razor Rush. What's up, man? But let's say it takes 30 minutes a day to deal with berries, right? 30 minutes a day times 30 days, aka the month of Shiny War, is 900 minutes spent berry farming. Divide that by 60, that is 15 hours. It's easy to be like, oh yeah, just berry farm during Shiny War, Petrowski. It's not a lot of time. 15 hours spent berry farming that could have been shiny hunting. That is half of a whole nother shiny, right? Like that's a big deal. That's a very, very big deal. Now, obviously, if I can get the, if the Leppas really help me speed things up, but there should be enough time swipe hordes near PCs where I should be fine. If I need to get Leppas, I mean, at that point, I'd probably rather single encounter shiny hunt. I think that the odds of me berry farming during war is almost 0%. Almost 0. I think I would rather just single encounter hunt at that point and use expert lures. I think it's a great calculation though to double check. Like you are right. Like, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Now we're getting like even more complicated math, and I'm terrible at math. You said, what if you calculate like the extra encounters from Leppa Berries? How many extra encounters do you get per hour when using Leppa Berries versus PC time swipe hordes? Probably about 200 encounters would be my guess, but it depends on the location, of course. The main reason you want to use Leppas on an Ironman account is like some locations just need Leppas. But let's say you get like 200 more encounters per hour, okay? If you take, let's say, but then you have to calculate how many hours are we going to spend times 5 hoarding with Leppas during war. The goal is... Oh, no. The math... Oh, we're getting into really complicated math territory. The math you would have to do is how many extra Leppas would you get from berry farming every single day during war? Okay, we know it takes 15 hours to berry farm all of war. And you would get 1 Leppa batch every, like, 3 days, roughly. So let's say you get... Let's just lowball it. Let's say you get 8 Leppa batches throughout Shiny War, okay? That would be about 8 to 10 Leppa batches throughout Shiny War. Let's just say 9. Let's say 9. Fuck it. 9 Leppa batches is about 9,000 Leppas, okay? 9,000 Leppas is about 75 hours of shiny hunting. If you do 200 more encounters for 75 hours... This times 200, you would do 15,000 more. Wait, that's actually hilarious. Do you know what that means? You would do 15,000 more encounters per hour if you used Leppa Berries during Shiny. If you that means it even. Yes, it's dead even. That's so funny. If you spend. Wait, that's really funny. So if I needed, so what that means is if I needed to, oh, it's going to cost me so much Pokeyen though is the problem, which makes it less even. I think it is best not to, but it's arguable. I think it's best to not berry farm during war as an Iron Man account. There's a lot of complicated math. I'd rather use the Pokeyen for other things, but that's tough. That's like legit tough. TUFF. And you're low on badges. Oh yeah, that's a little bit. That's true. The Pokeyen cost is really severe though. I think it's best to avoid, but if I need to shiny hunt spots for my team, like the Larvitar spot, if there are spots that are really far from like I would love to do the Larvitar shunt as an Iron Man account during war. Or like the Dratini spot. The Dratini spot I can do without Leppas though. It's a bit slower, but like I'll need a lot of repels as well to do certain spots like that. I think it's worth to save the Leppas, but we'll see. We can really start cranking through our Leppas as well once we get like later into the war. There's so much strategy to plan out, man. There's actually so much. I was thinking recently over the past weekend, is it worth it all to stock up any Ninetales and pre-level them on the Iron Man account to go for some Shedinja? I don't know if that's... I was just thinking about it. I just haven't thought about that at all. I don't think it's worth it. I have some XP candies. I could try to stock Ninetales and use XP candies like that, but that's... Now we're reaching... I don't know if I have the PC space, though. I'd rather just save the PC space potentially for fossils like that. But there's so much to think about. This is good discussion and good theory crafting and brainstorming for Iron Man Shiny War, for the first ever Iron Man Shiny War. We're going to learn a lot this year. Okay, I'm locking in today, chat. I'm feeling good. I'm going to do the best Jimmy run I've ever done on the account, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm tryharding today as best I can. Starting at 3,334,000 Pokeyen on the dot. Fellas, I think that this is gym number 27. I'm bad at counting, and I'm gonna have to run the calculations. I don't have time for another gym, but I did 2 extra gyms. I did Celadon and Driftvale and Univulture not on the route, and this is gym number 25. I think this is 27. The goal today was 26 for the Twitch Gamba. This was not the best Jimmy run we've done on the account so far. I'm pretty sure I did 28 off stream, which was fucking awesome. I'm still gonna go do this gym, I guess, but well, actually, let's prep for the gym, but calc so we don't mess up our numbers, okay? But we started at 334k, right? We can divide by like 13.5. If we take 334, no. We take 3681000 for easy purposes. Subtract 334, boom, 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 boom. Is that right? No, it was 3,334. So, okay, hold up. We take 3681 minus 3,334. Boom, boom, boom. That gets us 350k Pokeyen divided by 13.5. Is it 26? It's 26 or 27. It's not 25. It's 20. Oh, you guys can't see the calculator. One sec. It's 26 or 27. I think it's 27, and I'm like under count. Like I think it might be closer to like 13.75. Here, let's see if we do 347k divided by 13.75. How much of a different answer do we get? What? No, that'd be. Wait. Hold up. I'm pretty sure. Okay, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I did 27 gyms. I can go back and double check, but this matters for the Twitch Gamba. I'm pretty sure I did 27. I'm pretty sure I did 27. I think believers win today. Alrighty, fellas, we have an Alpha Roserade catch over here on the Iron Man account. Hopefully, I'll see you with some good IVs here. I don't know if I need male or female actually in the plant fairy aid group. I'm sure male is probably good. I don't know. We'll see after the catch. Alrighty, fellas, we did go ahead and catch that Roserade. Not bad at all. Male Roserade plant and fairy aid group. Look at this. I mean, the stats placement's pretty good. 20 plus in every Spatak stat, right? And then 31 HP, 31 speed. Solid, great alpha catch. All right, I did as much Amulet Coin farming in the evening as I could afford the time to. We are now up to 25 Amulet Coins. I think yesterday, I guess 2 days ago, it's the morning of the third day, kind of the Amulet Coin grind, trying to get to 50. So technically 2 days ago, even though it's the beginning of this day, we started at 5 Amulet Coins. We went up to like 17 by day 2. Today's the beginning of day 3. We are at 25. I'm trying to get like 30 to 50. I think 50 would be absolutely plenty, but that might even be overkill at this point as more days pass and stuff as well. It's currently 6-24. It's June 24th as I'm recording this. I think 40 Amulet Coins at this point would be plenty, but now I almost want to stick to the 50 number just because it feels good to set a goal and achieve it, sort of thing. But we'll see how I feel once I get up to like 40 Amulet Coins and play it by ear. There is also a fossil-themed catch event today in about 5 hours. I'm actually up pretty darn early today. It's in a few hours from now. There is a non-shiny Cranidos or Shieldon up for grabs. I mean, I would love a 6x31 Rampardos. That is so usable as a physical attacker in raids or a special attacker over at the best XP trading spot, Donphan and Dodrio. And there's obviously, of course, the 1000 RP. That's what I really want on the Iron. Oh, well, I was going to record some other projects, but I actually just got news of an Alpha Ledian spawn. Not one you see a whole lot over in Johto, I believe. Bug Egg Group Alpha Pokemon. So let's go snag up that uncommon fella. All right, typical Iron Man luck. I caught it on the very first turn that it went Indignant, so it wasn't too bad of a catch. I think it was turn 18. A few timer balls. Female, 31 HP, 31 defense. That's probably solid. I'm happy with that. And it finally might be time to make a few of those alpha breeds. I've been putting this off because I'd rather wait until I get something like a donator status, or potentially if there's a boost during Shiny War that actually benefits that. But usually the Shiny War boost doesn't benefit eggs or fossils. It's only wild encounters. But I want to show you guys why, because I have so many alphas now, I don't have enough space for them, right? This Alpha Ledian, like normally I've been moving alphas over to these boxes. I right now have 3 boxes dedicated to alpha Pokemon. It's just way too much, man. 3 boxes just for alphas. It is just way too much. And I'm trying to get everything consolidated. I'm doing the best I can, but it has been a nightmare. Like all of these spaces, empty spaces I need for clarity. And then I have 2 extra alphas that I've caught over here. So I think it's finally time to just go ahead and start on some of these breeds. I think it's the only way that I can go ahead and make proper space. I guess the real question is which box. I think I'm going to go ahead and start on this box potentially, and because we have 2 eggs over here, the eggs will continue over here. Let's just go through very carefully each of these breeds. I want to like spend a second on and actually like give proper time, because there's a lot to talk about here. Like an Alpha Ditto is a very valuable resource. This Alpha Misdrevious is an event alpha, right? Like this could roll Crazy Nature and be a completed event alpha Pokemon. This is a really big deal, honestly. Like the fact that it's going to be 31 attack, 31 speed, 25 plus def defense, 31 HP. These stats are perfect. These stats are perfect. I need to be lucky and roll like Timid or Modest. I'm going to put this in a Luxury Ball as well to hopefully remind myself that this is an event Pokemon and hopefully label it properly as soon as I possibly can. We're going to go ahead and just go through with this. Yep. We're going to go through with it. Make that breed. Boom. Oh, it feels weird. All of these eggs will get saved until Shiny or before they actually get popped. Next up, I think a humanoid egg group breeder. No gender here. Pretty rare. Most of these have gender. Most of these I have paid a very specific attention to detail, and most of them will have a gender. This is a 4x31 humanoid egg group breeder alpha. And all the attack stats, minus attack, obviously minus speed. This is a really good breed. Good Pokemon. I think I just have no other Pokemon in my boxes. It's also dual egg group. That's actually humanoid and chaos on Ralts. So a very good egg group for things like that. Next up, Kingler and Dragonite. Once again, no gender selected. I'm a little scared about that, but I think that should be right. I trust myself. I really took a deep patience when setting up these breeds. Horsey and Kingler. 31 attack, 31 speed, 31 speed. Nothing super crazy there, to be honest with you. Just a nice dragon egg group breed. Oh, okay. Staying alpha. Each of these represents. Now this, okay, this is important because this needs to be paired. This breed needs to be paired with this Arcanine. So this needs to be make male. Make male, 3x31 HP, speed, and speed. Let's go ahead and go through with that. I want to make sure I very carefully place that with the Arcanine. My box would load back. A little bit of lag today in Pokemon, it seems like. Here's the Vulpix egg. We're going to keep the Arcanine. I guess just on top of it like this. I think this is fine. I might move things around here in a quick sec. Next up is this Melodic and Corfish. No gender selected here. I caught the Melodic, one of the first, I think, alphas caught off camera, probably 6, 7. Actually, no, that was pretty recent. Wow, pretty recent. 3 times 31 HP defense and Spatak, random gender roll. These are big breeds, man. Each of these breeds is, I mean, it's obviously like 20 to 30,000 Pokeyen. I mean, that's something right there. But then on top of that, each of these breeds are alphas, right? One of these Pokemon can only spawn every 6 to 8 IRL hours or so. Like, every 2 alphas consumed is essentially 1 full day of catching alphas and making sure you're online and around to catch those alphas. Like, it's a lot, man. This is months. This is 1 year of stocking up alphas, you know, not all of it, of course, but it's a lot to factor in. 5,000 Pokeyen here, making it male, 31 attack, Spadef, and speed. That's going to pair up with my Deerling, which the Deerling is also a event raid alpha Pokemon, so I'm excited to make you go ahead and mark that. Sawsbuck, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I don't think it's labeled correctly. I'm pretty sure Sawsbuck was an event raid, so I'm glad I actually remembered to go ahead and put some markings onto it to hopefully remember that. I might even put in a luxury ball, honestly, change it out just so I can remember. I can't do it apparently in the breeder's box. That's fine. That'll be paired up. That's looking good. Next up, how many breeds do I want to do? How much space do I think I might just do this whole box. 4 times 31. Oh my goodness. 4 times 31 Alpha Golem. This is an event Pokemon. This is a very important one. I love this Pokemon. It's actually the best single encounter leading Pokemon in the game, so I really care about this one coming out with good stats. We're going to put this in a luxury ball and really hope for a potential adamant jolly nature would be fantastic. Dude, my heartbeat is literally raising. These are like intense breeds. This is so much stuff. Like this Staryu, man. Like, okay, so like the Starmie, I'm pretty sure I only get 1 alpha Starmie, and it's from the event, right? This was a very, very rare. This is from doing the Starmie scavenger hunt during the Christmas event, and it was a pain in the butt. This took so long. This probably took about 1 or 2 full days of grinding a very specific part of the Xmas event to be able to get this breeder. Like this is a lot, man. It's a genderless Pokemon, so it can only be better with other Alpha Staryus and Starmers, which I don't have, and then Alpha Dittos. So there's an Alpha Ditto consumed to make it 3 times 31. And then next up, what else do we have? We've got Raichu and Musharna. Make male. I said keep for war. Make male. It's gonna be a Pichu. Ooh, I could actually. The fact that I'm gonna have to. Ooh, that's gonna be annoying. I have XP candies. I think I could use XP candies. So that's going to be a babe Pokemon, so I can't rebreed it immediately. I'm going to probably use XP candies to XP level it up. And that will allow me to, this is going to be paired with this Mareep. Yes. That's going to allow me to, let me also move these actually like this. There we go. That's a lot easier to track, at least for now. Okay, that's all fine. Well, move this over maybe. I'm going to be very, very careful with how I move these around, but anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Pichu. The Pichu, we have XP candies. This is why I don't frivolously spend my XP candies. This is why it's so important to stock up on these for moments of emergencies, like during raids or during Shiny War. Next up is a double Honchkrow breed, make female. One of the stats. Hold on, I want to make sure I have this done correctly, because I don't know if I do. 31. Does this breed just not pair? Do I just know that this is a roll? Maybe I was just okay. I'm going to double check this. Maybe I was just okay with this being a roll. I don't think these match up. 31 Spatak, 31 Spadef, 31 Spadef, 31 HP. Ah, I made a mistake. Okay, I'm glad I took a second. Okay, this needs a Spatak brace. Okay, that's fine. That can be fixed. Whew. Glad I just took that quick second. There we go. That is much better. Make sure to make it female. 3 times 31 this time. 31 HP, Spatak, and Spadef. And that should pair with the thing to the left of it. I want to double check to make sure that pairing will actually go through correctly. If not, that's okay. Yeah, no, it should. The Firo, 3 times 31 in defense, Spatak, but yes, that should work out beautifully. Okay, so that's a pair right there. Next up is Linoon and Glaceon. Make female to keep it as female Zigzagoon. 3 times 31 in HP, attack, and speed in the field egg group, and then 20 plus in both defenses. This is a pretty solid IV Pokemon. Next up, the big breeds continue. I mean, this need to be paired really quick. Actually, let me go and be very, very careful here. Maybe I'll move all these down here. I'm honestly not totally sure how I want to do this. Like, do I want to have all the pairs down here? Maybe I do. If I can just move this, like I kind of prefer that. Like, that looks a lot cleaner, honestly. We're gonna rock with that. Next up is Lickitung and Lapras, monster egg group Pokemon. Make it female, it says 2 times. Is this just, wait, what is this? Is this also wrong? No, I just can't see. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, 3 times 31 HP, Spatak, and speed. That's perfect. That's fine. Beautiful. Then I believe that Lickitung egg is meant to be paired with this Aeron, so we're gonna go ahead and get that paired up, nice and beautiful, just like that. And then I think these are just nothing crazy here. Now I do have a weird decision here. I have this event alpha Raichu, and I think I am making the call to go ahead and use this as a breeder because it's not an event only Pokemon, because there's other way, like there's other hidden ability access Pikachus. At least I'm pretty sure. That'd be really scary if I probably should make sure I have one. Maybe I don't. I thought, wait a minute, I might need to double check this. I thought that Raichu and Pikachu were not event only as alphas. If they are, I probably need to keep this. So I'm gonna do the Crawdont first, and then I'm going to double check on that. 3 times 31, this is make male. 3 times 31 is Water Sea A group. Water Sea A group, 3 times 31, HP, defense, and speed. I will take it. And that does not have a pairing. I just have a bunch of female Water Sea Pokemon. So all the pairings are matched up beautifully. Perfect. Now we have extra alpha space over here. I'm going to go ahead and start throwing these over. Oh, where was it? Oh, it's over here. Excuse me. This box, right? Beautiful. Okay, we can move these like this. Then we have the Ledian. I can move over as well. Okay, that's good. That cleared up so much space. That is quite nice. And we still have these alphas up here to pair with breeds. That looks really nice. Okay, I think that Raichu might be event only. I'm not totally sure. And because I just can't remember, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take the braces off of this. Go ahead and make sure that that is named, yeah, event alpha as it is. I'm going to cancel that breed. And play it safe. All right, so now our alpha boxes look like this. We have our big box of breeders here, a bunch of breeders up here, a bunch of eggs down here, and then a few setup breeds in the future, as well as a bunch of breeds still set up over here. If I need to clear more space, I can obviously go ahead and tackle this, but I'd like to keep it this way just in case. All right, I know this is a big jump in terms of menus, but I'm actually recording my biggest Iron Man guide so far on the channel. Hopefully it's out by the time this video comes out. It is 63 tips for Iron Man. It's coming soon. So if you're watching this video, I hope it's already out, but if not, well, there's the announcement, there's the spoiler. So while I'm doing this, I was like, you know what? I actually need some extra PP maxes. I need some extra PP, so we're gonna go ahead and actually crush some extra bears. I'm a little low on berry powder, but thankfully I have so many extra chestos. I do want to keep a fair bit of chestos. They are a good berry, but I don't need 171 of them. I can happily crush like 51 at least, go down to like 120. That's pretty darn good. And then hopefully, how much berry powder does that give me? I want to pick myself up a couple PP maxes while we're here, because I just used a bunch of them. I can get 2 like this. So let's go ahead and boom, 2 PP maxes. Let's see, white herbs. I actually have a fair bit of white herbs just floating around, which that's usually the hard part. So pretty happy to see that. Do I want to pick up one more PP max? I think I do. It's hard to tell with stuff like this. 2 PP maxes on deck is nice, but I think I'm going to be using, honestly, a bit more, because it wouldn't surprise me if I need more PP maxes for my 7 Hells Jimmy Run team, and that would help runs be a bit smoother, and it's definitely worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and crush. I'm going to crush like 60 of these. I know it kind of hurts. I like having the stack of 100, but I can always grow more. That is okay. We can always plant more chesto berries, and that won't be much of a problem. Let's go ahead and see. I can at least get 1 more PP max. So that puts me at 3 PP maxes now after moving around a few resources on the iron. I'll have to go pick up more white herbs in the future if I want to make more, and I do have 50 berry powder left. I could get 2 more PP maxes if I wanted, and honestly, I might do that at some point, but not today. Alrighty, fellas, another beautiful morning on the Iron Man account. We have a catch event later. I've already shown you the details. Stream has not seen it, though. We are going to go ahead. I want to pick these weird berries that I planted and crush them immediately and see what kind of seeds we're looking at. What were these? Were these? No, not Hondu. These, Aguave. So we made some Aguave berries. We got 5 Aguave berries. Let's go ahead and use our harvester and see, were these bitter or sweet? 2 very bitter, 3 plain bitter. So they're the bitter ones, which is similar to Rost. Let's go ahead and pick some Rost as well. Perfect, 5 Rost. I want to compare. Even if it's the same, even if it's the exact same yield, that's still good. It's just a way for me to utilize some of my extra very bitter seeds, which you'll end up with too many very seeds. It's the same exact yield on average, I'm assuming. Okay, that's worth it. Like, sometimes it's going to be worth to plant a few of these They're not like better yield, but it's the same yield, and it's a way to utilize some of the berry seeds. So occasionally, you'll probably end up seeing me do this every so often. It'll be pretty rare, like maybe like once a month of berry farming, but it's a great tool to be aware of on an Ironman account. Okay, Jimmy run done. We're getting good time, done a little early. The catch event's not for another hour. I do want to show up to the catch event early to try to get a Spirit Tomb encounter before the event starts and have that prepped. But until then, I'm going to do some Amulet coin farming. I'm in my Amulet coin farming arc, so we're going to continue that, focus on that, and then go ahead and try to get the number. But dude, we're almost at 4 mil. How nuts is that? Our Pokeyen stack has been going up, dude. Alrighty, fellas, the catch event has officially begun. This is going to be a weird one. Here's my first Spirit Tomb catch. I don't know if I'm going to do single encounters. Rock smashing, I'm just going to try a little bit of everything and see what works. This is a very weird, difficult, tricky catch event. That's a good above average first catch. That's a 150, I believe. It's definitely not going to take any placements, but like you got to appreciate a good catch. A 150 first catch, you got to appreciate the above average because it's a +8 because of Spirit Tomb. Gotta appreciate that. I'll see you guys with any more interesting catches. I'm gonna try rock smashing for a little bit and see how that plays out. All right, the catch event has come to an end. A pretty, like, you know, mediocre catch event in certain ways. I did catch that 150 Spirit Tomb. That is my best catch. I'm going to go ahead and take the time to submit that. Like, it's a 150 in a very weird little niche event. I think the odds of it placing are like 0.5%, so almost impossible, but I'm still going to take the time. I did get a 38 Haunter. Like, 150 highest and 38 lowest, honestly, is like a little above average, so we'll take that. And then, I got a few like 1x31s here and there. So a little bit from this event, but it's almost like I'd rather not have that many 1x31s. So, you know, I'd rather keep the PC space clean, so I don't have a huge problem with that. So not too shabby. I'll get things cleaned up properly in a bit here as well. And not high enough. There we go. And I'm going to submit the Spirit Tomb, and I will see you guys with catch event results. All right, we got a little distracted by a Safari Shiny Apom encounter that we got to react to, but we are back with catch event results for the Fossil catch event, the like Graveler, Spirit Tomb kind of weird catch event. The winner gets a perfect IV if they want it to be Cranidos or Shieldon. Fourth place was Dart with 26 points. Great catch, dude. Congratulations. A very solid fourth place. Third place, 158. We submitted a 150. Not super close, but like kind of like a very low point score event. You know, it kind of expectantly, but even that is like shockingly low. Hand of Rag. Congratulations, man, on your 158 pointer and third place. Second place, 160 is Quintinus, great name. Do I know that? That's a great name. Congrats on second place with a 160. First place with a 162 is Fakin Toon 2. Congrats, brother, on 162 first place. Wow. Congratulations, man, on the 1000 RP, the Cranidos, the Shieldon, whatever you want it to be. As always, congrats to all the winners and good luck on future catch events, fellas. All right, good morning, fellas. Starting our Iron Man morning with an Alpha Salamence catch. Really good stats as well. 31 speed depth, 31 speed, female Salamence, 20 plus, and all the other attack stats. Impish? This might just be this might be like a competitively ready defensive Salamence. Sometimes people go Rocky Helmet. Let me see. Sometimes people go Rocky Helmet Salamence. Is it in UU right now? Let's go see. No, it is in OU. Okay. It's in OU at a 41% win rate. 1 point. It's going to get moved down to UU. Salamence is a tough Pokemon because it is very, very good in UU from my understanding, but not very good in OU. So it's like, it's almost a little too good for UU from what I don't even mean to make that claim. Just from what I vaguely see / hear, that might not be true. Take that with a massive grain of salt. But it seems to move back and forth between UU and OU constantly, where it's in one of those like borderline type of Pokemon. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go pick our berries. We're gonna be harvesting sustainability berries today. I probably won't even show a clip of that. It's pretty typical stuff because I've seen me farm berries a billion times now. The important and interesting thing is that I will not be replanting berries today because I will be going on a bachelor party trip this weekend for a really good friend of mine. So I want to be focused on him and celebrating and not planting berries. Could you imagine? We're like about to get in the Uber at like 8 p.m. to go to the barcade, and I'm like, hold on, guys, I have to water my virtual plants. Like, it's not gonna fly. So we're going to pick our berries, not replant, crush them all, talk about movies, do a Jimmy run, get over 4 mil Pokeyen, which that's gonna be fucking sick for the very first time on the account ever. Get over 4 mil. I might need to buy more harvesters though, to be fair. No, I'm good actually for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be over 4 mil Pokeyen for the very first time ever today. That's pretty cool. And then do a little bit of safari shunting to wind down the day. It should be a pretty chill day on the iron. And I'll basically see you guys if I get a shiny. That's mostly it. Alrighty, fellas. First time recording any Iron Man clips post the bachelor party break. Wasn't my bachelor party, but a big one for a friend. We have an Alpha Exploud to start out the day. We're going to do our Jimmy run. We're going to plant our bear. Probably plant our bears, honestly, first. Probably reverse that order, actually. Alpha Exploud being male, a male monster field egg group breeder is exactly what we needed. That's fucking sick. And then, once again, we're going to do berry farming and then Jimmy running, keeping our Pokeyen stack as high as it's ever been, which is insane. Legendarily high Pokeyen stack right now, and getting back into berry farming, locking in, making sure we're getting our Leppas every single day. And then I might do some fossil farming today. I thought about doing some Amulet coin farming, but I mean, the bachelor party really taught me, like, I'm not going to be able to do my Jimmy runs every single day, you know? So if I have, I think right now I have 26 Amulet coins, which Shiny War was officially confirmed. I don't know if I've actually mentioned it in the Iron Man video yet. Shiny War was confirmed for potentially late July. So all of our work is going to pay off, okay? Most likely. Okay? Almost guaranteed. But yeah, it's basically confirmed for July. The goal is... What's the goal? We're doing the goal. Holy fuck, it's been a long weekend. All right, there is the Alpha Exploud catch. 31 attack, 31 speed. A little funny in the monster infield. I don't really need more special attack breeders, but that's okay. It's still something. We will take it. And I was talking about Amulet coins before. That's what I was losing my train of thought on. I have 26, okay? And if Shiny War happens in late July, this might be all I need. It's currently, as I'm recording, June 29th. So if I do Jimmy runs, if I skip, you know, a few weekends, which is normally what this should be enough, I think. Like this, honestly, I may not need any more Amulet coins. I should not be doing Amulet coin runs or Jimmy runs during Shiny War. I feel like that would be trolling, wasting too much time making yen. I might just be good. I'm going to stop on Amulet coins. If I have to get more, I can. That's fine. But I honestly might be done on Amulet coins until Shiny War, which is a really big deal, which means we could focus on things like fossil farming, you know, back to really just Leppa farming, fossil farming, Jimmy runs. We don't have to Amulet coin farming, which is really nice. So let's lock in. All right, I did the worst Jimmy run ever. Dude, you're too nice. Shout out, dude. Much love to you, man. Worst Jimmy run ever while I told some stories. It was well worth it. The stories were well worth it, okay? It's time to get back into berry farming for the first time in I haven't farmed in like 3 or 4 days. Probably the longest berry farming break I've taken in quite a while. We're going to start with just a sustainability patch. I think we could do a Leppa batch, but like I don't really feel the need to. We're going to start with a sustainability patch. First things first, starting with some cherries, of course. I also might have some berries. You know what? I have a lot of berries to crush. Wait, is this 2 harvest? Whoa, wait. This is so many berries. Maybe I actually definitely should do a Leppa batch. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy more harvesters. Hello? I have so many berries to harvest. Okay, let's drop some money. 350k, boom. I want to stay above 4 mil for a little bit because it feels good arbitrarily. Let's go use these to crush these. Boom, boom. Dude, we just got so many seeds. I mean, not as crazy as I thought, I guess. Like 600 or so of each of the main ones. 600 or so. Do we want to do a Leppa batch then, boys? You know what? I'll still do one sustainability batch just to make sure, since I'm just getting back into the flow of things, I'd rather lose a sustainability batch than a Leppa batch. So let's get to it. Oh, I need to crush these berries too, don't I, chat? I forgot about that. I have some actually extra berries. The Imagos and the Guavs were all made just to be crushed. So let's see. Very sweet, plain sweet. I'm pretty sure, right? Let me go double check before I crush them. Because they restore HP but cause confusion. I don't need this. Yeah, this was just made for crushing. The EV reducing berries I need. Okay, hell yes. A little bit of extra seeds there as well. I'm gonna stop planting cherries there. We're gonna switch over to berry bitters. Some Ross. Here we go. All right, sustainability berries have been planted. I think we just go fossil farm for about 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours until the catch event, boys. Fossil farm, like a fair bit. Get some nice fossils. We're currently sitting at 260 fossils. I'm hoping to see what we can get that number up to. Let's go get set up and prepped and head over to Sinnoh. Alrighty, fellas, we've streamed so long. We have another alpha catch on the Iron Man. 2-in-1 stream. Pretty rare to see. I got ourselves an alpha, well, a Sneasel mini guy. Got ourselves an alpha Weavile catch here in a quick sec. This is a really important alpha catch for so many Iron Men. And honestly, I think I kind of do actually need a third pickpocket Weavile for Amulet coin farming. So I might want to keep this. It's male. I'm going to need a Ditto breeder. I might, this is like, I want plus defense or like 20 plus HP, 20 plus defense. I would love to keep this potentially. I lost the quick claw. Whoops, that's fine. I might want to keep this potentially as a just as a Weavile and use it for Amulet coin farming where I need to. But I don't need that right now, but to be fair, in the future it'd be nice. Okay, I'm catching this alpha Weavile. It has pickpocket. I false swiped it. He just stole my toxic orb. Dude, I'm cooked. I have to dream ball and like hope I catch. So I'm pretty sure it wakes up. Will it live at 1 HP? This is so cooked. I have to like dream ball. I didn't even get my skill swap off because it outsped and KO'd my Spinda. Oh my, it's so cooked. This is a much harder fight than I expected. Yeah, Raggy is right. That was not the pickpocket, the swords dance. Go to 0.2% HP off the. You're gonna toxic yourself. Well, he won't get hurt on his first thing, right? Okay. We have like one more turn. I can timer ball. I have like 2 timer balls to try to catch this. I think otherwise it's cooked. We're cooked. I got it. I'll get lucky, chat. I can't sleep him now, and he's gonna die in a sec. Okay, I think he'll live at 0.2% HP here. We have one more timer ball. Watch this. Catch. Iron Man RNG. Don't actually do it. Don't do it, because I'll look bad. Okay. I'll never beat the Dev Trowski allegations if that actually worked. Okay, I'll see you guys on attempt number 2 of this Weavile. I think I'm going to go ahead. It's funny, I've never done this, but I'm probably going to go ahead and just use some XP candies on my Spinda. I have a bunch of them. It's for level 76. I'd love for it to be like 90-ish and just have better stats. That's 77. What do I need for 9? Like 14 or whatever levels? Terrible at math. Is that right? Yeah, level 90. I'm cool with... Okay, that should give it enough speed to hopefully get it up there. And as you can see, hilariously, you can do that. So you could focus sash Spinda. That would be decently consistent. The problem with that is on an Iron Man, you don't want to burn through focus sashes if possible, because I think the only way to get them is with BP. So like you don't want to burn through BP. Imagine if you like consumed a focus sash every single alpha, like that would suck. On a main account, it's mostly fine, but on an Iron Man account, it's a fair bit of a cost, I would say. But you could for like one-off alphas like this that outspeed. But I have the XP candies. It's not a bad shout, but I'd rather just go ahead and use the XP candies over the focus ashes. All right, fellas, much better. A turn 9 Weavile catch that time. 31 speed def, 20 plus defense. This is a fine alpha catch. Another field. More 31 speed attack. All of my alphas keep turning out 31 speed attack, which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. I'll take it. It's fine. We might be able to use that. We'll see. Dude, a huge shout out to everybody who is in this screenshot. I'm about to take my final screenshots and try to get something cool going. I wanted to get something for the screenshot competition that's been happening right now recently. There is a screenshot competition about featuring the day or night cycle. And I'm not a very creative person, but I really wanted to use this spot in PokeMMO for a very long time. So this is kind of like dancing the night away, or like a rave/club vibe at nighttime. No, as opposed to just doing like night sky, or like, like it's a different sort of almost like instead of touching grass, it's an inside look, at the nighttime elements of potentially Pokemon or life or whatever it may be. So thanks to everybody in this, everybody's name showing up here. I appreciate you guys showing up and making this a special screenshot. All right, the Baneri catch event has officially begun. I'm going to be nest balling the entire event wherever possible. I'm also going to be trying to release things as soon as I possibly can to save up on space. I have an Adamant Synchronized Kadabra. Here is my first catch. The hour begins. This will be a pretty competitive event. 127. It's a breeder, 31 speed. It's an absolute breeder. It's an absolutely valid Pokemon. Back-to-back Baneri. I'll show you Baneri number 2. Why not? Let's see, boys. Because the catches will be quite fast. When catches are this fast, it's going to be a very competitive event. It would not surprise me if first place is like a 175. It was right. First place like a 175. Second place is like a 174. Then third's like a 172. It would not surprise me. But let's what is these catches? 2 times special attacking speed. So many attack catches recently, man. 2 times 31 breeder within the first 2 catches of the event. My breeder luck has been good, but I really need to win some RP, man. I really would like a Thunder status heading into Shiny War. Pretty please. Oh, chat! Oh, that could get... Oh, I think but someone else... Didn't someone else have a 23? Simba's in the shot. That's fine. Dude, that's my lowest catch in a very long time for a catch event. I think someone else has a 23. So I think best case scenario it ties, but they would win because of the time caught. Oh, dude. Simba, you're so greedy, buddy. That's crazy, man. That is a nuts catch. I don't think it'll get fourth, sadly, but that is a nuts catch, dude. Damn. That is a nuts catch, dude. Alrighty, fellas, the Baneri catch event has ended. I'm waiting on catch event results, but I'm gonna go ahead and submit my Baneri, my humble. Wait, what's the nature? I guess I should check the nature bonus. I didn't even check that, to be fair. What's the, is it careful? Is minus, brave is the minus one. So this is a 23 Baneri. And I think someone has a 19 we saw in global chat. So I'm not going to take fourth place, but I'm still going to submit. Maybe he forgets to, maybe his internet disconnects, or he forgets to submit, or like something. Maybe he caught a 170 he wants to submit instead. Like, as dumb as, you should always submit. You should always submit just in case. My humble entry. There's no reason not to. So we're going to submit that over to CM Jacobski. I think for some reason, Whisper Windows, you can't track Whisper Windows with CMs. You can track, like, it did whisper correctly to him, but we'll see. Yeah, 23 is that could win fourth place in certain events. I'm very lucky. That's a very good catch. Wait. Shiny Baneri in last minute. Live Shiny Baneri channel 6. I can't get to that channel, but whoever that is, congrats. That's fucking awesome. Congratulations, dude. Alrighty, fellas, catch event results are being announced for the Baneri catch event. In fourth place with 15 points. I had a 23 in this event. We had someone else in chat with a 23 and someone with a 19. So fourth place had a lot of competition in this event, dude. 15 points for fourth place is Gojo Satoru. Congratulations to you, gamer. 161 third place. Kind of a low scoring third. Wow. Mithelson. Congratulations, dude. I'm surprised at how low this score in this event is. Second place, 163 Sparks. Congratulations. And then first place, we're still waiting. We're waiting. Dude, I'm shocked at how low scoring the event is. The winner of this event was a 164. This is a nest ball event, dude. 164 points to Ivy Meow. Congratulations, man. I'm shocked. Oh my goodness. And at that exact same moment, Paraguay is up in penalty shots. Paraguay versus Germany World Cup game. They're up 2-1. So little live, we can tell exactly at what second, at what moment was happening when this catch event ended. But that is the Baneri catch event. I will see you guys with the next catch event. As always, it's a great way to be involved in the PokeMMO community, see what's going on, and I'm going to finish watching this World Cup game because it is a banger. All right, just got done watering my berries a little bit ago, and now we have an alpha right on spawn late at night in that same stream day. Let's go ahead and get the encounter, and I'll see you guys with the catch. All right, I just caught the Rhydon on turn 17. Brave Nature's whatever. Another special attack alpha. I swear I'm getting trolled. I'm just getting baited at this point. I can't stop catching special attack statted Pokemon. I don't need any more of them in the monster and field egg group as well. I mean, it's still a breeder, still an alpha. I'm not going to complain too much. I'll take it, but come on, man. All right, also after releasing every single Baneri that didn't have any stats, this is what we are left with. About, what is this, 3, 6, 8. 8 Baneris with at least a 1x31, and that one that had a 2x31 in attack and speed. We did release the 23 caught one. It was really cool, but yeah, had to release it for PC space, and we're going to start considering... I mean, reaching a point where I just start releasing good IV Pokemon in my boxes, or at least things that, like, especially don't have 31s, that we're going to, as we get closer and closer, like this is a Pokemon, as we get closer and closer to Shiny Wars, this is probably, you know what, so I just release this now. It's like, it's a really good mon, like, it feels bad, you know, it's nice to keep breeders like this just in case for some, like, raid or something like that, but, I have most of my raid mons. Yep. See you later, Nidoran. I know it's 24 plus in every physical stat and adamant. It's a cool breeder, but just don't want stuff like that. And stuff like that's going to be happening a lot more often as I just kind of slowly whittle away at the random little breeders in my boxes and just try to make as much space as possible for Shiny War. I just need maximum space. Obviously, I want as many eggs as possible, but I'm getting really scared about, like, I don't know if I'm gonna... I might need to stop farming fossils. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough space to pop all of these on top of my mysterious balls. Like, don't forget, like, these have to get popped. These are, like, really important, you know? This is, like, 300 something Pokemon. Like, how many breeders am I... Like, what am I gonna do? That's gonna be real weird. You know what? While we're doing some late night cleaning, I might actually just look through my boxes on my laptop and just sort of sacrifice some things, and I'll save them and show you guys. Like, a good example, look at this Lickilicky, man. Rash Nature, you know, Iron Petrowski OT, it's back from the first year the account was created. It's EV Train, it's level 42, it's not good, it's fine, but, like, I don't need this. I don't need this. This can get released. I probably wanted a Lickilicky just in case of something, but, and I even said the time to EV train it, but it's just taking up precious box space, so that will go away. It's berry harvest time, gamers. See you at the haul. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and replant today at the same time. And I'm actually not streaming today, and I might be hanging out today a little bit, if you know what I mean. So I think I'm just going to do a sustainability batch. This might end up being a scuff sustainability batch, but once again, I'd rather do a scuff sustainability batch than potentially lose out on some Leppas and have a harvest die. Right, here's the final berry picked, and I did replant this time with a lot of my very seeds. I'm ending up with extra very spices and very bitters, so I'm utilizing that little tip/technique, I believe from Iron Michael Tyson, to go ahead and get some extra use out of those. So shout out to him, also an advanced Iron Man gamer. Now, I do need to go buy some more harvesting tools, so we're going to drop a few racks on that really quick. And I've been trying not to go under 4 mil, but I think it's time. I'm going to go ahead and get a big stack like this. Boom. And then another big stack, actually, going down to about 3.5 million Pokeyen. It's still so much Pokeyen. Like, I'm honestly so happy with that. And that is so many harvesting tools. Dude, our progress has really been, like, amplifying and kicking off. Dude, it's been really cool to see. I feel like I locked in at a certain point in preparing for Shiny War. And I think it's really, at least for me personally, I'm pretty happy with it. Every other day, I feel different. Oh, I'm proud of my progress. Oh, my progress is dog shit. I'm so behind on fossils. It kind of just go back and forth. I mean, that's the human experience, right? Let's go ahead and crush all of these, including these 350 or so cherry berries. Beautiful. That's going to leave us with a ton of seeds. 724 very spicy, 739 plain sweet, and 728 plain bitter. Some of the most seeds we've ever had. After harvesting this next batch, it'll be some of the most, I think it'll be the most seeds we've ever had, pushing over 800, and we'll start doing Leppas for many days in a row, which will be cool. Now, there's also an alpha Politoed spawn in Johto, so pretty good timing on the berry run. I will see you guys with that catch in a second. And oh my goodness, that might be one of the fastest alphas I've ever caught. It only took about 3 minutes. Wow, turn 6, netball, Politoed, another 30. I mean, okay, at least if I'm going to get a 31 Spatak Pokemon, I'll take it on a Politoed. I'm pretty sure I still need a good Politoed. If I was actually checking correctly recently, this one's 31 Spatak, 31 HP female. This could be the good start to a Politoed breeder, actually. So that's a really, really solid alpha catch, even though it has that Spatak stat. I need it on that Pokemon. All right, and I don't know if I've talked about this yet on this video or on the series yet, but something I've been planning to do for a very long time, which I'm very excited to do, is actually abuse the daycare within PokeMMO for extra PC space for Shiny War. You heard that correctly. That's how extreme things are getting. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put as many Pokemon as I possibly can, like my Raid, Minun, and Plusle, into the Johto daycare. That's 2 Pokemon. That's beautiful, perfect. I'm going to let them stay here for a long time. And not only is that gaining some passive experience onto those Pokemon, which is also helpful, it's also going to save me some extra PC space. I think you can do about 2 Pokemon per daycare, which adds up to around 10 Pokemon you can store, but you might be able to do 11 to 12, counting the second Kanto daycare below, I believe, Cerulean City, below Misty's gym. So there's Johto first. I'm going to next head over to Kanto, and I have my PvP Kingdra and Ludicolo over here. I'm going to try to put them in the Island 4 ones since they're so important. I'm hopeful I remember them. I'm also curious if I have any Pokemon sitting around in my daycares. I haven't checked in a very long time, so it's possible I do. Let's go ahead and see. Let's throw these 2 in here. That's totally fine. Remove from the battle box and then put that in there as well. Yup, beautiful. So that's 2 more Pokemon stored. Dude, this is low-key making me feel like I'm playing PokeMMO back in 2013. Like, this is making me feel young again, like a noob again. I never use the daycares within PokeMMO, and they are honestly such a powerful resource. That free, not free, but like mostly cheap or mostly free passive experience. The free time is the main thing. This is so sick. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this, I guess, Jinx in here. This guy might only be able to look after 1. Yes, that is the... Okay, that's fine. He can only look after 1 Pokemon. That is totally okay. So it's 11 Pokemon, I think, you can store. We've done Johto. We've done Kanto. We've done 3 Pokemon in Kanto, 2 in Johto. Next up is Hoenn. Maybe there's other ones as well that don't let you store as many Pokemon. I'm not totally sure. Oh, this one might already have some Pokemon. Scrafty. Oh, I have 2... Okay. Charlie Kohler and Derrick Henry. Yo, no, Charlie Kohler got traded though. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get these Pokemon out. What were these Pokemon for? Jolly Nature. Were these for... What were these for? PvP? I don't... Were these for the storylines? I don't remember. I don't know if I need these anymore. Huh. I mean, I'm gonna throw them in the PC. Should I just keep... Should I have just kept them in there? Oh, that is so awkward. That's so funny. Let's go ahead and I want to pull this one out. Let's pull... I gotta see them. I gotta see what they look like. No, I actually want to go ahead. Yep, I want to take this one. It's gonna cost me a lot of Pokeyen. Just spent about 100k, but that's okay. Naughty Derek. I mean, this is a... Oh, I mean, this is a 6 drafty though. It's Naughty Nature though, but that's okay. It has Head Smash. I totally forgot about these. Then I have 2 level 100 drafties over in my boxes. Okay. I mean, that's... I'll keep those. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my Pupitar in here. And then I think I'm throwing my Char. It's a little scary to throw like such a valuable, cool Pokemon in here, but I think it's... I don't need it anytime soon, I think. I think it's gonna be worth it. And actually, while we're doing this, I still have Sinnoh and Unova to do, but I did find 2 Pokemon that I think it is time to go ahead and potentially release. Ooh, but now that I'm looking at this, God, it's so heartbreaking every time. I don't want to get rid of this yet. Wasn't this using a raid? I'm going to keep the Jellicent. It's so hard. This is going to be the hardest part leading up until Shiny War. I also thought about releasing this Swellow multiple times. It's adamant, 24 attack, 26 speed, 20 plus in some defenses. I've thought about releasing this multiple times, but I just can't bring myself to do it. This Darmanitan, I feel pretty confident releasing. It's missing a defense. It's 26 attack, 23 speed, naive nature. It's plus speed. It's level 36. This I feel comfortable releasing. It's EV trained, you know. Let's go for it. That's tough. God, it's such a weird part on the account is releasing like fully EV trained Pokemon versus like selling them or something. It feels so strange. This is just a totally new aspect of PokeMMO that most players never have to worry about or think about, and it's a new experience. It's a new experience, man, and it's a painful one. I also thought about, like, these aren't being released, but these will be rebred. I had this Pinsir, for example. Like, it's naive. I mean, it's pretty good, though, but it's 21 speed. Like, this should just be rebred. This is not good enough. This Bisharp being hasty has always bugged me. Like, I don't know why I kept this. I mean, I think my scale for what is a usable Pokemon has just gone up as my resources on the account has gone up. Like, this Escavalier, I kept as a quote-unquote comp with 14 HP IV. Like, this was always kind of scuffed. That'll be a breeder. Okay, but with that stuff done, let's just head on to the next region, over to the next daycare. On to Sinnoh. All right, there are no Pokemon in my Sinnoh daycare, which makes total sense. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Torkoal in there, my level 84 or so Torkoal. And then I also have this Chansey, level 41 Chansey, Calm. Really good stats, like good, you know, EVs. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there. It might get some moves learned over it. I think it learns like 2 more moves. That's okay. You have to factor that in. If you throw a Pokemon that's too low level, and if it learns moves in the future, I believe they do like automatically just learn the moves. So you have to be careful. You don't want to mess up your move sets on some of these Pokemon, but that's Sinnoh done. Pretty simple. On to the final one, Unova. And the final 2 Pokemon that I'll be throwing in this daycare, as long as it's empty, hopefully, is going to be my naive mixed attacking Blaziken, which I did use in raids during the events, if I recall correctly, as well as my, it doesn't look like it though, to be fair, but I'm pretty sure I did. And then my Eevee-like Gligar, which is sassy, low speed, but 31 speed def, 24 defense, and then really good stats. Otherwise, Eevee trained 2v2 attack, 2v2 HP and defense. I really like going mixed attacking on Pokemon like this, especially on like an Eevee-like Gligar, meant for like lower tiers like NU as opposed to a Glistor. Let's go ahead and talk to this lady and see. Yeah, I don't think there's any Pokemon in there. Beautiful. Okay, yep, that's gonna be 11 or so PC spaces. I mean, I did pull out 2 Srafties, and I mean, part of me feels like I should release this one, but I kind of like the idea of like giving this one Dragon Dance and rocking this in PvP. It is 20 speed. But like this could go, I feel like this is weirdly usable because like I don't know if you need, I don't know if there's maybe some crazy speed tier that really matters, like having 31 speed, to be fair, on a Scrafty like this. It's female. I could rebreed it. We'll have to see. I love the idea of having a really good Scrafty in PvP. This one especially like is really solid. The naughty nature is like so annoying, but other than that, the stats are really cool. And it has Head Smash, which I don't know if it's an egg move for Scrafty or just, it's my favorite move in all of Pokemon is Head Smash. It is not an egg move. It just learns it. Hell yeah, dude. But that's probably all the Iron Man progress I'll be doing for today. I'm actually recording a really big Iron Man guide today that I'm really excited for. So hopefully you guys will see that coming out very soon. I think I've mentioned it already throughout this video, but 63 tips for Iron Man in PokeMMO is on its way. All right, but I didn't expect another Iron Man clip, but we got some liquid diamonds here with an alpha Ditto catch. I'll see you guys with these stats. All right, here's our catch. Mild nature is kind of whatever. Let's check the stats. I haven't seen a 3x31 alpha, I want to say, in a sec. So, come on. It's the worst alpha Ditto. Who cares? It's still an alpha Ditto, but it is quite literally the worst alpha Ditto. 2x31 in both attacks. Harumph. Alrighty, fellas, another morning begins on the Iron Man account with some good old berry farming. Call me your local farmer. I'm going to go ahead and do some Leppas today. Do some nice bit Leppa plant. Let's see if we can get this correctly. It was very bitter, plain bitter. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to be harvesting everything, replanting with Leppas, setting my timer here in a quick sec. We should be clean to do Leppas for a few days in a row, which is going to feel really nice. To go from, currently we're at like 12,000 Leppas to 13,000-ish to 14 to feel like that. We could probably get up to like maybe 15, like do 3 days in a row Leppas. I think we can. That'll be fucking sick, dude. We have a long stream today, a big stream today. We actually have a catch event in 8 hours, 7 hours, I guess, technically now. You can see what I'm up to today. And I did farm some fossils. I farmed like 33 fossils yesterday, pretty passive. I was pretty happy with that. So we're going to hopefully grind a fair bit more today as well. And maybe just jump around and do a lot of Iron Man projects. The typical stuff as you've seen for many hundreds of hours now. We're currently, speaking of hours, 2,006 hours played. Here, I actually moved my boxes around a ton last night before bed, so let's run through what I've done, okay? Number one, these are all non-alpha eggs over here. I have a few Pokemon. Actually, I can go ahead and release these. I have 2 Pokemon that I want to go ahead and release. This Miltank, and I love a good Miltank, dude, but this Miltank with 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, adamant, it's not good enough for PvP. I mean, it's fine. I don't want this. It's not worth the PC box space. And then this Tropius as well, similar situation. It's just not good enough. It'd be cool for an HM Pokemon, but I don't need these. I don't need them. I know I EV train them, but I don't put Pokeyen into them. I don't need them. We'll see you guys later. I'm sorry for your loss. I've got these I need Dittos for. These are all just like rare species that I'm gonna breed with Dittos. And then this Baneri is a breeder. I set up some breeds with Baneries and Smeargles, and then a few like Chaos Egg Group breeds. I set these breeds up last night before bed. Have an empty box over here that I'll be using actually for the catch event today in 7 hours or so. My 3 boxes for breeders, very full right now. I need to work on that a little bit if possible. My alpha boxes, filled up a few more breeds here. Need to do some of those soon. This box is still incredibly full. And then I moved a bunch of my, like, I had a bunch of my utility Jimmy Run one up here, and I moved those over here. So now my account box and my comps box are fully full. And I replaced my training box with my utility box. And some of these mons down here are overflow from these. So that's the box update. I have changed my boxes a lot. So that's the box update. I'm going to get it set up over here now and go work on my gym rerun. All right, I've been wanting to calculate this for a very long time, and now is as good a time as ever as we are heading into Shiny War within the next month or so on the Ironman account within PokeMMO. I want to calc my shiny odds on my Ironman account. Now, I've gotten about, I think, 8 shinies on the account so far, 5 of which are tracked in my encounter counter history. Now, this Ditto, for example, was actually at 47,000 encounters if you count the guild encounter counters, obviously, before the official encounter counter was added. Drink every time I say encounter counter, okay? So, I'm going through my PokeMMO Shiny Reactions playlist right now on YouTube. And my first shiny on the Ironman account was a Beedrill, my shiny Beedrill at 22,333 encounters. Next up, we have my Ponyta at 13,590. Very lucky. And then I got my shiny Tentacruel at 9,484. Okay, boom. So my first 3 shinies, you can see the calculator on the bottom right-hand side of the screen-ish around there. My first 3 shinies were achieved in 45,000 encounters. Very, very lucky, okay? And then we get to this. And the only thing is this Ditto was 47,000 encounters. So we're going to do plus 47K. Boom, boom, boom. And then plus 18K for the Lantern. Plus 48K. It's funny that the first Ditto was 47 and the second Ditto was 48. And then plus 4K-ish for a Nidoran. And then plus 20K for a Donphan. It is 8 shinies. So 180K. Am I right at rate or am I lucky? Let's see. 180K divided by 8. I've been very lucky. Wow. 22. Are you serious? I know that my Ironman account's been lucky. You got to appreciate it, man. My average shiny encounters per shiny is 22,800. I almost, and we're heading into Shiny War the next month. I am scared that I'm gonna go dry. Yeah, very lucky. That's insane. For reference, on my main account, which I played for 13 years, I think the average shiny rate is like 1 in 34 or 35,000, which is very unlucky over like 50 to 60 shiny hunts with donator status and charm for donator status for a lot of them, charm for some, you know, type things, type beat. But that is, you got to appreciate 22.8 is really lucky. That is crazy, crazy lucky. I have to earn my encounters during Shiny War. It would not surprise me if we go pretty dry during War, and I'm going to have to just push through, tank through, and earn it. That's going to be super important. Thanks for watching this little fun clip. Okay, I didn't know that. This is going to go on the stream recap as a good PSA to people. I didn't even know that. Someone said, yo, are you factoring in honey costs into your Pokeyen stack for Shiny War? Also, you know, congrats on all your progress. Very kind, right? And I was like, no way. Don't tell me honey tree farming is efficient during Shiny War. And everyone in chat is like, yes, it is. I haven't thought about it. That's really good to know. I'm gonna try to check what I can. Simba's barking at my wife who's just getting home from work. That is huge info. So I appreciate you guys with the heads up. I'll have to factor that in and do what I can. 47,000 Pokeyen per rotation. Like, it's just, we'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can afford. That is really good to know though. Oof. That's kind of a cool milestone, fellas. Over 500 fossils now. Like, quite over as well. How did I miss that? 517? I'm now at 517 fossils, fellas. I'm going to update that. Hell yeah, man. And we still got like 3 hours until the catch event. 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we're still just grinding. I might take a break and do something else at some point. I'm not totally sure. That honey tree information is making me like think about Pokeyen a lot more. And I need to be locking on my Jimmy runs a bit more and maybe getting back to trainer reruns, because that's a lot of yen. If I need honey tree yen on top of everything now and I haven't factored that in, the berry farm is just so expensive. I may need to start factoring that in more, man. Honey trees are nice because not having to worry about PC space with honey trees is legitimately nice. Like, that's pretty sick. The problem with the red refights, we actually talked about the red refight, and we thought about it. This is the problem with the red refight, okay? These are the Pokemon that I need for the red refight. An Infernape that I don't have any pieces of. I'm not even close to having an Infernape. Jolteon, I'm close to it being done. An entirely new Gligar or Glistor that I do not have, and I don't know if I have hidden ability access of. Bisharp, we're kind of close to. Weavile, we're close to. Breloom, we're kind of close to, but it needs to be an Alpha Breloom, I think, or hidden ability. Like, a lot of these mons need hidden ability access that we either just don't have or, like, would have to massively shake up resources. It's just, we're so far from being able to do the red refight. I'm just not, I don't think it's plausible prior to, I mean, it is plausible prior to Shiny War. Obviously, it's a month, but it's more of like, would it be worth it? And do I want to put in that effort? I think in spending all the Poke and all the breeding, right? It's tough to say. I think I'm just committing head down to my strategy, just continue grinding, harvesting Leppas and all that stuff. But I need to buy some honey for sure, I think, before war. I was about to crunch the numbers, but I trust Xanarchy with his math, and a lot more than my math. I was wondering how much it would cost to do honey tree runs. Xanarchy said about 15 million Pokeyen for the month if you do 10 runs a day. 15 mil. Like, that honestly is reasonable, which is disgusting to say when I have 3.6, right? It's just that berry farming is so damn expensive. That honestly is reasonable. I obviously can't afford that much, excuse me, but can I afford like a third of it? You know, I'll definitely buy some honey, and I'm gonna have to add it to my goal list. Maybe, so Xanarchy knows this. How, I know that single encountering isn't the best during war. How inefficient is it? Slash, like, is it inefficient? I'm curious, and I appreciate you helping me, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's a headache math. Yeah, 50k per run. Yeah, it's head count. Oh, I see you're saying head count math. 50k per run. I don't know what run I would do though exactly, but that's fair. That's fair if it's like easy math. Hell yeah. Leppas are more, yeah, Leppas are more important than the honey trees. Like, that is true. You have to value that more. So it's a lot of, these are hard questions on a main account to calc, right? On an Iron Man, it just like amplifies things that much more. I only have so many ways to make Pokemon. I can't sell off investments or things like that, right? I do have, now speaking of sell off investments, I do actually have a bunch of stuff. I was looking at like hard stones. Like, I have 182 hard stones. I want to keep some of these for rock gems. I could probably sell 150 of these, and that's going to be like 200k Pokeyen. Like, it'll be a fun point. Maybe we'll do it today. Within like 2 weeks of Shiny War, we're going to start doing a lot of stuff like that, like selling off lots of stacks of items, making our final eggs, final decisions, final things. I want to have most things, like, I want to be ready for war a week ahead of war, but I want to be like mostly ready like 2 weeks. We start making decisions and sacrifices and releasing Pokemon that we otherwise wouldn't normally about 2 weeks before war. Okay, Xanarchy's catching me up on a few things. I knew that single encountering was inefficient, but I thought it was like maybe worthwhile. On bonus days, it seems like it's worthwhile, but it seems like 30% less efficient than hordes. And I want to factor in, like, if my teammates, if we do all the horde, like, I need to do as many horde hunts as possible, but I'm worried about like doing them literally all of the horde hunts, and then we have to do single encounters or certain other hunts. I can't do fishing hunts. Like, that's, damn, the Iron Man is, turns out the Iron Man is hard, guys. My point being, I think I'm going to delete 1,500 expert lures off of my Iron Man goals list. I don't think I need that. I think it's too many. Maybe a few hundred, and I can obviously always buy some, like, last minute. I think I'm going to replace the 1,500 Leppa, or the 1,500 expert lures with some amount of honey. I do have a Jirachi, correct? Yes. The question is, how much honey? How much honey would you need? What if I do like 3 honey tree runs a day? How much honey do you use in one run? Someone was saying like 21 or something? Or was it more than that? Is it 21 trees? It's so many trees. You would do, it's obviously like 90, that'd be 90 honey tree runs. We do the math on, okay, 90 times 50k per, I don't know how much honey it is, but 50k per run would be 4.5 mil Pokeyen. I could spend 5 mil towards honey trees. Like, that makes sense. And then it's, divide this by 750, which is the cost of honey. Okay. So 6,000 honey. Is that right? 6,000 honey. Maybe we aim for like 5k honey. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that to my goal list, and we're going to update it here in a quick sec. I appreciate chat's helped me with these calculations and preparations, man. It's something no one's ever done before. You know, Iron Man have not done Shiny War. We're learning a lot with this, dude. Alrighty, fellas, another day, another catch event on the Iron Man account. This one should be beginning any second, okay? Up for catching is Marl, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, and Wooper. And then nature bonuses, +5 for Adamant, -5 for Bold. It has officially begun. I'm going to go ahead and throw my first ball immediately. Wish me luck, fellas. I am streaming for 9 hours today, 9.5 hours, to be able to do this catch event. That is how dedicated I have been, dude, on the Iron Man account, trying to do as many catch events as possible, trying to increase my chances of winning that reward points. And that Marl is not going to win me any reward points. So we just keep going, man. Got my synchronized Pokemon. There's no downside to using that here in the Safari Zone. Good luck, good luck. Another Marl. That's good. Good luck to everybody participating today, fellas. Alrighty, fellas, 9 p.m. This was a very mundane catch event for me. I got a few breeders, but nothing crazy. And that's how catch events are gonna go, okay? That's the roll of the dice. I will see you guys with the catch event results here, though. Looter Dog is a cool name. I'll see you guys with the results here in about 15 minutes or so. Let me go check, actually, if we can see. Look how many Pokemon I got rid of everything. This is a 1x31. This I didn't release on accident. I've been getting better about like consistently like keeping my boxes clean during an event. We got about five 1x31 breeders. Hey, we'll take it. That's our loot from the event, man. No, that's a great question. I can check that, can't I? Brewski said, yo, how many total alpha encounters? I guess it won't track prior to the encounter counter, which is like 5 months. So it's like half the account or whatever. But you would do alpha and then total, right? That's wow. I mean, that's pretty high. And it's probably this plus like another like 200 to 300, because it wasn't tracking like 5 months of it ish. So I've probably had like, I'm pretty happy with that. 367. You've had 1064. You're an Iron Man account, right, Crowded? No shot. No shot you've checked 1064 alphas on an Iron. Yes, sir. You're a fucking beast. That is so impressive. Oh my god. Iron Man older than the encounter counter? Yes. Yeah. By like 5 months or so, I think. Is it? Well, no, not 5 months. 3, 6, 7. God, not the 6, 7 joke. God damn it. Maybe like 3 months. Encounter counter was added in like what? August, July. It might be. It might not be 5 months. It might be like 3 months or some shit. So maybe like I've done like 450 alphas or 500. I would guess 500-ish maybe, but I'm cool with 367 as well. That feels like a lot to me. I'm honestly happy with the 367. 267 alphas. That's a ton, man. All right, fellas, we have catch event results for the Safari Marl catch event. In 4th place, I'm surprised, 12 points. It was this low. In 4th place with 12 points, we have KFK, man. Congratulations, dude. In 3rd place with 167, Jarton. Congratulations. In 2nd place, in 2nd place, 171, we have Effanando. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. And then 1st place, do we have it? In 1st place, 176 to Jose Legendario. It's a banger name, Legendario. I'm gonna call him Legendario. Congratulations, man. That is a sick 176. It was a weird event, man. There was like a lot of lows, nothing crazy being linked in global chat. People kept it a secret, and then there were some banger scores though. 176 first, and then the 4th place being 12 was pretty fucking impressive. Those were pretty high scores for a Safari catch event, absolutely. Thanks to everybody for participating as per usual, and good luck on future catch events. One of the coolest ways to engage with the Pokemon community is catch events, dude. They're a blast. Check them out if you haven't. Good morning to berry farmers only. It's time to go ahead and pick and replant. We are harvesting Leppas today, and that always feels amazing. Should be going up to around 13,000 today. And before we plant another batch of Leppas, look how many seeds we still have. 749 plain sweets, 619 very spicies, and 734 plain bitters. We are pretty darn stocked up. We can do a few batches of Leppas in a row still. All right, just picked and replanted. Let's go ahead and do our final number check, and right under 13,000, which hurts a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. Still a really good Leppa harvest, of course. All right, we got ourselves an Alpha Fearow encounter on the Ironman account. Always happy for more flying aid group Pokemon. It's kind of a weird one that you don't see that like casually. You can go farm them pretty aggressively, obviously, with things like Pidgeys or Pidoves or lots of early route Pokemon, but you don't see them passively kind of during your gameplay. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a good catch here. And if you're watching this series in live time, you probably already know this, but for historical reasons, it's a pretty darn big deal to go ahead and mention for anybody watching this series years down the road. But the third annual PokeMMO Shiny War has officially been scheduled, which is a really massive deal. I was covering it last night. It will be from August 1st, 2026 to August 28th. And I really like the date selections for this. It just makes it really, really clean. And I do have a team picked out. Here's the scoring sheet as well. And I think we're still waiting on the absolute tiers to be handed out. We're waiting for like they're apparently going to like shake up the encounters a little bit in PokeMMO, so there should be some pretty big changes. And this is the reward for the top 10 teams. Every player on the top 10 teams will get one of these, and it will be the first ever Pokemon clothes added to PokeMMO. So there is a chance that they could do a ton of stuff with this, a ton of new collectibles, a ton of new like shiny huntable Pokemon, and additional cosmetics and vanities and expression for the players. I'm pretty excited for this. It's pretty wacky looking, but I think this opens up a whole new like gameplay element within PokeMMO that I think can work really well. The collectability of vanities in MMOs cannot be understated. So yeah, wanted to show this for historical reasons in the actual Iron Man series. Very, very excited for this, man. August 1st, fellas, mark your calendars. All right, there is our Fearow catch, dude. On like turn 10, that was pretty easy, man. We take those. Wow, that placement's insane. I don't know if we have. Whoa. Also, all of the defenses. Holy, dude. All of the defenses being 27 plus. That's like a perfectly physically statted breeder. Wow. Damn. That's fucking sick. Okay. I don't know if I have anything to pair with that right now, but that is very lucky alpha, man. Gotta appreciate those. We take those. All right, it is a chill Thursday evening. Got ourselves an Alpha Gardevoir on the Ironman account, and it's male in the wild, so that could be a really nice humanoid aid group breeder. I think humanoid or chaos, which is cool. All right, I did successfully catch the Gardevoir, but forgot to record a quick little clip so we can head back to the PC and show you guys. And it's not good. It's I mean, it's male. It's 2 times 31 in attack and attack. I keep getting weird alpha rolls. Hey man, an alpha's an alpha. Can you really complain at the end of the day? I mean, I am finding a way to, I guess, but I shouldn't. It's still a good catch. Still a cool Pokemon. It can still give me Shalfa egg rolls into a Shiny War. Another day, another Leppa batch, fellas. This is what consistency looks like in PokeMMO, man. It's not always pretty, but the reward is scrumptious. And I think we can afford to do at least one more batch of Leppas, so I'm going to go ahead and replant, man. Take advantage of all these sustainability batches that I've been doing back to back to back, and go ahead and get a bunch of Leppa Berry batches back to back to back. It's fucking rewarding, man. Currently sitting at around 13,000 before starting this run. We should be close to 14k, which is about half of our goal heading into Shiny War. At this point, I'm just going to be happy if I can get above 20k heading into War. That's probably I'll probably like 22k maybe. That's all I can hope for, man. Honestly, I'd be very, very happy with that. And it always takes longer than you would expect to like pick the berries and replant. It just takes a fair bit of time, not especially when I misclick and water that slowly. I have a bunch of stuff I do need to show you guys. I actually did spend some time last night, just a little bit of time Ditto catching. So I have some new Dittos caught on the Ironman account. I want to get really into that a lot more Ditto catching. We have about 1 month from this point, right, until Shiny Wars. So we really got to start doing our finishing touches and details while keeping up our Jimmy runs and berry farming. I need to start making even more money for those honey, for the honey trees. I am going to go ahead and start my I'm going to do my Jimmy run here in a little bit. I'm probably going to do my Jimmy run today while I hang out with friends and watch a movie, which is kind of a good, 2-for-1 special. Make some Pokemon progress and socialize a little bit. Socialize a little bit while I can, because during Shiny War, I'm going to have no social life as outside of my stream, so it's one of those, you gotta hang out while you can and take those sacrifices. And I like socializing. I like hanging out. So it's going to be a little bit sad, but it's one of those sacrifices you've got to make to be one of the best shiny hunters, or try to be one of the best shiny hunters within Pokemon. But here's my Dittos, most of which are Shittos. I think 1 or 2. I saw 130, only 131. It's kind of hilarious. And then this Poochyena, I think it's finally time to go ahead and release this. It's really good stats. Even looking at it, I don't want to release it. Should I not release it? Oh, it's really good, man. Like 24 plus in everything, Jolly Nature. Oh, that hurt. I like don't even feel good about that one. That one, whatever. We're going to move this over to the breeder's box over here. I end up actually pairing this Ditto with just 20 plus and a bunch of stats with this Spirit Tomb, so that'll come out fine. I could honestly put an Everstone on that Spirit Tomb as well if I really want to, just to like keep the nature, but got all these Dittos factored in. So these are all Shittos. These should be paired up with actually however many rare species I have over here. I'm gonna have to go catch more rare species. Or I guess what I could do, what I might do, that might be a better strategy. What I might do is instead of catching a bunch of rare species, just pop fossils towards the beginning-ish, pop some fossils towards the beginning of Shiny War, and then just catch however many Dittos I need. That might be better. That might be way better. The fact that I basically have rare species on demand with my fossils is a really big deal. I definitely want to factor that in and abuse that fact. But I set up a bunch of breeds, as you can see in this box right here. I'm going to be going through these probably later today, probably in an hour or so. I kind of have to because I'm running out of space. Same with my alphas. I'm at the point where I have to do some alpha breeds again. I'm out of space. I literally have to do some of these breeds to continue making more breeds. I've been really up to date and on top of my alpha catches, which I'm pretty happy with. I also need to buy a breeding brace for that, actually, a defense brace. Let's go do that before I forget really quick. But I'm reaching the point as well with this Iron Man Progress episode where I'm considering, do I cut this episode off and make another one? I really wanted this to be the last anime training arc, you know, preparing for Shiny Wars video, but now we have another month to prepare, and this episode's already super long. It's over 10 gigabytes of footage. That's usually how I judge the length. I'm guessing it's between like 3 and 4 hours at this point, but I don't know exactly where. We've done so many catch events, so many berry farming, so many Jimmy runs. Shiny Wars itself got announced. We've made so much progress in this episode. But I really wanted this to be like the final one before Shiny Wars, but we might have to split it up again, boys. And I feel bad, but hey, man, it's more content. It's more hours. It's more grinds. That's the whole point of this series is I try to condense all these hours into a few hours where I can, you know, usually condensing, you know, 100 hours of grind into 3 to 4 hours of video. Alrighty, fellas, I found myself some important time. Let's go ahead and go through some of these important breeds. Let's go ahead and talk to the daycare man really quick here, and let's see our first breed. I have a lot of these need to be paid for their gender, so it's going to cost us some Pokeyen, and I'll hopefully do a Jimmy run later today. Maybe even a train rerun if I'm feeling frisky, but we'll see. Got ourselves a 3x31 Chaos Egg Group Pokemon. No nickname here, so I don't need to worry about the gender. That is beautiful. We're going to go ahead and let that randomly roll. Does not need to be paired up with anything. That can just head over to whatever first box it goes into right there. That's totally, well, did it go there? Where'd it go? Did it go somewhere else? Ghastly egg right there. Okay, next up, I have to be careful with this because this is also a ghastly, so I don't want to mix things up. It's also, oh, this is also a ghastly egg. Okay, I need to be careful not to mix these up. Ghastly egg here. Wait, this says pair. Wait, 1 sec. I gotta take this nice and slow. Shuppet. This Shuppet is meant to pair with something. 31 attack, 31 speed. What did you do? 2 a.m. Petrowski. We've got attack, speed, defense, attack, speed, HP. Okay, so this needs to be, these need to come out male. This is going to be male. I'm glad I double checked that. I'm going to make these male. Sometimes I make these breeds super late at night, and I'm a little, you know, drowsy, hazy, whatever you want to call it, and that's going to pair with this. So we're going to label this. We're not going to breed it. We're going to label it pair with Ghastly. Just like that, spelled perfectly. We're going to get that lined up. I'm actually going to move this down here just so I know. Just so I really, because I have all the breeds down here lined up with their eggs. So this bottom row, you know what? I might even actually, while we're here, while we're doing all this, I might just move these up. We'll do this Smeargle breed really quick. Yeah, that'll work out perfectly. I'm going to keep this bottom row reserved for future setup breeds. Next up, a 2x31 humanoid and field egg group breed. That's always a double egg group defense and Spidef. Another Banette breed, so 2 egg groups, humanoid and field, 2x31 in HP and speed. Don't need a gender there. Another 2x31 humanoid field egg group Banette breed, same stats as previous one. And then 2x31 in Spidef and speed. If I kept track of the genders, I maybe could have paired some of those up, but that's going to be in the middle of Shiny War. If I can pair up some breeds, hell yeah. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. Next up, should we do the like gendered breeds and really pair them? I'd rather take my time. Yeah, let's just do these first, actually. So first things first, we've got this Zigzagoon and Pikachu breed. This needs to be made female, 3x31 HP defense and Spatak, so it can pair up with this Kecleon. We're going to pay for that to be female. We're going to go grab that Zigzagoon egg, drag that there, get this male Kecleon. That's going to make a beautiful 4x31 field egg group breeder. Next up is this Banette and Wooper. We want to make this male, 2x31, just Spatak and HP, nothing super crazy here, but that's going to pair very well with that Granbull. And that's going to make us a 3x31 fairy and field, I believe, egg group Pokemon. So it's good to try to get those dual egg group mons whenever you can. Next up, we've got some simple breeds. Well, to be fair, a pretty sick breed on a simple breed. A 4x31 Staryu. I mean, this goes bonkers. That's actually very, very cool. It's very difficult, or can be very difficult, to get those high Staryu breeds. It's a genderless Pokemon, so they can only breed with other Staryus, Starmies, and Dittos. So having this at 4x31 is super sick. I think I might have another, actually, like 4x31 or high IV. Yeah, ooh. I don't know if either of these will pair. I should have checked the stats. I could check the footage, I guess. That might pair with this Staryu. Let me double check the footage. Yes, I think this should pair, which will give us a 5x31 Staryu. I'm actually so down for that. I'm going to move that over next to the other Staryu egg. This way, I will remember that they go ahead and go together. So that's going to be really cool. I'll have to do the braces when that's time, but that's okay. Next up, I don't think these need any... Yeah, these do not need any gender. So I can just rapidly breed these two fairy plant, potentially, egg group breeders. Cleffa's annoying, I'm not gonna lie. That it's a baby Pokemon, so you have to like evolve it to be able to rebreed it. That's a pain in the butt, unfortunately. But you know what? It's good progress, though. It's still worth to do. Marl at least stays and doesn't go straight to Azurill. 2x31 in Water A. I wonder if it's worth to actually Water A Fairy. I'm gonna take a second to see if I want that to be a specific gender. That's a really good dual egg group. Ooh, I've got this Bidoof, and a Buizel it could pair with. So yes, I want those to be male. I'm going to go ahead and this should actually be male. Yes, beautiful. And that Marl can pair with either the Buizel or the Bidoof if I wanted to. Probably the Bidoof, potentially. Let's go see the stats again. We can figure that out in the future as well. No, I like that a lot. It has double... What are the stats? Defense and Spadef. I like that placement a lot. And we'll go ahead and get that paired up as well. Move these eggs over. How many eggs are we rocking now, dude? We're getting our eggs up in our boxes, which feels pretty cool. It's pretty cool prep towards Shiny War. We have 37 eggs in this box. Let's get our calculator up and actually double check. I do have some more alpha breeds too. We have 37 eggs right there in our first box. I think there's no shame in going ahead and doing these breeds really quick. These are all just going to be... I might actually Everstone the Spiritomb. Just because I have so many Everstones, it's not a waste at all. If I want to keep this Spiritomb is probably just going to be like a rebreeder for what's it called? Or shinies. I don't really care about having a... If I were to breed a good Spiritomb, I want it to be like 3x31 at least at this point. So we're going to work towards that at some point. But let me go ahead and just get all these rare breeds. And that's going to give us one egg over here. Let's actually move this box up top. We're going to breed through all these really quick. I don't think it's worth to pay for the gender. I think it's better just go catch Dittos. But I'm just going to do all these off camera really quick. All right, there we go. We got 24 eggs over here, giving us 61 eggs so far. So that's one full box. Is there any reason to not just go ahead and throw these eggs over into this box? I don't think so. Boom. I don't think so. Aside from like, well, I guess, actually, it should be the opposite. I think this box is going to end up getting used for breeds. So... That's a lot of eggs I'm dragging. Okay, let's just move all these then. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These are extra shittos that I have. So there's 50 eggs right there, and then the extra 11. So 61 right now. Then an empty box right there. That feels pretty cool. So we're getting extra box space here. Absolutely huge. This, you can see, like, my breeder's box is starting to get a little bit of extra space. That's really... Like, I'm down to less than 3... breeders boxes. Like, that's pretty nuts. But obviously once I hatch a lot of the eggs, it will fill them back up a fair bit. Now I've got to do some alpha breeds. I have no extra... I'm out of space. My utility box is looking pretty clean. Boxes are getting clean as we edge closer and closer to Shiny War. I've got to do some alpha breeds here. I have to. I'm totally out of space, and I do want to keep the alpha eggs separate, so I know when I'm hatching alpha eggs versus non-alpha eggs. So that's a big difference. That's a big difference in the quality of shinies we're potentially getting. So let's first things first, let's do the easy ones. Like this dude, this Electrode breed, 3x31 on an alpha Voltorb. We have Shalfa chance. Obviously, all of these have Shalfa chance. Boom. Let's just go ahead and breed it. I thought about keeping this. It says Cringe Trode. Let me talk. I actually thought about keeping this as a Calm Nature, Light Screen Reflect, double screens setting Electrode, but I ultimately decided I'd rather have the egg chance, number one. Number two, I think that set is just so unbelievably cringe that even I can't. I was gonna build it just because, but even then it's hard to even... I can't stomach it. So We're just not going to worry about it. I might build it at some point still, but I'd rather risk the IV roll type thing. Let's go ahead and go for this. Want to make this male, it says. Minccino male, 3x31 Spatak, Spadef, and Speed. We are using this Weavile, which is a little painful, but I think it's worth it. We have 2 Weaviles right now. I thought about keeping a 3rd Weavile, but honestly, we have plenty of Amulet coins and things. That is totally fine. That Minccino egg does want to go ahead and get paired with this Musharno. So I want to keep that. We'll do the same thing over here, where I move this. Have these pair up. Can I actually do this here? Do I have enough space? Oh geez, this is gonna get kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna lie. I need to make sure I keep track of that move. I need to keep track of that Minccino egg, dude. I'm getting really sketchy on space. Like this needs to be here. I should actually reverse all these so I don't get confused. Wait, why is there an empty spot now? Was this paired with something? Did I move something on accident? Oh no. Let me. I have to be very careful here. Okay, I don't think I did move something. I think we're fine. I have to be careful. I think this is correct, and I'm going to go ahead and reverse these like this, so the edge on the bottom, so I don't confuse them. Okay, I think that's right, but that is... I'm getting a little nervous. I got to be careful here. I wonder if I could move... Ooh. The alpha eggs temporarily. I think I'm going to try not to. They're up here now. I'm going to move these down here. This is a little sketchy, I'm not going to lie. Okay, next up is the Gardevoirs, and these are going to pair with that Drowsy, 3x31 attack, defense, and Spatak. I'm starting to do a lot of these double attack breeds just because I have the Pokemon for them. I've got to use them somehow. I actually do want 6x31s in certain age groups. I was just thinking about that recently. Like there really truly are certain breeds that I want that for. Let me grab that Ralts egg, move that down there. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is also clearing up my box space, so it's making it a bit easier, obviously, to have these breeds pre-planned like this. 3x31 flying egg group, no gender recommended here, so I'm just going to go with the flow, let it randomly roll. I don't have to track the egg. That's always nice. I don't have to track every single egg if possible. Same with this Exploud. No recommended gender here. I wonder if I should check that though, because monster egg group is such an important one. I'm going to double check that because 2AM Petrowski does make mistakes. 2AM Petrowski was correct on this one, I think. I have a few 4 times, but no other 3 times. I can check field egg group, I guess, and see if I have, but yeah, I don't think I have. Yeah, no, I think 2AM Petrowski was actually correct on this one. All right, good shout, good shout. I'm so low on field egg group breeders, it's kind of insane. So this does not need a gender. We can go ahead and just randomly roll that. Beautiful. Next up, this Ninetales is going to pair with this. Yeah, make this male, this Rhyhorn, field, and once again, monster egg group. Special attack stat, and that's going to pair with the Ninetales. So we're going to move that down there just like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we have a bunch of alpha eggs here. Are these all the alpha? We don't have that many alpha eggs actually made so far. I think it might be time. I'm just so low on space. I'm going to have to breed some of these as well. And there's some really, really nice breeds in here that I've been storing and like prepping and stocking on the account for so freaking long. Let's move this back over here so I don't keep forgetting that it's over there. These are all random. Oh, it's stressful, man. Like these alphas, I've spent literally a year catching a lot of these alphas passively or doing the event season to get the alphas. You know, it's so much, man. Do I want to breed these now? I really do need a little bit more space. I have no space here for breeds, you know, absolutely zero space. I'm going to move these over here, I guess, potentially. Yeah, I just have no, I mean, I have like room for like a handful of alpha breeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 alpha breeds of space right here. Is today the day? The main concern is if I want to wait to see if I get a donator status, because being able to make these on a 10% boost would be absolutely massive. I've been trying to pair up breeds whenever I can get them and staying on top of that. So honestly, maybe 4 spaces is enough for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and just let these breeds sit for the time being as well. If I can get a 10% boost, a 10% boost is 10%, man. That is an absolutely massive difference. We will absolutely take every single percentage we can get during Shiny War. I will say there was a Team Mr. member. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forget who it was. So my apologies. But there was a Team Mr. member. I was talking in team about, you know, Iron Man Shiny War and how I'm nervous and how I have to like put in all this extra work and all these things. And it's going to suck to be an Iron Man and have no donator status, no shiny charm, and trying to compete during Shiny War. And now my team's going to be going for top 10 due to the new Charizard reward. So I was talking about that, and they said like, you know what, Pat, it's okay. So what, you don't have donator status and shiny charm? All it means is you have to put in like 10% more work. Probably like 20%. And when you put it like that, I love going hard. I love putting in the hours. If you put it like, oh, I need to put in 10% more hours, I was like, oh, that's actually easy. That's the best thing you could have told me. Like, that's the easiest peasiest solution that I could have ever heard. I love that piece of little advice from a Team Mr. member. Let me go calc my eggs really quick. Let me see how many total eggs we do have. I did not count the alpha eggs. We've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Fuck it, we do it live. 21. So plus 21. We do not have that many eggs. 82 eggs prepped so far. Isn't that nuts though? Like how long this took? Oh my goodness, how long it took to get 82 eggs prepped? The next step, I am going to start catching Dittos. Since we're less than a month away now, I do have to worry about keeping space. I need space for catch events, but doing the catch events in the way that I've been doing them and releasing them so quickly and during the catches itself has been really, really nice. I do want to be catching Dittos. Maybe I actually wait a little bit because, or I could actually do these breeds now and then catch Dittos, have a lot more space. Oh, that might be worth it. That might be worth it. Or do we wait? Do we wait to catch Dittos? Dude, I don't know. I'm like going back and forth. I need to like draw a hard line plan and just stick to it, I think. Because this whiffle waffling and going back and forth on like what I should do, it's just not the play, man. I think this is good for today. I think this is really, really good progress, and we'll have to work on a proper hardline plan. I think waiting for the final 2 weeks. Once we're like 2 weeks away from more, that's when I start to do those alpha breeds. That's when I start to catch the final Dittos that I need, all that jazz. It shouldn't take too long to do that, maybe a few hours. And I have to make sure I can schedule a nice break. I always take at least like 3 days off before a big competition like this, maybe even more, and just force myself to not play PokeMMO for like 3 days to build up that, you know, drive and motivation to come back and go crazy hard. I did not expect to be doing a whole nother episode on preparations for Shiny Wars, but that is just the time it's been taking. Didn't I think that I would end around 2,000 hours played when Shiny War began? What the fuck what was I on? Oh my god, I have drastically misunderstood numbers heading into Shiny War, and that's what's going to happen when it is the first ever year where Iron Men are doing something like this and even attempting the Shiny War within PokeMMO, the third annual PokeMMO Shiny War. So I say we're not doing too bad. Are my goals a little ambitious? Will I not achieve a fair bit of them? At this point, yeah, probably. Especially my new updated goals where I've gotten rid of the expert lures and I don't really need to worry about single encountering, but I do need about 5,000 honey, which costs a lot of Pokeyen. I think it's around 5 or 6 million Pokeyen just on honey. 3,000 fossils is almost surely not happening. 30,000 Leppas is probably not happening, but I'll be very happy if I just get 20,000 plus. The 30-day dono is honestly just up to RNG at this point. I'm doing every catch event I can. As much box space as possible is going pretty well, but I'm still a little stressed about it. The Pokeyen and the honey we will figure out along the way, and even though I'm not doing that well towards a lot of these goals, to be totally flat out honest with you, I'm happy and I'm excited. I think it's because Shiny War was announced in this episode, my vibe has totally shifted and changed. I've been feeling very burnt out, very exhausted, grinding for an event that isn't even here yet and wasn't even confirmed, and I feel behind and I feel like I'm a failure and yada 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 yada, all these things. And now that it's coming, now that Shiny War is guaranteed happening, I just can't wait to shiny hunt with the boys and shiny hunt with all of you guys on Discord, on stream, and just make some memories, have some moments, and hopefully get some cool Iron Man shinies along the way. I hope you guys have enjoyed as always, and let's cover what we actually accomplished in this episode. As a refresher, in the last episode, we ended with 1,946 hours. We crushed that. We did our consistent gym reruns, consistent trainer reruns. We've kind of dropped those in this episode. 50 plus Amulet coins farmed, 60 breeds, all that jazz. The important numbers at the bottom, we ended with 421 total fossils, 6,400 Leppas, and we got that shiny Donphan. Here are our numbers for this episode. Here's the live reveal. 539 total fossils. 13,900 Leppas, so we've almost doubled our Leppa count, and then around 7,000 or so total encounters post Donphan, and we hit a record high Pokeyen stack. Now we've spent a bit of that since then, but we hit up around 4.3 million Pokeyen if I recall correctly. That was our record high. We have never gotten that much Pokeyen on the account at one time. And of course, Shiny War was announced and scheduled. We did our consistent 7 Hells gym reruns. That says Rim reruns. One sec. We finished up our Amulet coin farming heading into the event. We did tons of alpha catches and tons of alpha breeds, tons of catch events, any of them we could ever show up to. We started farming Magos and Aguavs, actually. It's cool to talk about that as a way to use up some of our extra Very Seeds, and I'll probably do that more. I have so many extra Very Sweets and Very Bitters. It's good to utilize those and get a little bit of extra sustainability berries going, and it also helps us obviously work towards Leppas faster. I also massively reorganized my boxes in this episode and released a bunch of Pokemon, including EV trained Pokemon, which is always difficult to do, but it's something you have to do on the Iron Man account. That is our simple, humble, yet crucial list of goals that we worked on in this episode over 140 hours almost of game time in one single progress episode. I can't believe we're doing another one, boys, but we are. So I hope to see you guys in the next episode of the Iron Man series for PokeMMO, the first ever series to log all this. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope it's been cool to see this journey, and I hope to see you in the next episode, and more importantly, when Shiny War begins, I hope to see you in streams, rooting for whatever team, rooting for me, rooting against me, whatever you want to do, whatever's fun, whatever keeps things exciting. That's what PokeMMO is all about, fellas. I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Good luck on your shiny hunts. And if you're watching this during Shiny War, good luck on that as well. Have a great day. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos I upload every single day on top of massive projects like this. So any above and beyond support to help me have the time to do all that is extremely appreciated. And you can go above and beyond if you've watched enough of the Iron Man series and you can afford it. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal and Venmo donations literally allow the series to continue. So thank you so much to everyone, and have a fantastic day, and good luck on your PokeMMO shiny hunts, especially if you are an Iron Man. Yo, what's up? Outro Petrowski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who is on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.